that shit.
G can pull up when he's ready.
Mo's not here, but it's still his fault.
Yeah, it's always his fault, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Mo.
Yeah, fuck Mo.
He's off on yeasting the bread somewhere.
IHOP steaks, man. IHOP steaks. That's why he's not here today.
That
might be the worst thing we ever heard on the pod. Eating steak from IHOP. I don't know. I never understand it.
Not just I eat steaks from IHOP. I eat steaks from IHOP 3 to 4 times a week is what he said at that time.
Wait, what?
He'll tell you now that's not true, but at the time that's what he said.
He said he doesn't do it anymore, but
he said
our friend, our co-host of the pod, was on a diet and he was eating like steaks and stuff like that, but he would get steak from IHOP and eat it like 3 days a week.
That's diabolical.
Out of all places you can get a steak though, why do you IHOP though? Like who goes to IHOP for
breakfast? He'd start his day with that shit. If I go to IHOP and we sit down and somebody orders a lunch, we don't have to leave. Why are we here? I'm only here for the breakfast meal. Like I've never heard somebody get a steak from. I didn't even know IHOP served steak. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't even know that was a thing. That surprised me. But he said 3-4 times a week. And he said 3-4 times a week. Like 3 to 4 times a week.
Spending too much money.
Yeah, everything pro wrestling. Protein in and then immediately back out because it was IHOP.
Terrible, man.
Every time I eat IHOP, it tears my stomach.
Yeah, everything's greasy as fuck.
Really? What?
Yeah.
I mean, I ate it this morning for breakfast, and it's been rough. It's been a rough day.
Maybe it's just the places you go, man. I don't know. Maybe it's the IHOP dish there. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
They also charge you like you're eating at a 5-star breakfast, brunch.
Oh, that's crazy.
Shit.
Where the other guy go?
I don't know.
I don't know what happened.
You know what's crazy? I almost wore my John Cena shirt. Almost. So I'm glad I did.
Should have. We could have matched.
The same one?
Yeah, the last time I bought it when did I buy it? What show did I go to? When SmackDown came to Austin. That's when I bought it.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get into these predictions. I don't know where he
got a lot to do.
There he goes. Oh, just pop back up.
What's going on?
WrestleMania 6 days long.
Jade, what's going on?
What's up?
What's up?
What's good, Random?
What's going on, man? Sorry, I don't know what's going on with all that, so I just moved to my Mac.
That's
camera quality went up crazy.
Anyway for you, so
Hey, chill out on my camera. I already ordered a new one.
You good, man? You good?
Oh my god!
No, your camera looks good now. I don't know what it was before, but it looks fine now.
It only took him 3 years, but it's okay.
It's good. It's good, man.
G baby, if you want to scrap, just say so, bro.
I'm just saying.
I'll buy 2K25 just so we can scrap on whatever island. Paul Heyman
whatever island.
I will get that game when it.
All right, so
$9.99.
before we get into our predictions, I just want to ask, and everybody, you just give one answer. You ain't even got to explain. But what's your prediction for the best match on WrestleMania? It's going to be the best match of the entire WrestleMania show.
I mean, is there any way it's not Roman, Punk, and Rollins? I mean, honestly.
Jay, why are you acting like we don't have Raquel and Liv versus Bayley and Lila?
We were just talking about that.
Like, why are we acting like that's not going to steal the show?
Well, no, to be fair though, that could be a good match though, for being honest.
No, it could. The secret Hervis versus Bayley and Lyra. I was low key. I was like, oh, okay. They made me believe they might lose. I was like, okay, can we get a triple threat? This match is cooking right now.
You're saying the men's triple threat.
Yeah, but also, I mean, the Intercontinental match is probably going to be
awesome. One answer.
All right, if I had to narrow it down, I'm going to say the Fatal 4-Way for the IC title is probably going to steal the show.
What about you, Chris? What you got?
My sleeper pick is the women's triple threat for the women's world championship. I think Io, Bianca, and Rhea are going to go in there and fucking cook.
That's a good pick. Jason, what you got?
Damn. I probably have to roll with Io, Rhea, and Bianca. Even though from a storyline, like from a storytelling perspective, that men's triple threat is gonna be fire, I'm gonna go with Io, Rhea, and Bianca.
T.O., what you thinking?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it going. Io, Rhea, Bianca. When all 3 of those women lock in, they cook. They've already had like amazing matches between each other. So, I mean, they just finna steal the show. I believe it.
G, you going with the tag match, women's?
No, so I'm actually going to be, even though I was trolling, I'm actually going to be different. I really think we're going to see the Trinity Fatu that we know we could see, I really think Jade and Naomi finna cook. Like I wasn't a believer, but the last 2-3 weeks of Naomi and Jade, you know what? I kind of rocking with it. I think they low key might like that's gonna be the middle of the match. That like like they gonna get a standing ovation at the end of it.
The story's there. I got to see it from Jade though, because she still looked pretty green her last time out. But I gotta see it from her.
What about you, man? Ryan, what you got, man?
Ironically, G Baby stole the one I was going to say, but I legitimately think the Fatal 4-Way for the IC title is going to be amazing because WWE just do it. Just stand at the end, have Dom hold that title up, and just embrace it, and just let it happen. I love Dom. I've not been happy with how they've been using him lately, just making him a complete dumbass. That's not why you had him. He's the slime. We don't get slimy heels anymore, and Dom is one of the slimiest we've ever seen. Just let him hold the title up, and it's going to be amazing.
I'd also be okay with Penta raising the title and then getting the Lucha Brothers reunion on the WrestleMania stage. Have Phoenix come out and give him a hug and dap and all that.
So Jade, I don't know if you saw. Oh, I'm sorry, Malik. Go ahead. You didn't say your match. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do a different match. I'm gonna go with a different match. I'm gonna say Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, bro.
That could be pretty good.
That's a good one.
That is
That's a street fight too.
Yeah.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a Sin City street fight. That's gonna be crazy. But Jade, I don't know if you saw the chat, and obviously everybody else who's in the chat isn't here. But Malik, should I tell him about the wager that I decided to make just because I was bored? I don't know if you saw it either. Did you see it?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So basically, right? I haven't really talked about it in a minute. But as a gambling man myself, it's WrestleMania in Las Vegas. I decided to go all in. I'm picking Finn Balor to win this match. Now, right? I know y'all know about my delusions about Finn, but here's the thing. I feel like this is like the last chance that I have hope. So it's kind of like a do or die.
No, this is the last
So
one.
if he gets pinned,
The do-rag is
if he gets pinned, everybody on the original No Name podcast has to give me an 80s wrestling match that I have to sit and watch all the way through, no interruptions.
You don't want to do that with me, G.
I know I don't. But that's how like I don't want to say confident, but that's how like there's no way Finn can take the pin in this match. So it's only if Finn takes the pin.
Come here.
If Finn doesn't take the pin, then we're good. But if Finn takes the pin, if Braun, Dom, or Penta pin Finn Balor to win this match, then I have to watch. Technically, what is it? There's 6 of us on the panel, so 5 80s wrestling matches.
Yeah.
That
let's just take a look at
and Savage versus Steamboat is already on the list. Like that's automatic.
No, I'm gonna give you a bad one. Let's see what chat. Okay, Nate says you're unsweetening the potatoes. We got Finn Balor rising up out of the grave, uncheesing the ponies. G, get off it. G, stop it. Give it up.
So look, if Finn Balor win this match, do you know what I get to come out here and say?
What's that?
He got more wins at WrestleMania than Gunther do.
Yeah.
That's all I get to say. And I'm good. And I'm straight because we know Gunther finna be 1 and 2. And so if Finn Balor win this match, he got more wins than Gunther at Mania. I'm cool. We good. Wow. But if he gets pinned, then I gotta sit and watch 6 80s matches. So
find you a Repo Man match.
It is crazy.
Ooh, not Repo Man.
It is crazy that
Finn. And even though I don't think this is gonna happen, y'all don't want to see me if Braun Breaker the one that get pinned. I know it's not gonna happen. But if anybody gets pinned other than Dom, y'all don't want to see me. Y'all don't want to see me.
It's gonna be Dom or Finn that's gonna get pinned.
I mean,
I just did our fantasy booking on Juiced Up Jobbers, and Axe actually said if he was fantasy booking, he would have had Liv come out and turn on Dominic Mysterio to help Finn Balor.
He cooked
and I was like, you know what? As much as it seems like I wouldn't want Dirty Dom to become a babyface, that would actually make a little bit of sense because there was a lot of teasing back when Liv first started getting involved with him that she might be, cooking something with Finn.
Finn kept the key card. People forget about that. Finn kept the key card.
I don't know. It could happen. It's a very much a possibility that I wasn't thinking about until today.
Because my fantasy booking was Finn can hold it till War Games. Aleister Black wins it. Then Aleister Black holds it for like 400 days, and I'm good. That was my booking with it. Aleister Black hold that thing for like 400.
I truly think Braun Breaker's gonna lose that match, and he's gonna do just like Gunther and go straight into the main event scene.
Exactly. I think
the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah. I think it's time.
Like, there's no need to hold him down in the IC Championship.
So let's go. We'll start with let's just start with night one. Let's go to night one, then we're gonna go to night two since they got the matches separated.
Oh, they already did. Nice.
Yeah, let's just start. Let's start with the main event, bro. Let's start with the men's triple threat. Well, let's dive into Roman, Seth, and Punk. What do we feel like is gonna happen, and what direction do we feel like this is gonna play out? I'll go first. Give my prediction for it. Which I kind of. They kind of made me change a little bit here and there, but I'm gonna stick with my original prediction. I think it's gonna be CM Punk. I think CM Punk is gonna win because I think the winner of this match still is somehow tied into the Cena and Cody match. I think the winner of this match is going to face the winner of that match and have a feud with them for the championship, which I'll dive into my theory on that once we get into that match. But I got CM Punk winning for reasons why I'll also explain further once we dive into the Cena and Cody match. So I'm gonna say CM Punk for me. Chris, who you got?
I am also going to join you and stay with my original prediction, which is Mr. Go to Sleep himself, CM Punk. I truly like you said, the stuff with Seth Rollins has got me intrigued now. Don't get me wrong. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. I have my own theory of what might happen with that favor Seth Rollins is owed. But that's for a later date. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with CM Punk to win that. It should not be Roman Reigns. Whoever it is, it shouldn't be Roman.
Yeah. There, unfortunately, and Seth is verging on top 10 all time at this point. But unfortunately, there's really only one guy in this match that can take a pin, and it's Seth. Even though he ate 2 pins last year, Seth's involvement in this story with Punk has been excellent. I love the shoot fights they get into. You know me and watching CM Punk get punched in the face. It's never a bad thing for me. But the story has been great. The Roman Reigns additive has been great. I feel like they took a step too far with the Seth Rollins stuff, and now you owe me a favor. You can't win off that because now either he doesn't get a favor and everyone's going to be wondering why he said that, or he does get a favor and everyone's going to be so caught up in that they can't focus on the match. I feel like they took that a step too far story-wise. I would still be not at all surprised, honestly, and I'm not making this as a prediction because there's a lot of story elements that have to go this way to make this happen, but I would not be not at all surprised if the winner of this match gets added to the Night 2 main event somehow. I don't know. I just have this feeling that there's that hanging in the air. I think it's got to be Punk. I don't think it's enough to give him the main event. I think he's got to win the main event, even though if you had asked CM Punk 10 years ago if this quantified as the main event, he'd have told you no, but that's neither here nor there. So, CM Punk, I think, has got to have the win here, and I think Rollins is going to take the pin.
Tia, what you got?
I'm going to be different. I think they actually give the dub to Seth Rollins, and I think they have CM Punk take the pin. I'm not going to lie. With all of the double crosses and the shifting they've been doing with Paul Heyman, I think Paul Heyman walks in with CM Punk. In some way, somehow, it ends up with Seth Rollins, the mastermind, the architect of this whole situation. They play up to that. I don't know if I see like this match having any implications on like the WWE Championship match now. I think if they was going to do that, that would have been the favor. But I think the winner of this match is challenging for that WWE Championship like in the near future. And I think I see Seth Rollins taking the first shot, in my opinion.
So I'll go with my bold prediction even further. Not only do I think CM Punk is winning, I think Roman's taking the pin.
Roman could eat the pin and be fine.
I think Roman
be fine.
I'll be surprised.
I think Roman takes the pin, and then I'll explain why further. So I just want to G, what you got?
I don't know. I feel like we've already experienced the Paul Heyman turning, and it was maybe good the first time he did it with Brock, like back in 2014, whatever year that was. But when he did it again, it was just kind of like, kind of over that. Like, so Paul Heyman, this is CM Punk, so it's understandable. The last thing I want to see Paul Heyman do is side with Seth Rollins. Because then it's going to, like, yeah, Seth Rollins would be turning heel in that sense. But the last thing I want to do is basically call Seth Rollins a hypocrite for the fourth time, in my opinion, because he's been complaining about Roman and complaining about CM Punk, and then you do basically what you were accusing them of doing. I'm not really into that. I am very much in the mindset that CM Punk was always going to be the winner. When I thought this was a one-on-one match, I thought he was going to be the winner. Seth got his win in the steel cage. Nefarious means, but nevertheless, in the record book, it'll say Seth Rollins defeated CM Punk in the steel cage. So, I think CM Punk is the only winner, and this isn't officially a number one contenders match, but when they decided, yeah, we're going to turn John Cena heel, I 1,000% believe the SummerSlam match is going to be John Cena versus CM Punk. Especially in a 2-night SummerSlam. I 100% believe that's their main event. Yeah. So I don't see a world where CM Punk can go do that after losing this match.
And could I add something in real quick? So, like, I know that a lot of you guys are saying, like, this favor from Seth Rollins. What I actually think it could be is that he's so confident that he's going to win this match. He's going to be like, Paul, you're going to negotiate me when I win this match. I get a shot at the world championship. And that's how that comes into play. Maybe that happens on Raw tomorrow or SmackDown. I think it's a little late heading in, but that could be what we see happen. And that's kind of what I thought might happen, you know. And that way, that's how you get one of these men who wins this match becomes the number one contender.
Well, I forgot. I did forget to mention the favor because I mentioned Paul Heyman turning. But as far as the favor goes itself, honestly, CM Punk, the favor he asked for makes sense, but it's nowhere near where I thought they were going to do. So I feel like Seth Rollins is going to ask for a favor that's going to be like, I mean, okay, it makes sense, but that's what you're using a favor for, I guess. Like, I don't think it's going to be, I think, honestly, it might be like, give me Roman one-on-one. Like, that's what it might be. Because I think Roman is going to be the reason Seth doesn't win the match. That's what I think is going to happen, because I also think he's taking the pin. And I think Seth is going to blame Roman for, Seth Rollins got his main event win because of you. And that's how we get the Seth-Roman feud, where Roman finally gets a win.
Brandon, what do you got, man?
In terms of the favor, like when I saw it, because ironically I had to catch up. I left the country to go celebrate Lonnie's wedding. Shout out to Lonnie, by the way.
Shout out Lonnie.
So I had to catch up. When I saw when Seth told Paul Heyman, I owe your favor, I was like, that don't mean nothing to me. When CM Punk got his favor, think about the circumstances surrounding it. Like, nobody else was pulling up to the tribal chief side to help him out. So that's why that favor means a whole lot, even though I'm also like G-Baby. I thought they were going to use it a different way. That one's like, if Paul there's nothing that Seth Rollins could have done to compel Paul Heyman to give him whatever favor he thinks he's owed by Paul. Paul would have eaten a stomp if that meant protecting the tribal chief. It don't matter. So that's why I'm not worried about that, whatever that favor is at all. Now, I'm like you guys. I think CM Punk is going to win, even though I wouldn't be surprised if by hook by crook that maybe Seth Rollins wins it. There is a thing I want to add when we get to eventually Gunther and Jade that I want to add, possibly involving the final boss and how all these favors, all these theories have been flying out there about who's the guy who's selling his soul, because we all think John Cena sold his soul. But the fact that The Rock hasn't been there during this whole feud, no matter what you want to say, I think that tells me something as a fan. So that's why officially I'm going to say CM Punk's going to win it, because that feud that they would have at SummerSlam, like, that's going to feed families. Like, the promos they're going to have against each other, this and that. Like, if I'm John, I'm not hearing nothing from you, CM Punk. You left. Like, you got no right to judge me on anything. And sure, he can be delusional, just like he's been, like Gunther's been delusional with the fans around him. Those promos are going to be great. But CM Punk's going to win. I think Roman's going to take the pin, because ideally, the only person I think taking the pin would be bad for would be CM Punk, because CM Punk takes the pin, it would hurt him a lot because he finally gets this thing. Sure, it's Mickey, but he finally gets and he eats a pin there. So Roman can take a pin. He'll probably disappear for a little bit. Then he'll come back and him and Seth can feud or whatever. But CM Punk is gonna win.
Okay, Jason, what you got, bro?
I said it as soon as the match dropped. As soon as I seen the match card, Seth Rollins is winning that match, and I'm not really keen on picking anybody else to win. Simply because of just how the storyline is playing out. I feel like when they actually get in said match, I feel like now that Paul Heyman is walking CM Punk down to the ring, I feel like that pisses Roman off to the point where he doesn't give a fuck about Seth Rollins right now, and him and CM Punk are gonna be button heads in that match to the point of just be like, oh well, nah, he's my wise man, he's my best friend type shit, and that's gonna get them two caught up to a point where Seth Rollins can slide in and steal a win. I don't think CM Punk is gonna win that match and then be inserted into the main event for night 2, because my thing is like, if John Cena sold his soul to Dwayne to basically get that match, Paul Heyman really has no cachet to get anybody in that match unless he runs it through Dwayne. So why the hell would Dwayne let CM Punk get in that match to potentially take a win away from a guy that sold his soul to The Rock? So it's just like Punk getting in that match don't really make sense to me. So that's why I kind of feel like Seth Rollins is going to win the triple threat. And then afterwards, that's going to prompt CM Punk and Roman Reigns to feud basically over the wise man. I feel like after WrestleMania, Paul Heyman is going to try to go back to Roman, and Roman's going to be like, nah, bro, you tried me. You walked down to the ring with him. I don't want nothing to do with you. At which point, it's going to prompt CM Punk to come back to Paul Heyman's side and be like, look, bro, we not doing none of that. If you want to squabble, we can squabble. And that's how I feel like their feud is going to be. But as far as who wins that match, I feel like Seth is definitively winning. And if you want the ending sequence, I got you. CM Punk gonna have Seth Rollins up for the little GTS, just like a replay of WrestleMania 31. He gonna have Seth Rollins up for the GTS. Roman Reigns is gonna spit a shit out of CM Punk, which is gonna prompt Seth Rollins to be thrown off his shoulder. Seth Rollins is gonna slide through, stomp Roman in his head, and pin Roman and win.
All right.
I got the full course meal. You want the fix?
I'm telling you, when it play out like that, I just want, you know,
The
what
first
I'm saying?
thing I'm gonna do is message you.
I told you so. Look, I got the script.
Laf, who you got winning the triple threat, the men's triple threat? You on mute, bro? Can't hear you.
Did he freeze?
Nah, his camera didn't froze. He ain't got his audio on.
While he's fixing that, have y'all been surprised by the lack of The Rock at all in the
No,
no,
not at all.
It's The Rock.
Not at all.
Honestly, I
was shocked about how much he was there in the last build. That's what I was shocked about. How much he was there for that one. I'm not shocked he's not here. He will show up on Raw, and when they're doing their segment, his music will. I won't be surprised if The Rock opens the show unannounced.
To be fair, when he does matches, he shows up quite often because he did it with the Cena match. He did it last year. So if he's involved in a match, he makes time for that. But I knew based off the first episode on January that he wasn't wrestling at WrestleMania this year. That told me everything.
Of course.
Like, oh, he's not.
Yeah,
I knew.
He still might pop up, but it's not even for sure. From what I've been seeing, it's not even for sure guaranteed he might show up.
The only reason I'm saying that is you've seen. I believe The Rock is wrestling at a show when I see it. That's my only thing is you've seen John Cena cut promos where bro ain't mentioning you, and if I'm The Rock, I'm like, what you, bruh?
No, because here's the thing though. When it comes to Cena, he don't need to make in kayfabe, right? We can pretty much see that obviously this was an elaborate plan. The Rock knew Cody wasn't going to say no, wasn't going to accept it, but in kayfabe, he picked John Cena because he couldn't get Cody Rhodes. In kayfabe, John Cena is arguably, in most people's eyes, the GOAT. It was, even though Roman Reigns didn't need it either, like Malik said, he was getting ready for a match. He was actually going to wrestle. So it's like, okay, that's a completely different story about how much he was there. He is going to make his entrance either tomorrow or the SmackDown in Vegas. He will make his entrance, right? Cody and him will have a stare off, right? Cena gonna beat him down or whatever the case. He will make his entrance at WrestleMania. He'll probably be there the night after to congratulate Cena to be his champion. I also saw something about remember all those names that The Rock filed for the trademark? One of them was Team Corporate. That's probably where we get the introduction of that. Right? Because that's one of the names he trademarked for or filed a trademark for. But him not being here doesn't shock me at all. Honestly, we don't need him to be. In my personal opinion, we don't need. I won't get into how I felt last year, but we don't need him.
The problem is, G, this is just like last year. We didn't need him for the heel turn either. I don't understand why he was there in the first place.
You're right.
I still can't get over the fact that freaking Travis. What's his name? I'm sorry. Travis Scott. I almost called him Travis Hunter. I got football on the brain.
Burning sage in the corner.
The fact that when you look back on this heel turn in 20 years, and Travis is just going to be standing there smoking a blunt, it's just I don't get why they did what they did with it. The whole thing still works with or without The Rock standing there. In fact, it'd be more surprising because the longer that scene went on, the more I figured it was going to be Cena. So I don't know. Anyway, we're getting the cart ahead of the horse here. But yeah, I'm grateful he's not here, but I just wish he wasn't there from the beginning. No, honestly,
look, I agree with all of you guys that we don't need him here, but he was such a big piece of the turn. That's why I'm asking. I'm like, if I'm The Rock, it's not like I ain't watching John Cena Cup promos all over Europe, insulting every kid and fan out there.
I'm
right?
Sure he's not watching.
This is all kayfabe. We know the man. He's still lying about going to In-N-Out for the first time, even though we've seen him cut the same damn In-N-Out going to In-N-Out promo picture thing for like years. But if I'm The Rock, kayfabe wise, I'm like, bro, you doing all this? What? It's because of me. It's me. I'm the reason. And like I'm the reason that you're able to get one last shot at 17 and this and that. And the fact that he's just been silent, kayfabe wise, has bothered me a little bit. But you guys are right. John Cena didn't need The Rock. John Cena don't need nobody to turn heel and do all that. But just kayfabe wise with the story, Travis Scott, whatever, like I'm whatever on it, right? But the Rock part of it, absolutely. Just kayfabe wise, I'm like, you had to at least be there for one point. I'm like, hey, bro, what you doing? Like, you talking all this mess, you not this, forget the fans. Like, I'm trying to get you where you need to go.
Well, technically, in kayfabe, John Cena won the Elimination Chamber before the turn. With technical
wait till I get to Jade.
That's what I'm saying. He technically was going to get this match regardless, whether he turned or not. You feel me? It just adds to the story.
We still got 2 whole knots to get through, so maybe we should
wait till we get to Jay and Gunther. I'm about to drop the most tinfoil theory that I heard and workshopped that G Baby might strangle me through the screen. I'm not gonna hold you. Just wait till we get there.
Y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Yep. All right, cool.
Yep.
Rollins is gonna win the triple threat. I'm not really too invested in the triple threat feud. I'm not with the whole we need a favor thing. I feel like it's been a little played out over the past few weeks, especially with Rollins doing the stomp and saying that now Paul has to give him a favor. It seemed weird to me in the first place. I think Roman Reigns and CM Punk is the way you go for SummerSlam. I'm much more invested in those two having a one-on-one feud than anything else. And Rollins, to me, even though he's still playing that little Joker role, I think he's the most sane in this whole match. I feel like he's more focused on winning. Punk and Roman are obviously still focused on whatever Paul doing. But I think Rollins needs this, and Rollins gonna get this for sure.
Malik, you're muted.
I got it. All right, so we'll move on to the next match. I gotta ask Jason because he's his biggest fan. Chad Gable not on WrestleMania again, man. This is tragic, man. How you feeling about this, man? Two years in a row, no Chad Gable. That is crazy, man.
I feel like at this point, Triple H is waiting on me to pull up the headquarters so I can whoop his ass because he obviously don't like me. But it is what it is because I ain't gonna lie. El Grande Americano, he got some real likeness to Chad Gable. I know they two different people. But they really alike. So I expect him to put a beating on that deadbeat Rey Mysterio. So I mean, Chad Gable getting left out, that's fine. El Grande Americano gonna do the work for him.
Is it too early to say El Grande Americano potential wise can be the greatest luchador WWE has ever seen?
He already is.
He already is. Like that boy, bro. Have you ever seen a rookie come in like this and just like
straight from the Gulf of America, just suplexing everybody,
dominating, bro? Like this guy, like I'm sorry, like Ray. I don't think Rey Mysterio lasting that long in the Rumble going top what El Grande Americano finna do.
Who you know with a better mask? Nobody.
Hey, see, hey,
Nobody.
Penta kind of come close, but El Grande got it. I'm sorry.
Come on now.
One thing we do have to clear up though is this is not Chad Gable. This is clearly
It's not.
two different people.
Not at all.
It reminds me
Stop
of
with the tinfoil hat theories, man.
I'm saying y'all think I know everything.
It reminds me
Ezekiel all over again.
It reminds me when they used to try to say that Mr. America was Hulk Hogan. Two different people. It was not Hulk Hogan.
Two different people.
America,
Absolutely
man.
two different people.
This is El Grande Americano, the new luchador, who is definitely going to beat Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania. By a landslide. I mean, Rey Mysterio he had his time, but there's a new luchador in town. His name
Y'all
is
forgetting about one though, man. Whatever happened to Quan Cena?
I heard he was retired.
But here's the thing, y'all. Like, everybody talk about, El Grande Americano not real, this, that, and the third. You know we got footage of him, right? But we don't have footage of Wilt.
I'm saying
we got footage of El Grande Americano all over the world from the Gulf of America.
like it's all there. It's all in the pictures. Y'all believe Wilt scored 100, but not El Grande Americano?
Yeah. Remember when they should try to say Ezekiel and Elias the same people. Two different. Clearly, it was brothers.
There's a picture of them with two like
one had a beard, one didn't.
It was like triplets, right?
So, let me just say, I think I missed a meeting because I'm not in on the joke. I can't be in on the joke to make my prediction because my prediction
there's no joke
predicated upon me not being in on the joke. I think this match would have been better served if it had been Rey Fenix. First of all, I'm a little bit bewildered that they knew Rey Fenix was going to be there before WrestleMania, and yet they still made it Rey Mysterio. Rey Fenix is everything Mysterio is, except younger and currently better. So I'm not sure how we got to Rey Mysterio, but in any case, I think what's going to happen. I think what's going to happen is Rey's going to set him up. I think Rey's going to set him up for the 619, and then they're going to play a video of Chad Gable beating up somebody in the LWO, and that's going to distract. That's going to distract Rey, and then Grande Americano is probably going to hit the 619. And then pin him.
To be fair, the only reason Dom lost at WrestleMania, Dom felt bad. That's what it was.
Yeah.
He felt bad.
Pretty much.
He was in his feelings on the day. But if this was now, Dom would win now. If this was 2 years.
So my pick is Grande Americano, and which if that gets Chad Gable a victory at WrestleMania, then more power to him.
Chad Gable
was on the sidelines.
Listen, I've survived on this show for 3 years without getting in on y'all's inside jokes. So I'm just gonna.
There's no inside joke. Chad Gable is not Grande Americano. He's not.
You're the one I'm the most disappointed in because usually it's me and G versus the world on this podcast.
It's not an inside joke.
We're literally always against each other. But
it's not an inside joke. It's an outside truth.
Joke, Jade.
It's an outside truth.
It's everywhere.
Proving on WWE programming that El Grande Americano and Chad Gable are two different people.
Have you ever seen them?
We had seen them. Remember, we saw a Grande Americano getting arrested while Chad Gable was getting interviewed, and
that was like
I'm saying, this is why I can't stand some of you people. It's supposed to be innocent till proven guilty. He gets proven innocent, and we still calling him guilty. I don't understand.
That reporter was like, "Stop lying, Chad!" And all of a sudden, you see the dude get arrested in the back, and he's like, "Huh."
And did Chad Gable get an apology from Kathy Kelly? I don't think so.
Absolutely not.
Because this is the world we live in. It's innocent till proven guilty. But then when the guilty verdict ends up being innocent for real, we still gonna call you guilty because it's not what we wanted you to be. Yeah, I'm sure. Justice for Chad Gable, man.
Who do you have on the match, Chris?
Honestly, I think the young upstart, the young great luchador El Grande Americano needs this win, man. He needs the win. I think he's gonna do it, unmasking that deadbeat dad Rey Mysterio, just like he did Dragon Lee. And he's gonna lock that ankle lock in, and Deadbeat's gonna tap out because he has no choice. He's old, he's washed. It's time to let it go.
Hey, he gonna tap out. He gonna be like, you're hurting me.
You're hurting me.
T.O., who do you got?
Yeah,
surgery 3 times.
I think they're gonna do the right thing. They're gonna put the new luchador on the roster over. You know what I'm saying? You need those new guys to go over. So, I got El Grande taking it. He's taking the dub, man.
El Grande, man.
So stupid.
Yeah, El Grande Americano. Americano, like I said, he might be the greatest luchador.
He can't even say the right. Just call him Americano.
El Grande Americano.
He still new. He's still new. We still learning.
He might be the greatest luchador to ever step foot. Hey, look. All I'm saying is
the sequel to Encanto.
Hey, LWO versus the Lucha Bros and El Grande Americano. Hey, give me that 3-man faction. Give me that 3-man faction. El Grande Americano and
the Lucha Bros could learn a lot from El Grande Americano. I can tell you that much.
This is so stupid.
They are clearly not as refined as El Grande Americano. They could learn a lot.
I mean, hey, who was Penta's first loss to? El Grande Americano would never. That's all I'm saying. El Grande Americano would never. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna look at my duplicate Super Bowl rings. There's one.
Brandon, who you got, man? Who you got?
Look, I'm with everybody else. El Grande Americano. He about to change the world, man. Straight from the Gulf of America, which to me is a body of water. So my boy got some superpowers we don't know about. So it's time. I mean, Ray doesn't really need to win any more matches anyway. He's fine. He's a legend. Like, just further the storyline.
Which, Jay, to answer your question, that's why it's not Rey Fenix, because Rey Mysterio still gets cheered like crazy. I don't know why, but he still gets cheered.
He's a legend.
He deserves it. I'm just saying the match would have been better served.
Oh yeah, of course. But Rey Mysterio not on WrestleMania. They're not gonna do that.
Well, put Rey Mysterio on Rey Fenix's quarter and pass the fucking torch. Then I don't know.
They tried to do it with Dragon Lee. But...
To know that Rey Fenix is going to be on your card for him or on your roster, and to not make spot for him on your card, I don't know. It's just.
He just got here though.
It could have worked with Dragon Lee. Throw him in the LWO.
Yeah, facts. True. Put him in a feud with them. That's what they do. Live, who you got, man?
Ray gonna lose, bro. Ray gonna get his ass beat. You know, it's gonna hurt me. You know, cause I love Ray, but it's been proven that El Grande Americano is not Chad Gable. I thought for a little bit, but that footage when they showed it, that was the funniest shit ever. When they showed him getting arrested in the back, I was like, all right, now it's undisputed. You know what I'm saying? I fought it for a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? We'll see how it goes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I'm gonna change my prediction because see, my thing is, I know Rey Mysterio and the deadbeat father that he is, and he's used to pulling, tactics that are flat out illegal and flagrant. He did it against Dom. He whooped him with a belt that should have got him disqualified. So I feel like seeing as though El Grande Americano accidentally pulled off Dragon Lee's mask, I feel like what Rey Mysterio is going to do is he's going to wear 2 masks, which is illegal. And when El Grande Americano accidentally slips up and might maybe pull his mask off again, he's going to think he's got to win because Rey Mysterio can't see shit because he ain't got no mask on, but he's going to have a second mask up under that. And Rey Mysterio is going to pull an illegal backwoods and roll up El Grande Americano to cheat to win. I feel like that's how they're going to do, my guy. I just smell because I know how down low and dirty Rey Mysterio is.
Yeah,
dirty Rey Mysterio.
Realistically, Rey Mysterio is probably going to win realistically, but I mean, El Grande Americano, he should win.
I mean, what other wrestler do you know can literally take a belt and whoop another wrestler in the ring and not get disqualified?
That's cheating.
That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
like what are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
He cheated on the grandest stage of them all,
and everyone saw it.
Yeah,
literally.
Hey, Rey Mysterio more guilty of that than Chad Gable being guilty of being El Grande Americano. At least Chad Gable got proven innocent. Video evidence.
Precisely.
This next match, we can just run through our predictions because they ain't really built this up. New Day and Viking Raiders. War Raiders. I apologize. The War Raiders. I'm gonna say the New Day just because they should not be losing at this point, and their heel turn has died down a lot. This is gonna be the only way they can kind of pick that back up. So, but the title's on the New Day, and then we move from there. So I'm gonna say New Day.
Yeah, the New Day is better than the theory that Chad Gable is not Grande Americano.
It's not a theory; it's the truth.
Their heel turn has been completely wiped clean. There's nothing exciting about it anymore. They're not even getting booed when they come out anymore. It's completely dead in the water. I mean, if WWE want to save it, then yes, the New Day have to win. I'm starting to think WWE have already given up on it, but I don't know. Sure, why not the New Day? How about it?
Tio, who you got?
Yeah, I got the New Day. I think the whole reason they're on this card is because Triple H was like, yo, we got to capitalize off of splitting the New Day up. So it's like, okay, we might as well just put the New Day on WrestleMania and give them the titles. I don't know what plan they had for the New Day. Like, I don't know if they were banking on Big E, get cleared or what, but I'm struggling to understand what was even the plan if they were just gonna do this with the New Day and let it kind of die down like this. So I think the best thing you can do is put the titles on the New Day and just capitalize on that heel turn that they have.
Because they're doing the same thing they were before, just with scowls on their faces. I don't.
Who do you have? Let's run through it real quick.
New Day because what? Who else? Right? Ain't nobody in that Raw tag division. New Day.
Random.
Yeah, same thing. New Day, I guess. But I mean, that's what you get because you don't let the War Raiders wrestle on television. Yeah. So might as well let the New Day win, even though it would just be better if you let the War Raiders wrestle. They beat the piss out the New Day because that's what they do to everybody when they wrestle, basically. But give it to New Day so we can actually do something. Who they
gonna wrestle, Randall? Jade not here to fight Carlito and Dom. Like who else they gonna wrestle? Who was in that Raw tag division that they can wrestle?
Look, American made. The greatest associates to El Grande Americano anybody has ever seen.
I mean, good cook, but they beat him already.
Look, if SmackDown found a way to with their division, even though we saw DIY take losses, Motor City Machine Guns take losses, and it's still a magnificent division. I'm shocked that Raw can find a way to the point that you just bench your
American made, American Alpha. That's where it stops. That's their depth. Because they don't have the Judgment Day anymore. That's their depth.
Yeah. They need to
compare it to Pretty Deadly, Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, Street Profits, and now Mellow Don't Miz.
Turn that up.
I like how we went 1 week from. I like how we went 1 week from Mello telling Miz to get away from him to suddenly Mello's just bought in. Mello's just all in. They haven't even had a match together.
This is the worst thing ever, bro. That's the fucking worst thing ever.
It was over 3
Jason, who you got?
I feel like this should be an obvious New Day win. Triple H, you gotta fucking lay up on the fast break. I swear to God, if you airball it. I swear if you airball, bro. Just do it. I'm saying.
Yeah,
bro.
Like, are you LeBron or are you Bronny? Let's see it.
New Day has to win, bro. I personally forgot the Viking Raiders had the damn belts in the first place.
First of all, put some respect on them. They're the War Raiders. God damn it.
Oh, that's it. They're on TV. I never know. I don't know what the fuck their name is. They're the fucking jobbers at this point with belts. That shit. They're a great team.
Jobbers is
They're just out there. So,
Jobbers is nuts.
They about to be.
I'm always cool. Eric, I don't care. New Day got to win and break the Raiders up at this point. Because what do you got them out there? You have a great tag team. You put the belts on them, not showing them on TV. Fuck them at this point. New Day.
If anything, just send them to SmackDown.
No. At this point, we'll just unify the belts again because they're not doing anything on Raw. It's fucking stupid.
Chris, who you got?
It's got to be the New Day. Like, they got to justify this heel turn at some point, and they need to actually do something with the heel turn. So give them the belts, let them just run through everybody, and then when it's time to lose the belts, have Big E screw them over.
Okay. This next match, let's talk about everybody's favorite, Bill, Tiffany and Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship.
I am so mad I was not live for this. I was not in the country to watch this happen.
You didn't want to watch it live. Trust me, you didn't miss it.
You didn't miss nothing.
Let's start at the bottom. Let's start with Chris, man. Who you got here, man?
I swear, if Charlotte beats Tiffany, you might see me crash out after the show. Because Charlotte does not need to be in the world title picture. I actually pitched it that, it would be very beneficial for her to actually maybe go and try to challenge for that Midcard championship. Maybe try to win it. Hell, win it, build it up like John Cena did the open challenges back in the day. Maybe she would be better served that because nobody wants to see her winning the world championship.
Thank you.
Like, nobody wants to see it. This should have only been to put over Tiffany Stratton. And it seems like every time Charlotte goes out there, she's trying to tear Tiffany down. Like, not even in kayfabe sense. Like, in real life.
For me, brother.
It's crazy. So, yes, Tiffany should win this match. And I just hope that's how
it doesn't work for me, sister.
Stratton for the win.
Just for the record, by the way, though, Tiffany isn't blameless in this poor build. Like,
absolutely,
you're right. She isn't blameless.
but when
we just talking about the match now. We ain't talking about
yeah.
Just the match itself.
I'm not diving into all that. Look, I'm not going to dive into all that. I'm just.
So you got Tiffany. Live, who you got, man?
Hey, bro, I'm
Charlotte's biggest fan here.
I'm gonna say it like this, bro. I said what I had to say on TikTok. I got all of the you hate women, you hate women's wrestling statements, and I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I hate that shit because Charlotte is the reason why this shit has been fucked up for so long. She's the reason why no one wants to see her win another championship. She's the reason why she still can't get over. She's the reason why when she came back and she tried to tell that nut-ass promo on SmackDown about her injury, no one gave a damn. This is Charlotte's fault. You spent all this time building up Charlotte just to be her dad, and now she's at a spot where she has to put somebody over. And because of that promo where Tiffany may have went out of line, but I don't care, to be honest with you. Now Tiffany, I feel like Tiffany's gonna have to deal with the fact that Charlotte has pulled backstage and Charlotte's gonna win just because of that. Tiffany should win. Charlotte should, in my opinion, should never be world champion again, but I know they're gonna make her reach her dad. It doesn't really matter to me. But at this point, Tiffany's just gonna lose because Charlotte's gonna cry and beg for it. Hopefully Tiffany wins, but I can't pick her at this point because it feels like they already made their decision, unfortunately.
Oh man, a lot of hatred in that soul right there, man.
Okay.
Jason.
I'm completely indifferent on this entire match. Like I know it's probably going to be a good one, but in terms of if they want to build up a new star in Tiffany Stratton for that main event scene, then Tiffany Stratton will win. But I honestly think Charlotte is going to win. Somehow, some way, Charlotte is going to win just because of the fact that when it came to the last WrestleMania that she competed on, didn't she lose to Rhea Ripley? Or am I tripping? Like she lost so I don't feel like she gonna want to come back, win the Royal Rumble, and then lose to Tiffany Stratton when she's on the quest to tie her dad or beat her dad's record. I feel like this is definitely gonna be one of those that doesn't work for me sister moments. And I mean, it is what it is. I'm not really gonna be too mad about it because my thing is if that's what it takes to take Tiffany Stratton away from this whole babyface shit and make her a heel again, I'm completely fine with that because she's not a babyface. I can't stand her as a babyface because I know that shit is just so unnatural to her. She is
Tiffany Stratton reported
that's going so hard.
Charlie got him.
Damn, Tiffany,
Charlie got him.
out, bro. Crazy.
Charlie got pulled, man. She just fucking with shit, bro.
So look,
Damn, Tiffany Stratton kicked you out, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, Mo kicked me out, man. It is Mo's fault. It's always Mo.
Anyway, continue what you're saying. Babyface gimmick.
The whole baby Tiffany Stratton thing hasn't been working for me at all. So I mean, if Tiffany Stratton losing that Mania is what it takes to get her back to playing the heel, I'm fine with that. I feel like Charlotte's gonna win. I don't feel like there's a way. If Charlotte ain't gonna put over nobody else, then why would she want to put over Tiffany Stratton, especially after everything that's happened thus far?
Random.
For me personally, ever since Charlotte was announced to be in the Royal Rumble, I called it. I called her winning the Rumble. I called her going into a little bit of business, trying to make Tiffany look bad. Now, obviously, Tiffany, because you heard all the reports about people were actually happy that Tiffany fought back. She just went too far. But I'm not been surprised by how Charlotte has been conducting herself in this build. Now, Jade is right. Tiffany is not blameless, but Tiffany is trying to get to the point that they can rely on her to be a main event person. Charlotte, you are the veteran. Nobody's saying you got to do everything for her, but you're supposed to be the veteran here, the grown up or the grown up in this, and she's not acting that way. The fact that the best promo I've ever seen her cut was on that one show when she talked about her injury and how her divorce, and she felt real there. If she could channel that into her promos, that's why we believe. But people just believe she's never going to be able to absolve herself of the using her last name, all this stuff. I wholeheartedly believe until I see Tiffany Stratton's hand raised, Charlotte's winning that match. I've told Riddell that. I told Santo that. I'll tell y'all that. Charlotte's winning that match, and they're gonna burn Tiffany to the ground in this way. Because I think the easiest way is if Tiffany wins. She's like, I beat Charlotte. I'm the ish now. Just turn her heel immediately, and that would have worked. But Charlotte's winning that match. It's a damn shame, and also her knee, she's not healthy either. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that because you see her knee still bothering her and all that stuff. Yeah. But Charlotte's winning that match. I wholeheartedly believe it because I think Charlotte would rather win that match and then relinquish it on that next SmackDown than lose to Tiffany at WrestleMania.
That would be a complete kick in the nuts to have her beat Charlotte at WrestleMania. I mean, have her beat Tiffany at WrestleMania.
We've seen her do backstage stuff before. Even this, I was chilling on Reddit and they're talking about how come people don't like Charlotte Flair. And they're talking about that multi-man match with what was it, her, Kairi Sane, Asuka, and Becky, and they had to protect Becky and Asuka had to protect Kairi from Charlotte because she was mad, even though Kairi was hurt, and Charlotte was still going full bore at her. They had to protect her from her. So I'm like, if that's how you acting, she's just never been able to connect.
She does that all the time. Every single year, she just finds a new way to be immature and just to be a worse character, a worse superstar, and people still cheer her for no reason. I'm not calling her the queen of shit when she's shown every single chance to be the most immature person in the ring. Her throwing the belts with Becky and shit, like that segment when they were just out there, it was just.
Also, my hot take for this, I think low key, short of Rey Mysterio, El Grande Americano, this might be the worst match on the card.
You think so?
You said El Grande Americano short of that. That's just gonna be a banger. El Grande
That's
Americano.
a 5-star classic.
I was about to say I don't know what you talking
about. Alaf, I also don't know what you talking about because you said people still cheer Charlotte. I ain't hear Charlotte get a cheer.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
Last time she got a cheer, bro, she beat Ronda Rousey. That was the last time Charlotte got cheered.
Bro, when I tell you,
next week,
bro,
she's getting booed into oblivion.
I thought the same thing. And I started saying what I felt about Charlotte. I'm getting all these Charlotte shooters telling me all this shit about shit that I didn't care about.
They don't matter.
They're telling me stuff I don't care about. They're telling me about. I'm like, bro, none of us ever said anything about her personal life. Well, I'll speak for myself personally. I never said anything about her personal life, her relationships. Never was that brought into my videos or nothing like that. I'm saying with this the same thing has been happening for her entire career. If the reason why she can't get over is because she's been trying to be her dad. They don't hide it. Every time she wins a championship, she's trying to reach her dad. To the theme song, to the finisher, to the chops, to the woo. She's been the same character. The 4 Horsewomen is a play on her dad's stable. They've never went away from it. So why in the world are we acting like, as old as Charlotte is now, at this point in her career, when it's time for her to put over someone like Tiffany, who is, to me, is better than her, why are we doing this?
In terms of what?
As far as, I think in ring right now, Tiffany is going to be like, is going to surpass Charlotte's peak. I see a lot more in Tiffany in NXT.
Could she maybe? But as far as Tiffany being better than Charlotte right now, not a chance. Like when it come to Charlotte, all the bad things everybody says she is. But when it come to like getting in that ring and putting on the banger, she can do that. That's why when y'all just said that this is probably gonna be one of the worst matches on the card. I didn't think so because I feel like it's probably gonna be one of the better matches of the weekend. The finish, not that might definitely piss some people off depending on how Charlotte's gonna win. But as far as the match itself, I feel like Charlotte and Tiffany are gonna fucking cook because both of them can cook.
I've been said for years now. Charlotte is literally the walking personification of bad build, great match. I cannot remember a single match Charlotte had at a WrestleMania that was properly built. You name me one, and I need to see who else was in the match.
Her best WrestleMania build was the women's triple threat, but that match wasn't really that great though.
That's a bad example because Charlotte shoehorned her way into that.
Yeah, I was about to say
it was still a good build after she got into it. Though.
But it wasn't because of her. That's why I was about to ask. You need to tell me who was in it because
no, it was. I mean, it wasn't because of her, but that was like her best build to
she by default. You could say that was the best build.
Like that little segment they had when they was fighting with the cop cars. That shit was fire.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was a cool moment. You know?
That was a cool little moment. But like I said, I've been saying that about Charlotte. Now
that's crazy though. Like that was her best build, but that was probably her poorest. Well, no, never mind. Because
so
I forgot about that.
Yeah. But what I will say is,
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I've been saying that about Charlotte. Everybody who's been on the show regularly knows how I felt going in. Soon as she came back, I was like, well, Charlotte, Tiffany, there you go. Tiffany should win, but with Charlotte's history, we don't know. I'm still saying Tiffany. And my thing is when I look at it, it's kind of like when they're deciding who should win this stuff, right? What does Charlotte winning do for anyone?
Exactly.
Charlotte winning does nothing for anybody. Tiffany, which random kind of stole the words right out of my mouth. This is easily how you get Tiffany back to being a heel. Easily how you get her back to being a heel. I beat Charlotte Flair. It's Tiffy time now. And then you have a feud with babyfaces. Because really, the only reason she turned babyface is because she cashed in on Nia. That's really why she turned babyface. Because Nia is never going to be a babyface ever again in life. Right? So, okay.
And life is crazy.
Honestly,
he's right, though.
I'm with him.
Nia's babyface run is literal proof. Like, we've seen.
No, I got you. I was like, in life, she could save somebody's life. We still like, nah, you still.
I don't want to see her. I don't want to see her as a babyface anyway.
I
needs
got
to be
you.
that monster.
It was just
literally because when she was a babyface, her story for Mania when she won her first title was, I got bullied by Alexa Bliss. You see how small this woman is? Are you serious? Like, I feel like you're insulting my intelligence. No way in any world should Alexa Bliss be bullying Nia Jax.
Somebody I got bullied by Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, like what are we doing, right?
Like hit her. Like,
Alexa Bliss.
Like, what are we doing? For real, what are we
if you don't pick her up and throw her,
word. And then Nia as a babyface would then have to sail.
Nah.
Yeah, it doesn't work. So I believe Tiffany should win this match. They tried to kind of save face by like, ooh, Charlotte beat her up at the car. Okay.
What was the point of that? What was the point?
Because it was their excuse for why Charlotte wasn't at the show. That's how they made her excuse for Charlotte not being at the show.
I think also the fact that they played on like 0-3 is diabolical. No, they had to give Charlotte a way to get a little bit of get back for
them. But the thing is, and this is the last thing I'll say about this match, because coincidentally I just saw a video of Ariel Helwani, however you say his name. I'm sorry. Ariel Helwani. I don't know how to say his name. I really do apologize. I don't mean it disrespectfully. But he was interviewing Becky Lynch, and I think this was old. But he asked Becky Lynch, like, do her and Charlotte Flair have a legit beef? And she said, we don't like each other. He asked why. And she said, obviously, Charlotte will have her side, but it's because my star power started to rise and she couldn't handle that. Everything was cool when she was the woman and she at first came up and won the Divas title, and she was the woman that we were kind of anointing as the next top star in this division. And ever since Becky slapped Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam, she's never been more over than Becky. And honestly, I 1000% agree. I think she liked Rhea Ripley. So she was cool putting her over. But everybody else, there's a reason why we have this fear of Charlotte not doing the right thing. There's a reason we have this fear. If Asuka alone didn't scare y'all for life, right? What was the point of her beating Rhea Ripley when she had the NXT title? When all she did was lose it in your house. There was no point to that. Like, literally 0 point to that. Right? Like, none. I get why she beat Ronda Rousey, because Ronda Rousey was on the way out. Who else was going to do it? But, like, you didn't need that. And not only did she beat Asuka once and end her undefeated streak, she literally took the SmackDown Women's title off of her for zero reason. After, mind you, Asuka made Becky Lynch, your top star in the company, tap out. So Asuka got revived and killed within a matter of 3 months. I'm sorry. And that was because of Charlotte. Asuka, if y'all forget, that Royal Rumble Becky won, she just got through tapping out. Asuka looked revived. I'm like, oh, okay, we might actually do something with this woman. Nope, Charlotte beats her on a random episode of SmackDown. Just so that Becky can be Becky.
So you got Tiffany winning?
I have to.
Tio, what about you?
Yeah, I got I got Tiffany winning. I don't think they're gonna reward Charlotte or I don't think they're rewarding any of these women, but I think the best thing to do is to, like, the whole reason that Charlotte won this Royal Rumble and is in this spot is to, big up Tiffany. So they might as well go ahead and, like, finish on that plan. I'm gonna kind of be different. I think this has kind of showed that Tiffany still has a lot to work on. Like Jade has said, Tiffany is not innocent at all in this. I think it has showed that WWE may have catapulted her a little too early. And I think it just shows because people can say what they want about the promos and everything, but Charlotte still kept everything within a kayfabe standpoint. She cooked Tiffany, yes, but in a kayfabe standpoint. Like when people talk about John Cena cooking Roman Reigns, right? Cena was able to cook Reigns in a kayfabe standpoint, and there was nothing Reigns could say to even like combat it because Reigns wasn't ready for that spot at the moment. As I look at it, Tiffany Stratton is showing that she might not be ready for this spot, and everything is happening too fast for her. But that's for WWE to figure out. I think Tiffany wins, and you get Charlotte in something else that's not the world title scene, in my opinion.
Somebody mentioned it that she should have won for the mid-card ones, especially if you're not going to freaking put them on the show.
Please no.
You need to do something with those titles, G baby.
No, because she's not the type of person to give you open challenges every week.
She doesn't have to open.
That's not who she is.
No. I'm not talking. I'm not talking. No, I'm not talking open challenges. Just let her hold it. The minute she.
Why can't we tell stories with women without belts? Why can't we do it?
Let me jump in here because we're spending way too much time on a match that I'm fairly certain Charlotte's just going to fucking sandbag anyway. I have no confidence that Charlotte's going to let this match. I'm pretty sure Charlotte's going to sandbag this whole fucking thing. So who the fuck cares? We're spending way too much time on this. Charlotte's going to win, and for anyone who uses the argument of, oh, but they can't do that. It was not the right decision. Yeah, neither was not letting Asuka win in 2018. Neither was beating Rhea Ripley in 2020. There's a pattern of behavior. There's a pattern of booking with Charlotte Flair. It is what it is. This match, I was really excited for it when it first got announced. I'm dreading it now because I know that something stupid is going to happen and Charlotte's just going to win. I wouldn't be surprised if Tiffany, even after all of this, ends up back in NXT for a while because I think she has shown that much level of not readiness for a lack of a better way of putting it. But yeah, I don't care about this match. I don't care who wins, but for the sake of picking someone, Charlotte's going to win.
Damn, back to NXT.
All right, so I think a lot of us are stuck in the old vortex here, and rightfully so. But we have to remember that there's two different people in charge of WWE now. If this was still Vince McMahon, I would be more confident that Charlotte is winning. And I think a lot of us are stuck in that vortex when we were so used to seeing Big Dog Roman, Brock Lesnar, and Charlotte Flair, like the three most hated people in WWE at that time, just constantly in the main event scene or winning championships when we were asking for something different, right? Now, maybe I'm wrong. I like to think Triple H is a little bit smarter. I would like to think that. I think Tiffany is winning because I don't think both Royal Rumble winners are winning at WrestleMania. I don't think that's going to happen. And one of the other people involved in the Rumble match, I think, has to win more than the other. If Tiffany were to lose, I wouldn't necessarily feel like she'd be cooked opposed to like Jey Uso losing. Like if Jey Uso lost, I'm like, that's really it for him. I wouldn't feel that way with Tiffany Stratton. However, I do think Tiffany is winning. I don't think this is a Charlotte Flair decision whether I'm going to lose or I'm going to win. I think this is a Triple H like, if you're losing, you're losing. This is WWE, and the business is business. So I feel like if Charlotte wins, maybe it goes to the point that some of y'all made. Maybe it feels like they feel like Tiffany isn't ready yet because she has shown during this build, maybe she kind of really isn't at that level that some people thought she is. Like she has potential. She still has potential, but I think maybe the push is rushed. Maybe they don't feel like she's potentially ready yet. Maybe they could do like a Randy Orton situation where he won the championship very young and then he had to give it back up a month later because he just wasn't ready at that time. They developed him over time. And then by the time he became champion again, he was ready for it, So I still feel like Tiffany should win because that would establish her more. And then you could still kind of figure out, because the only thing I think that's hurting her right now is just the babyface gimmick. If she was a heel, I think it would be a lot better. But if she's going to feud with Charlotte, she can't be the heel because they're not going to cheer Charlotte over Tiffany. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those situations where it's like Charlotte is just so disliked by a majority of the audience. Tiffany kind of has to play that babyface role. So I feel like Tiffany is going to win. If Charlotte does win, I'm not going to say I'm going to be too shocked, but I still don't feel like Tiffany is going to be destroyed after that necessarily.
The only thing I'll say is that normally I agree with you and G and other people have said it when you say we can't base what's going to happen now on what happened 4 years ago because someone different is in charge. But in this particular case, that somebody different happens to be the protege and godson of Ric Flair. I'm just throwing that out there.
I'm
just throwing it out.
I
mean that is true.
Making a lot of sense. I can't
no, I think we're stuck in the old WWE vortex. We've been used to how WWE was previously, where there are certain people who could use that power. And then there was a guy in charge who kind of just let that happen. Like, Hulk Hogan, we always tax him for that. You know what I mean? Like, how can this man just make decisions like that and he's not even in charge? You know what I mean? Like, but I think that's kind of like the old mindset we're just all so used to, because it's just ever since we've been watching wrestling, it's just always been that way for us. You know what I mean? So I just feel like in this scenario, I would like to believe they would do the right thing and put Tiffany over, even if they feel like she's not ready. I still feel like there are ways you can still build her up as champion to try to make it work. Now, if she beats Charlotte and let's say 2-3 months from now it's still not working, then you should take the title off her and then move on to something else if it's still not working. But I feel like this could be a little bit of an experiment. That's just me, though. That's just me. So move on to the next match. Who do you guys have for Jade and Naomi? The first women's match to not have a championship, I believe, I don't know, since like WrestleMania 22 or something like that. It's been
like 22. And that was like a pillow fight.
It was a pillow fight. Lingerie pillow fight.
Vince was wilding back then. I swear to
God. Lingerie pillow fight. So technically, if you want to be realistic, this is the first women's match that does not have a championship involved in a storyline for WrestleMania.
Hey,
I see he got one of my letters because I've been telling him to book feuds that don't need the title for years. So clearly, Triple H, you got one of the messages.
So I'm going to just run through this a little bit. I want to be a little bit different here, or fuck it. I'm gonna say Naomi. I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna pick Naomi to win. I think with this little heel turn, Jade can take the loss and still be fine. I still think she has potential, but she hasn't really shown me anything that she's ready to kind of move up. Naomi has really been ready to move up to me. She just needed a character change. Like the whole glow gimmick had just ran a course for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if she's really going to climb up that ladder further, she got to have a new character change for her. That's really going to at least be something different. And everything she's done so far, the whole presentation has been cool with me. I think it's been working really good. I would like to really see Naomi win Queen of the Ring or Money in the Bank this year. So I think Naomi wins.
Bro, stop still on my takes, man.
I think Naomi wins. For me. I also think Naomi is going to be involved in the women's triple threat as well, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I think Naomi gets the dub here because I still believe Bianca is involved in this story, which they're going to continue to tell. So if Jade wins, it wouldn't be a bad thing because I would understand like why they would have her win, because I do think they have big plans for her. But I'm maybe it's a little bit different. I don't know how y'all feel, but I'm going to go Naomi here. Jade, who do you have?
I don't know. This is a complete toss-up for me. I'm gonna say I think it makes the most sense for Naomi. I don't know how I feel about this match. The build has been very uneven. I feel like I think we're overselling how good the build has been for this because they spent way too much time on the whodunit angle. Way too much time on the whodunit angle when we knew it was either Bianca or Naomi or a combination of both. They didn't spend nearly enough time with Naomi and Jade actually interacting. They've had like 2 interactions this whole time. The video vignettes these last few weeks have been great. Don't get me wrong, but the build for this has been uneven at best. I don't know how I feel about this match. I feel like every WrestleMania, there's always one match that could either steal the show or be the worst match on the card. I think Jade and Naomi has the potential for both, depending on what they decide to go out there and do. But yeah, I guess Naomi, but I say that with no certain confidence at all.
Tio, what's your quick thoughts on this, man? Who do you got?
Let's see. I would say Naomi, just off the fact that Naomi is probably doing the best work in the whole women's division in WWE right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think you take a character like Naomi, who if she loses, it's not going to destroy Naomi's momentum, but Jade can take the loss. Jade will be fine. Jade is like bulletproof at this point. Not gonna lie. And like Jade has said, I think the when it comes to this build, I think it's been good because of Naomi. Not gonna lie. I think Naomi has been carrying this build just based off of her character work and the work she's doing. So you give Naomi to win, have Naomi get into that world title scene later this year, and Jade will be fine. Jade will be fine.
What's your prediction, bro?
Hey, Naomi got to win this. You know what I'm saying? I was in the building for when Naomi admitted to it. She called Bianca a bitch, and that place fucking exploded. So the crowd has already been super on board with this, and Naomi is doing some of the best heel work out of anyone in the company at this moment. So, like Tio said, Jade is going to be cool wherever what she does, even if she doesn't do good in the ring, they're still going to push her. Naomi's been here for a long time, and she needs something like this to not only boost her heel character, but boost her stock in the company and hopefully get a championship run as a heel in this next year. So Naomi needs this for sure.
Random.
I'm the same way. I think Naomi has hit. If obviously if everything goes right for her, she's standing at one point with the world championship above her head. Like, I think she's magnificent right now. Whatever this character is, and Tossel's this. I'm sorry, I don't know if I don't want to say it wrong, but he's right. Naomi's carrying this build for me now. Tio. Sorry, Tio. The only reason I say they spent too long on this because Jade wasn't ready to come back, so they could only do so much with it. You know what I mean? So now Naomi should win this. Jade will be fine. Still keep building her up. I think this match should be physical more than technical. Like, this is a blood. I remember reading the rest. They're saying they're settled. Like, this should not be settled. It should damn near be on site every time they see each other for a while, even after this. So let Naomi win. Jade can take the loss and still build herself up, and eventually, imagine if everything works out with Jade, everything that WWE wants with her, and now Naomi's holding the title, and then Jade's coming back for her. I'm ready for my get back now. Obviously, this is a lot of ifs, right? It's hopefully if Jade works out, if they fully decide to just, you know what, Tiffany ain't working out, Naomi comes, takes the title off of her or somebody like that. Now she's the champ. She's the champ on SmackDown, and she's just cutting promos, whatever this is, because I think she hit on something very special here, and the hopefully the people on SmackDown understand what this is, because she should win Money in the Bank. She should be like, if she's not gonna win the title outright from Tiffany, let her be Money in the Bank, and she stalks Tiffany. Like, I always think this with every Money in the Bank champion, you're just always around her. Just let me see you slip up, Tiffany. You're just always around her. She could be cutting a promo. You just see her in the back walking around. She could be in the ring. I'm there. Like, she could be with whatever this volatile Naomi is with the Money in the Bank briefcase in her hand.
Yeah,
she could be amazing.
G, who you got?
I need to say real quick, James Weezer in chat called me a negative Nancy, and I think I might crash out. Negative Nancy. How the fuck dare you? Negative Nancy.
Got to be a positive Pete, Jade.
G, who you got?
Originally I came in, I said Jade's gonna win, Naomi's just gonna be a heel that loses. But she's been doing enough work to where I wouldn't be surprised if they had a meeting and said, look, Jade, originally you were gonna get this win, but Naomi's doing good work. That proceed with caution. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of catchy. I rock.
That's pretty nasty. Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, like, and honestly, how I think this match is gonna go, I think Jade gonna accidentally run into a turnbuckle that Naomi took off later. You know, what do they call it? Chekhov's gun, the setup and payoff. I think she gonna run into Naomi gonna push her into the turnbuckle, and I think Naomi's new finisher should be that little heat seeker she do. I think that should be the one that like ends the match going forward. I don't want to see a little split leg move, so I don't want to see that. Hit him with that little heat seeker thing that she do, like kind of Randy Orton in the middle of the ropes.
Yeah.
And then just yell at her, see, I told you, proceed with caution. And yes, I agree. I think Naomi should be the person to beat Tiffany after this.
Jason, who you got?
I think I want Naomi to win, but something in me is telling me that they probably gonna use this to big up Jade Cargill even more, which, I mean, I like Jade Cargill, but I would like Naomi to get something more out of this. But as far as who I think they're gonna have win, I think they're probably gonna get a win to Jade Cargill.
Chris?
I agree with Jason 100%. As much as I love everything Naomi has been doing, I think she has been fantastic and the best thing about the women on SmackDown. And I think she deserves the win. But Jade, from day one, when she walked into this company, has been presented like a superstar. And I have it in my gut that they're building all this to lead to a big match with Bianca. And they're just unfortunately using Naomi as a stepping stone heel. I don't agree with it. I think Naomi could get the win and they could extend this feud out. However, on WrestleMania, the biggest stage, I feel like they're going to give the win to Jade Cargill. However, the biggest winner of them all is going to be me watching at home because I love these women. I know they're going to do the best work. I have faith in Jade to really bring it together and put on a show. I don't know about y'all. Maybe it's hope. Maybe it's hope. But I have faith that these two women are going to fucking kill it. Something's telling me it's going to be a really good match, and I'm just going to be enjoying it.
Jade's going to be hungry to go out there and do well. That's what
I'm saying. Like, I really feel like they're going to put on a show.
Last WrestleMania didn't go well for her on social media, so I think she's going to be hungry to go out there and do well. So, yeah, it could be great. I've got hopes for it.
All right, so we got 2 matches left from the first night. We can run through U.S. Championship match, Jacob Fatu and LA Knight, 1-on-1 match. I'm kind of surprised that they were going to make this like a multi-man match too, but it's just a 1-on-1 match between the two. So my prediction might actually be a little bit different than y'all's, but I actually think LA Knight's going to win. I think Solo is either going to accidentally or purposely cost Jacob this match, and they're going to extend their feud there. Because LA Knight just got the U.S. Championship back, and I think they kind of need to do him justice by not having his first U.S. Championship run be as good as it was. Like, it was starting off really good. Then they had him lose to Shinsuke randomly and did nothing with Shinsuke for like 3 months, and then he just won it back. And Jacob has to lose at some point, and I think if he were to lose in that fashion, that would be perfectly fine. Like, maybe Solo is jealous of Jacob moving up and doing stuff without him. And if they either want to accidentally do it or purposely do it, that can cause Jacob to even crash out more. Because I think they're bound to have a Solo and Jacob interaction stuff. And then LA Knight can still win and be U.S. champion, and moving forward. So that's what I see happening. Jacob wins, and I mean, that's not an issue, but I feel like LA Knight's going to win because of that. So, Jay, what do you have?
I mean, you're right. Fatu's got to lose at some point. But it ain't going to be on Saturday. Nope. Jacob Fatu's going to clean that boy's clock. I love LA Knight. I really do. I'm glad that we're getting Jacob versus LA instead of Shinsuke. I think Las Vegas is going to love LA Knight. I think he might get the pop of the night, honestly. It's going to be fantastic. I think Fatu winning makes sense either way. Again, Malik, you said maybe he loses and it further drives a wedge. Or maybe he wins and it further pushes him more ahead of Solo as the leader of the group because now he's the one with the gold. But I don't think LA – I've seen some chatter online that LA might go out there and get squashed. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that would be a mistake.
That would be interesting.
But I definitely got Jacob Fatu winning on Saturday.
Teal?
Yeah, I got Jacob Fatu winning. I think it's – I've said it before on my videos, but it's a 2-bird, 1-stone situation. You have Jacob Fatu win, and you legitimize that mid-card scene on SmackDown, definitely a lot more. And then LA Knight, not going to lie, it's time for him to get into some type of main event scene. I don't even think he should be in this mid-card scene. I think you have LA Knight lose, and then since that draft is coming up, you put him on Raw because that world championship scene on Raw is kind of like after no matter who
fit in there.
Gunther and Jade, it's kind of like who else do you have like over there? So you put LA Knight over there. And I think that's the situation we're going to
Seth's technically a part of it. CM Punk's technically a part of it. The problem is they're on SmackDown because Roman's on SmackDown.
They're never like they're a part of it, but it's like they for some reason they're never involved with the title. I think
you can't right now. They got a blood feud going on because if Roman didn't exist, then maybe you could do something with that. But you're right because even then I still think they need help up there in the main event on Raw.
They definitely need it. Outside of like Seth and CM Punk is really like they. Who else do you have like over there? Unless you're gonna move Braun Breaker up, which they might do, but it's like you still need more main eventers on Raw, like outside of just Punk and Rollins.
Love, who do you have?
I'm gonna give it to LA Knight mainly because I think Solo should pull a WrestleMania 39 and intentionally make sure that Jacob loses so they can lead to a Solo and Jacob match at SummerSlam. LA Knight losing the belt in the first place. I wish it didn't happen. In my head, it didn't even happen. LA Knight's has been champion this entire time. You feel me? So, I mean, I completely ignore Shinsuke's part of this. I love his new character, but they did nothing with him with the belt, as we all know. But LA Knight, I think the only way that this match works, as far as the finish goes, he needs to make sure that as much he just keeps trying to hit the BFT, he can't hit it. The whole night has to be about him hitting the BFT. So when he finally does hit it, it's like, he hit the move and he pins Jacob like that. So LA Knight wins.
Yeah, in this match, maybe Jacob doesn't even get pinned. Maybe it's just like Solo gets in disqualification or something, you know. And maybe they could do something like that. Like,
yeah,
they could do something that route where LA keeps the title and then Jacob now cracks out even more. Like, you still involved in my business. You know what I mean? Like, stay out of my way.
I will say I'm not crazy about disqualifications at WrestleMania. I hate that. I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, but if it makes sense for the story, I'm okay with it. I mean,
I just don't want to put that. I really would hate that. I would hate that.
Random, who do you have?
I like if LA Knight didn't lose to Shinsuke. I'm sorry, I know it didn't exist in Laffy's universe, in Laf's universe. Then I would have Fatu winning. But since he lost, I just think the fact that you can have I think a compelling feud. I know people don't like Solo, but he's gotten remarkably better since he's been gone. Since he had you on his own. You can just let that feud happen. You got to keep building up the mid-card thing, the mid-card scene on SmackDown, because you got to figure out who the next challengers are. So that's me. I got LA Knight winning. I'm not like a booker like them, even though it would be crazy to finally see him hit the BFT on Jacob. But let Solo screw him and let Solo and Fatu beat each other up for months, and I'd be there for it. I was there locked in every time him and Braun Strowman fought. And I was just a feud on weekly TV, and I was like, absolutely, I'm here for this. So let him and Solo do the same thing, basically.
G.
I really want LA Knight to have a good run, but sometimes you just gotta strap the rocket to somebody, and let's go. That based on the way they have presented Jacob Fatu on TV. There is no way I feel like you can walk out of Mania without him winning. Now, technically you can. But I'm with Jade. I am not a fan of disqualifications at WrestleMania. So unless there's a ref bunt and Solo, Tama Tonga, is the other one still injured? If they all come in and triple power bomb and put him through a table and like just put him down. But even then, I've seen Jacob Fatu pop up from stuff like that. So, in one way, if you have LA Knight retained, that means he has to get pinned. And I don't see the way they presented Jacob Fatu on TV, how you can genuinely get away with that. Like, so much, like Solo distracting or costing him shouldn't be enough for Jacob Fatu to get pinned. And nothing against LA Knight, but by the likes of LA Knight, that BFT, yeah, I'll rock with you, but that BFT ain't finna keep Jacob down. It's not.
Damn.
Like, did he pop up from one?
I think so.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, probably.
Or like somebody. I think I remember somebody hitting him with like a DDT, or like they spiked his head on the ground and he popped back up. Like
he popped back up.
What?
Awesome.
Like
he's fucking awesome.
Bro, this nigga. If I'm not mistaken, did he not pop up from a Cody cutter too?
Yeah,
like a super Cody cutter.
Yes,
popped up. Yeah, like
he's crazy.
I understand why y'all say Solo would cost him, but they would have to have a ref bunt and just absolutely put him down in order for me to see Jacob Fatu being pinned just by the way they presented him on TV. I think
somebody in chat just had a really interesting theory. What if Tonga Loa comes back and helps Fatu win, and then in the carnage after, the three of them kick Solo out of the group, and then it's Fatu and the Tongans and Solo's on the outside looking in?
I would much rather prefer that.
Yeah, I'd like that actually.
I was like, I'd much rather prefer
not
that.
bad.
It's not a bad
idea. Jason, who do you have here?
I'm completely on the side of Jacob Fatu winning. As far as LA Knight goes, I feel like it really wouldn't do him any good to win this match and continue being U.S. champion, because after he gets done with it, who's he gonna feud with for the United States Championship? Like, it's not Carmelo Hayes because he's with the Miz. Like, it's not Shinsuke because he's about to leave. We're not about to go back down the Andrade route. So it's just like, at this point, I understand he just got the belt back, but realistically, he should have never lost it in the first place. And if he did lose it, it should have been to somebody like Carmelo Hayes. But that didn't happen, and I'm not the one booking, so it is what it is. But in terms of LA Knight, I feel like he has to lose this match and be promoted up permanently to the main event scene. He needs to be competing for the world championship. Him still being in the mid-card scene doesn't really do it for me. He needs to be in the main event scene, and you need to have Jacob Fatu win this match and then him and Solo can have their little feud for the United States Championship. Like that would make much more sense to me, especially considering the work that both of them have put into the whole bloodline storyline, especially Solo. I feel like both of them are deserving of having any feud that they have revolve around the United States Championship. So I feel like Jacob Fatu is going to win, and I feel like he absolutely should win. There's no way he should lose.
Okay. Chris?
I'm gonna keep this short and sweet, just like this match should be. Fatu should be squashing LA Knight. I love LA Knight, but I think LA Knight should hit a BFT within 30 seconds to a minute of this match. Jacob pops up and just destroys this man. This match shouldn't go longer than 5 minutes. Jacob Fatu should win the title. Strap the rocket to him, just like G Baby said. Like it's time for LA Knight to move on from the US title. And what better way to do that than just let somebody like Jacob Fatu loose and give him the title, give him the big win at WrestleMania? Because there is, in my mind, if Solo comes out and screws Jacob Fatu, there's nothing worse they could do booking wise. That would just kill it. There's no reason for that. So just let Jacob squash LA Knight, give him the title, and let's move on.
The only problem I have with squash theory, just real quick, sequentially, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me for someone like LA Knight to get their ass kicked at WrestleMania that soundly and then come out on Raw and say, let me talk to you. I want a world championship match. Something feels off about that. So I'm okay.
But it's WWE. They do it all
losing.
the time.
I'm okay with LA Knight losing and going to the main event scene, but I feel like he's got to at least put up a fight in order to make that happen.
I'm not saying not put up a fight, but I'm saying like he should get his ass kicked.
Like the ending sequence, like what you're saying is like the ending sequence of Jacob Fatu winning. You know? Like LA Knight should start off hot, but when Jacob Fatu gets rolling, like LA Knight.
Yeah, like once he gets rolling, that's exactly that.
And
a little bit better with words.
You can protect LA Knight by having Jacob Fatu. Whoa, you can protect LA Knight by having Jacob Fatu hit like 4 quote unquote finishers. Like do that little hip attack into the corner because they're trying to make that like a devastating move. Pull him out. Hit him with like a brain buster, and then go jump up and do a move and do your jumping moonsault. You know, and do a second one for good measure. Like do a second one for good measure. Like before you even attempt to pin. Like not even a kick out, just hip attack, brain buster, 2 moonsaults. Like you can protect LA Knight like that.
Yeah, like
so. The last match of night 1, the world title match, Gunther versus Jey. To touch on this a bit. I feel like this should open WrestleMania for the first match for Saturday. But I also feel like out of everybody on WrestleMania, I feel like the person who needs to win more than anybody would have to be Jey Uso. Now, I'm not really like a huge like Jey Uso like crazy fan, but he's really over. And I feel like if you gave him the Rumble win, which was super unexpected among a lot of people, just to have him go 0-4 against Gunther is kind of wild to me, bro. Like for 2 years consistently, he's been over. He's had multiple opportunities. Some of those he lost for storyline purposes. We get it. But it's like none of us were expecting him to even be in the world title scene at WrestleMania. And since you went this route, Gunther, I think, can take the loss. And he's shown to be a Triple H guy who will be perfectly fine. Gunther is going to be a champion again. I get that he's kind of had the same storyline this year like he had last year, but he lost last year and then he won the King of the Ring right afterwards, so it didn't really affect him. I feel like Gunther losing is just a must at this point. For Jey to lose after the whole story they've been telling and then giving him the Rumble win, which is super unexpected, just for him to lose again to Gunther, to me, does more harm to him than anything. Because if Jey Uso loses, in my mind, to me, it's like, why should we still care about this guy? As far as like being a potential main event level, like why should you, from a storyline perspective, convince us that we should still invest our time or care enough to believe Jey Uso has the potential to reach that main event level or to be established at that level if he's not going to be Gunther at WrestleMania? So sometimes you got to do the right thing, whether you like Jey Uso or not, or don't like Jey Uso. It doesn't really matter at this point. Sometimes in wrestling, winning and losing matter sometimes. And this is one of those situations where it's like one guy really needs to win over the other. I really feel like Jey Uso has to win this match. If he does not win this match, then I don't see any other opportunities where we could look at down the line where it's like it makes the most sense for him to finally be established, bro. Like they've had multiple chances. They stretched it out long enough. I think it's time to pull the trigger.
I completely agree. I've really got nothing else to add aside from the fact that I was really worried about the build of this match up until the last 2 weeks, and then they saved it with the Jimmy. By the way, if you were in that crowd chanting "Yeet" in the middle of that promo, fuck you. Seriously, this is why I hate American. Okay, whatever. That's neither here nor there. Jesus Christ, that annoyed the fuck out of me. But yeah, Jey Uso has to win, much like Cody last year had to win. Yeah, Jay's got to win. I still have questions about the kind of champion Jey can be because a catchphrase only carries you so far. But we'll see. We'll see what happens after. But
that's a big concern. But it's like it's one of those situations where it's like you won't know until you try it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like none of us know if Jey Uso can be a good world champion. It may succeed, it may fail, but it's better to just try it and figure it out than opposed to just not doing it at all, especially after everything you've done with him.
Well, I feel better about this match in particular because we got a little bit of main event Jey last week in that promo, and I think that saved the build.
His entrance is going to be great.
Jade, it's a fair concern to worry about what's going to happen after, but he literally just has to do one thing. Do not go back to acting like you're the underdog. That's all you have to do.
Yeah. And
your world title run will be fine because it's not going to be long. It's going to be a Damian Priest type title run. Effective. It did its job. Right? And now you're a star. Now you're a credible main eventer. That's all he has to do is not go back to acting like an underdog. That's
great example.
Right.
Great example to support your point. And I'm sorry, I know we got to get around to everybody else. When Kofi Kingston won the world title, I was really concerned about the quality of his title reign. And a lot of people, it's not for everybody. But the one thing that I really loved about Kofi's title reign is that when Owens and Ziggler and Joe and whoever else went out there and talked shit, Kofi didn't back up and say, "Oh, I don't think I can do this." He stepped up and he said, "No, I'm the champ. If you want a piece of me, come get it." Kofi acted like the man, and that lent a credibility to his title reign that I was worried wasn't going to. That's what Jey needs to be. He doesn't need to be having this, "Oh man, I don't think I can do it." He needs to go out there and be the man the same way that Kofi did.
He got to do it now, especially after what Jimmy happened. Yeah.
I mean, because the flip side to that, and then I'm done because I already have my thoughts. But Sammy, when he first beat Gunther, was still walking around like, "Oh well, I don't like." Shut up, nigga! You just beat Gunther.
You just beat Gunther.
Stop acting soft. Like as long as he does that, his world title run will be fine.
Yeah. For me personally, like as the vice president, because I'm still got to argue with Luis about who's the actual president of the Gunther Glaze Club. Look, obviously it was the moment Jey Uso won the Rumble, I was like, okay, he's beating Gunther for the title. That's but thank God the last couple of weeks happened, like Jade said, that they were able to pick it up. I had a lot of people mad at Jey because he just immediately didn't put his hands on Gunther. I was like, I thought he was telling you what was going to happen. And like you said, if they did this, if Jey had this promo in Brussels, it would have come over a lot better than it did last week. Now, I have this tinfoil hat theory that Jey, sure, we say John Cena sold it. I don't think John Cena fully sold it. I think Jay's the one who sold himself out to The Rock. Think about everything that's with the meteoric rise that Jay's had. I think Jey could do it. Y'all could hate. Hold up. Let me cook.
This where you start losing me.
Let me cook. Everything that's happened. Everything that's happened. Let Jey do. First of all, unless he's going to fully become a babyface main event Jey Uso that I'm supposed to believe, commit. Let The Rock come out. He gets it, and let him take the run as because the minute John Cena wins the title, it's just a run to see how quick he can get to babyface. He might, because Santo told me this, and he really saw him. The minute John Cena wins the title from Cody, he's gonna look at it and he's gonna be like, "I made a mistake. This wasn't worth it. Not to win this way."
What?
Look, fellas. I'm only saying because I really do have to go. I got to go see my girl. But I think. Go ahead, share me all that. But I'm telling you, I think he's the one it's either him or Seth Rollins. and Seth Rollins makes less sense than Jey Uso.
What? Oh my god! No, it doesn't.
What a way to drop the mic!
After,
Like,
oh my god! Oh my god!
Wait to just drop the
But-
hand grenade.
But to answer that question, Jey Uso's winning. Obviously, Jey Uso's winning, and I hope that he does everything. He acts like he's the man because he is. He looks at Roman at one point and says, I never needed you. You didn't believe in me. Now look where I'm at. Like these things that Jey could say once he has that strap around his belt, throw the underdog title away. Like, you're Gucci, bro. You're Gucci.
Yeah.
Now carry yourself that way because there's a reason why you fought your way to the top. You beat John Cena in a Royal Rumble, bro. You beat John Cena in a Royal Rumble, and you haven't capitalized that until the last 2 weeks like you should have. Now, obviously, I'm adding my tinfoil hat theory to it because I think that'd be fire. But yeah, we can argue about it another time.
Why would The Rock want Jey Uso? He's a loser.
He's not.
Why would he want Jey Uso?
Because he's gonna have the strap. He's gonna have the strap around him.
I mean, John Cena been a loser for like 7 years though, too. So.
Yeah.
At least John Cena got 15 years of the GOAT behind him. What Jey Uso got as a single.
But Jey Uso, for Jey Uso to be as popular as he is right now, just turn him heel. That's kind of nasty.
I'm just saying.
That'd be fucking sick.
Also, the only reason I'm saying this is on the possibility that for some reason Cena loses. Now, if Cena wins, keep that babyface run going. Keep it going, right?
So if Cena loses, you're like, back up. Let's get Jey Uso.
What?
Come on, man.
Because if Cena loses, what was the point of the heel turn, G baby? What was the point of the heel turn if he loses?
So my backup plan is not Jey Uso.
Jey Uso got this. Okay. So you're telling me if the Rock's like, I wanted Cena to win. I want to see him win. He loses, right? Now what do you got? What am I going to do?
Other names you can go get,
but none of them.
Braun Breaker.
None of them have
back. I don't.
None
care.
of them. None of them have the G baby. None of them have the top strap. None of them do. None of them do. Jey Uso does.
The world title, is it the top strap though? Isn't Cody?
That's what I'm about to ask. That's what I'm about to ask. Like, let's not.
I feel like if Cody wins, then The Rock just finds somebody else to do what John Cena couldn't do. I mean, that's all.
I promise you, Jey Uso not gonna be the one.
Yeah, that theory.
Nah, yeah. I mean,
I got to workshop it because me and G Baby gonna argue about this.
I mean, to turn Jey Uso heel with as over as he is right now, I can understand if it was getting a little stale, but like his popularity is so high right now, it's crazy. Like,
but fellas, I gotta go. I wish I had more time, but this has been fun. If Cena loses, I will riot. I will go to Las Vegas and I will start burning casinos down because he should win.
We will riot together, bro.
Real. Like, come on now. Come on now, Cody. You brought up all the belts. You brought all the belts. Just to say something. Don't come on now. Come on now, Cody. Come on now. Whatever. I'll see y'all later, fellas.
All right. Peace.
Lafa, who do you got here?
Hey man, I've been extremely critical of Jey Uso because I've not been a fan of the whole yeet shit at all. I've been a part of the entrance. I understand the catchphrases and all the shit. It's just him being world champion to me. I don't feel good about it. I don't feel this company has done a good job. I know we're in a different administration, but I just don't feel like this company has shown me the ability to have a super babyface, have a really good championship run. And I think I'm really worried if he does win that they're going to give him a really bad, like was already brought up, Sami Zayn type run. I can't believe I did it, y'all. Like I don't want to see that. Thankfully, he finally brought back some of that right hand man energy, which that was the Jey Uso that I've always believed in. You know what I'm saying? I never understood the whole thing of like, people turned on him. I don't think anyone turned on Jey. I think I've always seen like you built up Jey as this right-hand man person, and then you just completely turned his character to something different. So if people were invested into the bloodline version of him, and do you turn him into a catchphrase version of him, people are probably gonna be like, oh, this is two different people. It's the same person, but two different characters. I'm not really invested in this direction. So I understand why people turn.
People didn't turn on him until he won the Rumble.
I don't think that's true.
I 100% believe because literally, and I get we always say the internet isn't a real place. But this discourse for Jey Uso, nobody was tripping when everybody was mad he kept losing. Everybody was heated he kept losing. Why are you wasting his momentum? And
What about
then
the Braun
he won
Breaker
the
thing, though?
Rumble, and nobody wanted to see that.
What about Braun Breaker though? What about the IC champ when he went through Braun Breaker though?
Yeah, they.
And then they were mad
even
that
that
it was
was at the
wasted
start of
for
it.
2 weeks. And then they were mad he lost it 2
But I
weeks
think
later.
that was the start of it. I think that was the first inkling. They were like,
But
okay,
it
there's
wasn't.
something wrong here.
They weren't turning on Jey Uso. They were mad at the decision. They said you
I
shouldn't
don't
have done
know.
that because we had people on this pod for weeks saying just strap the rocket to Jey Uso. Just strap the rocket to Jey Uso. Just strap the rocket to Jey Uso. That nigga won the Rumble. All of a sudden, ain't nobody want to see that shit. All of a sudden, we've been begging on this pod for years. You can't call a main event Jey Uso if he can't win the main event. They finally decided to do it, right? Because again, that IC title, I knew that wasn't gonna be long because I said we need him for War Games. I was like, we need him for War Games, and he's not walking in with the strap. So that was cute, right? I think him fighting Gunther at Saturday night's main event, kind of like that was weird, but I get you needed a title match. And if you were gonna give him this Rumble win the whole time, me personally, I wouldn't have had that match. I would have figured out something else. But nevertheless, the second he won that match, it was like a shift. Not in the crowd, but we talk online because if you're not looking at the crowd, that's where we're looking. There was a huge shift with Jey Uso. The same ones I was talking about, oh yeah, we need to give him a run at the world title and push him to strap the rocket to him. That was like, man, nobody want to see that shit.
Well, think about it.
It came at the behest of John Cena because I think
that's part of it too. Cena's on the retirement tour, so he does that. They're like, oh, now that, you know.
But now, Jey Uso been the same nigga for 2 years. Now all of a sudden we hear he can't wrestle. 3 moves of doom. Super kick merchant. He was doing that when y'all wanted to see him get pushed. Like he's been doing the same shit. All he did was add the spear. That's all he did.
Gotta get rid of that shit. I hate that shit. You gotta get rid of that shit. I don't know why he does the spear. No one is even explaining that shit to me at all. But I think Gunther should win anyway. I think Jey is gonna be fine. I think even if Jey loses, he come out there, everyone will eat still. I think he's super fine.
He will not be fine, Bob.
This is absolutely the end all be all for Jey Uso. This is like he's not bouncing back from this shit. Like even if they eat with him afterwards, he will be forever cooked. If they do all of this shit just to line him up against Gunther and have him get his ass whooped one more time. He done lost all them championship matches in the past. He done lost against Gunther like 3-4 straight times. So like there's no way that they can have Jey Uso be as over as he is right now and then have him lose to Gunther at WrestleMania. And then Jey Uso's not gonna be fine at all. He's gonna be. We talking about cook. He's gonna be absolutely fucking cooked. There's no coming back.
Even if you put him back in the tag team division, it's not gonna be the same.
If Jey Uso loses to Gunther, he still may get some reactions here and there, but nobody.
He is, but
it's gonna be like a Braun Strowman situation where it's like nobody's gonna care anymore. Like when they didn't have Braun Strowman beat Brock Lesnar all those times, people were like, we don't care anymore. Why should we care anymore? It's not gonna happen. And then by the time he actually became the champion, nobody cared. You know what I mean? So like. This is one of those scenarios where, like,
it's a layup on the fast break.
You have to have the guy win, yeah. Like you gave him the Royal Rumble win, bro. Like
over John Cena,
over Punk, Rollins, Roman. Like they gave him the Royal Rumble win, bro. Like I don't feel like they would have did that if they really weren't believing in like, yeah, we're gonna establish him. I think it's time, bro. He might have the most unpredictable Royal Rumble win in the history of Royal Rumbles, bro.
Yeah.
Because going into that match, how many people picked Jey Uso?
There was like 13 Hall of Famers in that match.
I did.
And Jey Uso won it.
I didn't.
Because you gotta remember the week before.
I thought CM Punk was winning.
The week before, he lost to Gunther in the world title. Man, that was when we were all like, oh, it's over. It's over for him. We ain't see no potential.
The only reason there's hope for Jey Uso now is because he won that Rumble. If he didn't win that Rumble and then was trying to fight, nobody would care about this match. Not a soul would care about the match. Because why? How are you getting another title match after I just saw you walk? Like, the first time he fought Gunther, okay, Jimmy cost you. All right, cool, fine. The second time, you put in a good fight, but, hey, it's Gunther. The third time, all right, gang, like, you've done this 3 times now. What more can we do? And then he won the Rumble, so it's like, okay, that's a story you were kind of telling, but we got distracted with everybody else. Okay, cool. If he don't win this one, yeah, bro.
It's clips.
You know what this is like? You know what this is like? Jey Uso losing to Gunther again is like the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl, bro. Like, how many times you gonna go to Super Bowl and not win.
Lose.
You feel me? Like 4 straight Super Bowls and you couldn't win one. Not one.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
Oh, no.
That'd be really rough. Honestly,
God.
Jey Uso needs to, and he will win this match. I don't think the title reign is going to be very long. It's going to be a very Damian Priest-esque reign. Like, it needs to be a solid 2-3 months. Call it a day, and he'll be established as a main eventer. And yeah, you can have many people take that title off of him. My vote would be Drew McIntyre. I think Drew needs a big win at Mania. Spoiler alert, that is my pick for the Drew and Damian Priest. But yeah, I think he should be the one to take the title off Jey. So
That's actually a good one because there's a story.
I like Drew McIntyre. Yeah.
I think Drew deserves it too.
Before this heel
Drew
turn,
put in a hell of a shift last.
Before this heel turn, I was wanting Drew to be the one to beat Cody for the title. So I would like Drew McIntyre to. I think his world title push is long overdue. So
yeah, that's a good one. I'm not gonna lie.
But we all collectively have Jey Uso, so we can move on to night 2. Y'all want to start with the main event, or you want to do that?
Let's start with the main event. I gotta get ready to go.
Oh, okay, we can do that. We can do that then.
Just because I want to talk about it real quick before I bounce.
All right, so we'll start with the main event. We'll start with Cody and Cena, and then we'll dive into the other matches. So some of us have spoke up here about it before a little bit briefly. So we'll kind of put our 2 cents in a little bit, and then we'll let the other guys talk who are a part of it. So I'll let G go after, and then Jade, because we've all kind of talked about it on here a couple of times. So it's kind of up in the air for me. I feel like I'm still gonna go with John Cena. I feel like with the heel turn, it just makes the most sense for him to win because of that. And then I see Cody having another chase to the title because he's clearly going to win the championship again. Somebody, I don't know I think it was G. He said that he sees, you said Roman versus, was it Roman and Punk or something that happened at SummerSlam?
I said Punk Cena for me is the SummerSlam main.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think SummerSlam is Cody and Cena again. They're running it back, and Cody's taking the title back from John Cena. I think he's gonna have a whole long run to try to get it back. Because I think they probably do Roman and Punk at SummerSlam. I think they're gonna have Cody go through like these obstacles where it's like he gets screwed at Mania. Well, let me say this: if The Rock doesn't show up at WrestleMania, there's not a chance John Cena's winning. I'm gonna say that. I don't think John Cena's gonna win unless The Rock somehow is involved screwing Cody. Because I would imagine that would be their master plan after what we saw at the Elimination Chamber, where like they come together. I never really looked at it as The Rock was selling, or Cena was selling his soul. It's kind of more of like they both want the same thing in the end, and they come together to get the ultimate results. That's how I'm kind of looking at it. The Rock's never wanted Cody to be the champion. He tried to screw him last year. It didn't work. Cena already explained why he turned heel and why he's doing what he does. So I'm looking at, okay, they came together for a big plan to take down Cody to have some ultimate master plan in the end. So that's how I'm looking at it. So I think it makes the most sense for Cena to win. And then I think Cena and Punk have a feud after that for the championship. That's why I think Roman gets pinned in the triple threat, because I think that adds the tension for the Seth and Roman feud, because Seth has never won at Punk in the main event. And then if Roman gets pinned by Punk and CM Punk wins the main event, that just drives Seth even more crazier, because like, bro, he shouldn't have been in this spot. I tried to take him out of this spot, and then you put him in this spot, and then you just let him win the match. Like that's how I kind of think they're going to go in that storyline direction. So that's just what I see. If Cody wins, I'm not going to say I would be mad at it. I would kind of be like, where do we go? Like from here, it would kind of be more interesting. Like what direction do you go in after that? Do they go in the Randy Orton direction? I'm not exactly sure, but I think it just makes the most sense with the heel turn for Cena to win. And now you have John Cena, who for the first time ever will have a heel run as champion, which has never been done before. And then I just think Cody tries to just John Cena's whole thing was he wants to ruin wrestling, right? That's his whole gimmick. I'm gonna take the title and retire with it and ruin wrestling. And I think the whole story is for him to win at Mania, and then Cody has to try to prevent that from happening, like trying to get back to him. Like, I got to make sure that doesn't happen type stuff. And Cena will have other feuds in between, like with Punk. Maybe they throw Randy in there as well one last time, like the nostalgia feuds, AJ Styles that we all want to see until they get back to the end point. So that's what I personally see happening. That's the direction I think they should go in for WrestleMania. So, Jade, I'll let you go, and then G, and then we'll let everybody else.
Yeah. I try not to make picks based on what I think will happen with other matches. I try just to base it on what's already happened and just gut feeling. Sometimes it's hard to ignore, but I don't know. I just for some reason I have a gut feeling that Cody's going to win. Not to say that Cena isn't going to beat Cody and take that title at some point. I think it would make a lot of sense if Cody beating Cena sort of sit, because Cena has been a heel and he's done heel things, but we haven't really seen him cross over that line yet that we're expecting him to cross over. And I think losing to Cody at WrestleMania in front of God and everybody would be enough to send him over that line. And then I think maybe on Raw this coming Monday or, next Monday is when we see The Rock and Cena really come together, because Cena says, I didn't do it. I need your help. If you want this belt off Cody, you're going to have to come help me. And then The Rock shows up. But again, it's just a gut feeling. I know that everyone's probably going to pick Cena, and I wouldn't mind it, and it wouldn't surprise me. But I think I'm feeling Cody for whatever reason. That's just my gut feeling right now.
Okay. G?
I'm going to keep this as much as I possibly can to under 45 seconds. There are 3 people at WrestleMania that I feel absolutely positively have to win. Jey Uso, CM Punk, and John freaking Cena. If John Cena loses this match at WrestleMania, I don't care what he does for the rest of the year. I don't care what he does because it's pointless. Again, I already can't stand when freshly turned heels lose off rip. John Cena just turned heel. It would be absolutely fucking stupid if he lost, in my personal opinion. Nothing against anybody else. It would be absolutely fucking stupid, because then what was the fucking point? He could have lost as a babyface, and we could have, bye, see you later, win your little IC title, become a Grand Slam champion. You cannot do arguably one of the biggest heel turns since Hogan and not capitalize with the title. Like, I'm sorry, you just can't. You made your bed, and now you need to lay in it.
Tio? I'll go for Tio, and then Loff, and then Chris, and then JC. You guys can go in that order.
Yeah, forget what G Baby saying. Cody's winning this match. No, let me stop.
Boy, you almost.
Yeah, you can't. You just can't have Cena, like the face of babyface himself, Superman himself, turn heel, all for him to lose the championship match. I see some people saying like it makes sense of Cena to win as a babyface, but I'd say he wins it as a heel, and then like I think someone said it earlier, he realizes, this wasn't worth it, and then he turns babyface while still having the title. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's where he loses it. But yeah, Cena has to win here. I'm not gonna lie. Also, it's more interesting for Cody too. Cody can go on kind of like just like this arc where he can disappear. Like Cody can be like, I failed the WWE. I failed them. And he kind of he has to get that confidence back or get that
the best day of my life
to get his belt back from Cena. So yeah, the most entertaining way and the best way they can go is Cena winning it. Cena has to win it.
Yeah, I think to add on to that too, this could help make Cody even a bigger babyface by having him losing and going on another chase. You know what I mean? Just like disappearing or whatever they want to do with that story. But I mean, there's a lot of, I think it makes it more interesting for Cena to win at this stage. You know what I mean? Especially with the whole ruined wrestling type stuff. Like I think that would make more sense. So I agree. Loff?
It's GOAT season. Cody, as soon as Cena said fuck you, it's fuck you. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, this is the way it is. Cody, me and you were cool before, you know what I'm saying? Roman Reigns, all that stuff. You finish the story, fuck you, nigga. It's over with. You're done. Cena wins by submission. That's all I want, you know what I'm saying? I don't think we should see attitude adjustment for a while. I think he should only win by STF for like this whole entire run, just because heel submission, that's just me. But yeah, Cody, you're cooked, buddy. It's over for you.
Chris, I'll let you talk and then you can go ahead and bounce.
All right, so everything Laugh just said, plus 100, man. I totally agree, and I love it. You said don't abandon the attitude adjustment, but he's winning with that STF. I don't think Cody's gonna tap out. He's gonna pass out a bloody mess.
That's cool too.
I'm calling it. The Rock is showing up. There is no way Dwayne does not show up for this. If he does, you can clear 20 minutes out of your schedule, bro. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, walk your ass down to the ring. Tell the ref if he disqualifies Cena, he's fired, just like he did last year. Let Cena beat him down with some brass knuckles. I just beat him down with a chair like Stone Cold did at WrestleMania 17, and then put him in an STF until he passes out. I don't care. That's how we doing it. John Cena winning 17.
Jason, you've been waiting for this day.
Oh my God! Look, I ain't even gonna lie. It's nearing that time, and I gotta dip out too. But I'm glad we got to this before I got to, because the past year has been one of the worst years of my life. Seeing this blonde bastard be world champion. He won the title, and there was nothing I could do about it because I wasn't the one booking it. Now, John Cena is finally back, and I ain't even gonna lie. Growing up, I was more of a Batista guy, and I still am. Batista, that's my dog. But I always kind of rock with John Cena. Now, I'm a full-on chain gang soldier. Like, real shit. I want John Cena to do Cody Rhodes the worst way. I need Dwayne to show up and do exactly what Chris said. Look, he gonna hit him with these brass knucks, and if you disqualify him, you fucking fired. And don't mess with me either, because you know how I get down. I need that from The Rock, and I need John Cena to just completely obliterate Cody Rhodes, because I am sick. I'm sick. I'm sick of his ass. I can't stand him. I'm sorry. I need John Cena to just complete the mission, because even of taking my bias out of it, it makes no sense to have one of the top 2 heel turns of all time being John Cena, and then have him turn around and lose the fucking title match. That shit makes no sense. At that point, his heel turn was for nothing. And like G Baby said, I don't give a fuck about anything else he got to do for the rest of the year. Like, have that man win. Like, that's the only decision. Like, him, he gotta win.
We talk about Super Cody. You be a heel John Cena with The Rock? Yeah, nah.
You gotta go.
Get out of here.
You're cooked, buddy.
We ride it dawn. If Cody wins, we ride it dawn.
Yeah, the only way I feel like Cena would win though would be if The Rock shows up. Like, I don't think he's gonna do it alone.
Oh, he gonna be there.
Yeah,
I'm assuming he's gonna be
there.
there.
No way Dwayne don't show up for this.
I would assume he's gonna be there. What I would like for them to do the final SmackDown next week when Cena comes out and everything, have Rock show up. I would like for them to tell Cody what they're gonna do. Like, you're screwed. We're screwing you at WrestleMania. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do.
This year is gonna be different. You can bring out whoever you want. You're done this year. We're screwing you. I'm letting you know. This is what is happening. I'm coming out during the match. We're gonna beat your ass, and we're gonna make sure you lose the title. I'm just giving you a fair warning. You don't have to be blindsided or whatever. I'm telling you, this is what we're doing. That way you know. And I think that would add more suspicion, because you're like, okay, they're telling Cody what he's going to do. No way they're going to let that happen. And then it actually happens. That's what I would like to see them do.
It happens.
Like when Roman said he was going to stack them and pin them.
Yeah,
and then he actually did it. I was like,
I didn't believe
you have another way. You have another way.
I could have sworn Edge was winning that match. I did not believe Roman when he said that.
I would like for The Rock to do that. Like, to him to come out, explain his side, the plan, because he hasn't explained his side yet since the Chamber. Lay it all out. Had this planned out for months. I'm gonna let you know this is what's gonna happen. You ain't gonna be blindsided at WrestleMania. You're getting screwed. Montreal screw job type style. You're getting screwed. Put him in the STF. Ring the bell. Ring that damn bell. Ring the bell.
Can we just make sure we do it like in a backstage vignette so we can cut and edit it down? Because if he says that in the ring, we're gonna be there for an hour.
Oh yeah, no,
make it the last segment.
That's a solid 45 minutes.
That's a 45-minute promo from
The Rock gonna talk for 15 minutes about, I was working out,
clanging and banging.
The Rock
clanging and banging.
He was in that gym working out, and you know what he thought about? He thought about Mama Rhodes. Oh my god!
And he's gonna come out and call the fans crackheads, and
all that stuff.
So.
And all of them sleep with their sisters. And
y'all think Stone Cold coming too though? I think they can do it.
If Stone Cold sticks his bald head into this match,
he should help though. I think
I will throw out every Stone Cold thing.
If Stone Cold comes out, if Rock and Cena are beating up Cody, Stone Cold's glass shatters. Stone Cold comes out. Everybody's gonna help Cody. Turn around, Stone Cold stunner Cody.
Yo, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Cena, stop it.
You want to know why I don't think
that's WrestleMania?
Because he didn't want to come out last year, and I'm pretty sure they was offering him way more money for that.
Bag.
They was offering him a bag for that.
Fucking bag.
But I'm saying, you know what? They could even bring him out. Like they could even mention that in the promo. Bring out, Austin. Bring him out. Go ahead and bring him out. You know what I'm saying? Bring out whoever you want. It's not like just basically tell the story of it's not gonna matter this year. Whatever you bring this year, it doesn't matter. You're getting screwed at WrestleMania. Like, definitively, it's gonna happen. That's why I said, like, if he puts him in, ring the bell, like, whatever, some type of shenanigans. You know what I mean? Like, there's like, preferably screw him at WrestleMania. Let him know, like, you're really getting screwed this year. Last year, we had a plan. It didn't work out. But this year, we're not going that route. No bloodline rules. You're done. You're done this year.
They're gonna put him in the STF. Travis Scott gonna smack him, and that's gonna put Cody to sleep.
No bullshit. It's getting around that time. I gotta dip out. I got somewhere to be. So I
appreciate
all of y'all
go
for
be a
having me
dad.
and whatnot.
I appreciate y'all for pulling up.
Sure.
So we'll run through.
No, I don't, Tyrese. No, I don't. Absolutely not. I better not see no double turn. I better not see a
double turn.
They're talking about Cody turning heel.
Yeah, bro. I swear.
I'll turn that TV off. I'll turn the damn TV off.
I promise you, that's worse than Cena just losing. If we get a double turn,
why would you do that?
I would say what I would have much rather had happen though. I think I would have preferred Cena to turn heel at Mania by winning. Like, I think that would have been more.
Yeah.
I think that would have been more. Like, you built this up babyface wise, and then Rock comes out at Mania, thinking Cody's gonna turn, and then Cena turns, and then he wins the championship. I think that would have been.
Yeah, that probably would have been. But I think in their minds, they needed to do this like at the Chamber.
Yeah, I guess
because honestly, we would have just assumed, greatest hits tour. They probably would have got stale because they wouldn't have been able to say what they said about each other. Babyface.
Oh yeah. For sure. I do think Cody winning. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't be interested in what Cena does. I think I would be like, I would just be like, where do you go from here? I'm not saying they can't make it work, but it would be like, I don't know, like where you're going from here, but I guess we'll wait and see. So the Fatal 4-Way match, I don't know if you guys spoke about this or not earlier, but for the Fatal 4-Way match, there's really not really a bad winner, if I'm being honest. I think Dom should win though. I'm gonna go Dominic Mysterio. Because I think Braun Breaker can move. I mean, you can move him up on the card. I think he's been ready for that spot, honestly. And Dom getting that mid-card title push on the main roster, I think it's time. I think it's time to give him that nice little push, and then they can tell a story with him and Finn Balor because they've kind of already been teasing like the friction of these two breaking up or imploding the Judgment Day and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go Dominic Mysterio for me.
Let's see. I'm gonna go. I don't even. It's tough because it's between Dominic and Braun. I want to say Braun because I feel like with Dominic and Finn, I think something's gonna happen there where some type of turn is gonna happen or some type of just between them is gonna happen, and I think Braun is gonna come out the winner because they've had Braun looking strong this whole time. They're gonna continue to have him look strong. It's the Braun Breaker show. I think they keep that title on Braun though, while doing something between Finn and Dominic.
Okay. G.
I kind of mentioned it earlier, but I've chilled out because I lost the bet and I had to become an Homo sapien, so I really talked about him as much. But yeah, I'm picking my guy Finn Balor to win this match because
there we go.
Here's my day, right? And y'all can call it delusion. Y'all can call it whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
This is a perfect opportunity for Finn Balor to get a win. He's already pinned Penta. Dom, he already feels like Dom shouldn't be in this match to begin with. Just pin him. Pin Dominic Mysterio. He'll be fine. I won't even hate if y'all give Dom the win later down the line. I won't even hate that because I think Dom eventually will be a singles champion.
Mm-hmm.
But come on, man. Give my guy Finn Balor a win, please. Especially the way after the way y'all did him at Mania 39.
Oh my God.
Please, man. I genuinely believe. I'm still holding on to that report I saw where Finn Balor was supposed to be getting a major singles push in 2020.
Thank you. He said
I'm still holding on.
I'll never forget.
I'm not forgetting that. I'm still holding on to that report. 2025 ain't over yet. We barely hit the 4th month. We got plenty of time. Please. I'm so delusional about Finn Balor. If you told me which one would I rather see, not the one that makes sense, which one would I rather see? Finn Balor win that IC title or John Cena win this match?
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa.
Hey, all I'm saying is, wait. All I'm saying is, I might have to think about it. I might have to sit there and think about it and really take a step back and be like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Let me think about it.
Lot for you picking.
Too far. It's too far.
I want Finn Balor to win a damn match, bro. I'm tired of it. They've been calling him Finn Balor, and it's pissing me off.
He still is.
He is.
So what is Penta? Because he lost to him.
He's not.
He lost to him. He
Penta's
Penta now.
Penta, you know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, so what is Penta? Because he lost to Finn.
I need Finn to win, bro. I need him to win. I don't have any real deeper reasoning. I do expect Dom to pin Finn. I expect that. I expect Dom to pin Finn. I really do, and I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna get mad and I'm gonna break some. But guess what? I can't change the shit. But
no.
If Dominic
Mysterio,
Finn Balor, bro.
If Dominic Mysterio pins Finn, bro.
Of course, that's why he's in the match.
I have a feeling he's going to. I have a bad feeling.
Look, if Finn Balor's gonna get pinned, at least let it be by Braun. I'm cool with Braun, dude.
I don't know, bro.
If Dom do it, I'm sick, bro.
Because Triple H's still trying to tell us Judgment Day story, then Finn comes back with the I lost.
That's why Finn Balor gotta be.
Like,
that's bro. Don't say that, bro. Don't say
honestly,
that.
Though, there is a portion where I could see Finn winning though, just because they kind of been teasing it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? With like the Penta one was kind of out of the ordinary, and maybe they go that route. But I'm gonna still say Dom here. Let's run through some of these matches. Women's tag team match. Who do you guys have? Liv, Raquel,
Morgan retains at WrestleMania, and then we go on with our lives.
And it's a shame that Liv doesn't have a bigger match at Mania. That's
real.
But it is what it is, bro.
I'll take what I can get though. I
don't know why people expected it. I mean, she was gonna be in this spot no matter what. You know, after she lost.
But I think the work that she has done, and there's a conversation here when it comes to her feud with Rhea.
Go ahead, T.
I'm not gonna get into it. You know, I think with the work that she's done and everything she's done to build herself up as a main event player, I think they should have, I don't know, made some type of backup plans or something just for her. But it is what it is. It's fine. She's yet in another tag team match. She should have won it though. And I'm not gonna lie, we got to get Liv Morgan out of this babysitting Raquel thing. I don't know what this is doing, but we need to Liv Morgan and other stuff. I'm not.
Yeah, right. The worst bodyguard in WWE history. Yeah. The worst bodyguard in WWE.
You remember when I told you this was gonna happen too at the Bad Blood? When I said what Raquel was about to do and it was gonna be terrible. Exactly why I didn't want Raquel.
That Bad Blood finish was.
This is exactly why I did not want Raquel involved in that, because this was always gonna happen for her. Like,
that Bad Blood.
But I never disagreed that she was going to like be with Judgment Day. Like I figured, because they were tag team partners when Rhea took them both out. I just thought we'd get like a Rhea spinoff feud or something. But
no, for sure. No, I mean,
so Triple H don't like having Rhea away from that title picture, man. Come on.
It's bad enough Lyra's not defending her belt. Like the Lyra and Bayley tag team makes no sense to me at all. I don't care about the Bayley.
What do you mean? It's her childhood hero.
I don't give a fuck about her.
I think they're using that more to tell a feud between the two, though. That's how I look.
They are.
Oh man,
I do think they should have called an audible though and put Secret Hervis in there. I do think they should have called
the problem though. Like this Mania, this shouldn't be where like it seems like almost every feud is starting at Mania, or every feud is being like Mania is being used to further stories. Bros, this is where stories end. Like I don't know. I feel like they.
But every story can't end at Mania, because it's like, even though WWE is a scripted show that never has a break, we always look at WrestleMania as like a season finale. But even in a season finale, sometimes things start, like new feuds start. And I feel like, honestly, this is what I genuinely feel, right? This is what I genuinely feel. I think they saw the backlash of how Liv Morgan title reign was with Rhea Ripley. And they even realized, like, okay, we can give Rhea this title back, but in order to make her interesting again, yeah, we got to get that thing off of her. That's why they're in the position there. They have to keep Rhea and Liv apart, because the only match that Liv can be in is with that world title. And if Liv would have made her way back to that fucking title, the moaning and groaning and frustration that everybody would have seen, because they would have been like, oh, we just finished this. Why are we getting this again? And she wasn't going to win the Rumble and face Tiffany. So, like,
why not though? Why can't Liv win the Rumble? Why?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not
because
gonna
it's Liv freaking Morgan.
Well,
okay, say it again. Like that's why she should have won.
Yeah, she. There's a reason I called her Dak Prescott. Runner up, baby.
That's it. Oh my god.
I ain't gonna lie. You still wrong on that one.
I'm the way the Charlotte feud went out. I ain't gonna lie. It probably should have just been Liv Morgan and Tiffany, but it is what it is. I think but more so my point is like I understand that like everything can't like end at Mania, but like we're at a point where we got like most of these stories, if not all of them, are being furthered like with WrestleMania being used to further storylines. Like that's kind of crazy. And we're like, I don't think there's any story culminating or finishing at WrestleMania. Like that's kind of crazy.
There is. Jey Uso Gunther is culminating at WrestleMania.
That's true.
The triple threat is culminating, even though it's well. Here's the thing: when it was originally Seth Rollins CM Punk, that was the blow off. Roman getting added is because The Rock didn't want to work Mania, so technically it's extending, right? Because this was literally supposed to be The Rock Roman Mania, but he didn't show up on January 1st.
Listen,
it's not happening. Y'all never getting that match.
Yeah. Once he didn't show up on the Netflix debut and didn't interfere once Roman got the Hulu fall, I was like, yeah,
bro.
Why do y'all keep believing we gonna get this match? It was never gonna be Roman and Rock this year. It was gonna be Cody. It was gonna be Cody and Rock. That's where they were going. That's why Rock is back, like intertwined with Cody. Rock and Roman is a match that we're probably gonna get like the next like 2 to 3 years. Like that's because that's Rock's retirement match. I never saw Rock retiring this year, bro. I just never saw that. Like when Rock and Roman happens, that's gonna be the retirement.
I mean, there was a slight hope when he got on the board. I was like, oh well, maybe he's transitioning. We'll see.
I think the best chance of that match happening would be next year. I didn't think it was gonna happen this year. I think next year.
Not happening this year. Never. I thought
good because I'm gonna try to be at the Nola one. So good. I'll take it.
I'm gonna go with Liv and Raquel here, though. I think Bayley takes the pin, and then, or maybe Lyra takes the pin here. I think they're gonna use the Lyra and Bayley feud, with this tag match involving, later down the line, because they had a pretty good match on Raw too. So I think they're going to use that to extend that feud further for the IC title. Street fight, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre. I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre here. Damian Priest, I don't think would be a bad option, but I feel like Drew kind of needs a little bit more to propel up further. I would like to see him get back in the world title picture sometime this year after the draft. Maybe they move him back to Raw or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna stick with Drew McIntyre for this.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre is the right winner for this. Damian Priest is cool, but like Drew at least been involved with either CM Punk or Roman Reigns for Mania this year. No, like just no affairs or buts. Like what he's been built off of this whole like past 2024, it should have been either Roman for him or CM Punk for him. But yeah, just have Drew win it and continue this momentum, and hopefully he can, sustain it.
Fair.
Yeah, yes, Damian Priest will be fine, but I also feel like Drew McIntyre will be fine too, because heels can bounce off a loss and go fight for a world title, and nobody will say anything. So, this is definitely one of the more. I really don't care what direction they go. I just hope it's good. But I will, if I base it off of what I think where you can go after this, I almost want to say Damian Priest, because John Cena is going to need some filler babyface challengers, and there's not that many on SmackDown.
G-Baby, are you serious?
I'm not. That can literally be a first match because he won a Fatal 4-Way or he won a Battle Royal. It ain't got to be a feud. Like here's my thing, guys. When John Cena wins this world title, he's not gonna just be in a feud with Cody the whole time, or like you can have filler matches. Like, everybody like real talk. Isn't that what AJ Styles has come to now? He's literally the first title match.
You see the difference in like AJ Styles and Damian Priest.
But that's because AJ Styles has been presented as a consistent main eventer and a multi-time world champion. I think I'm saying just what they can do after. If Damian Priest wins, that's back-to-back Manias now where he's had you can say it's not high profile, but it's against another top main eventer.
Very nice main event. You know what I'm saying?
You said what?
Cena versus Priest. It could be a Saturday Night's main event match.
I see that.
And that's what I'm saying though. He can literally be a filler match. That's literally all I'm saying for Damian.
Okay. I see.
He can be a filler match. And because I think Drew McIntyre, win or loss, he's fine.
Okay.
I think Drew McIntyre, all he do is lose, and his position has not dropped at all.
Okay,
but we fall.
This is my thing with the character that John Cena is gonna. We're assuming that he's gonna play, and the character that he's gonna have. Do you see John Cena giving the crowd and giving the people those type of matches though, at like a Saturday Night Live, and like
it's not about
performing in high profile matches like
Saturday Night Live is crazy.
Like
I'm not saying that Cena's going to be giving these people matches, but Nick Aldis can easily come out and say, "Yeah, you're contractually obligated though, and I can strip the title. I don't care who your final boss is.
No,
I don't care who you're. Look, Nick Aldis has literally shown us he don't give a fuck who's running the thing.
He's gonna go over the final boss's head.
I'm not saying he's gonna go over, but okay, but Tia, with that logic, why would Cena defend it at all? Why would he defend it at all? And that's the logic we're gonna go with.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. We don't know. We don't even know what type of matches he's gonna have yet, though.
That's what I'm saying. This could be a filler, and he's already advertised for Saturday night's main event.
Listen,
he's literally already advertised and confirmed to be there. That's easily a filler match.
I don't know, bro. With this,
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it can happen.
With this, bro, I don't see them putting Cena in the ring with Damian. No, I'll respect the Damian Priest, but there is
I'm just saying it's filler. Because either way, like I said, whoever wins or loses, I don't think their positions change. This is just a feud because both guys have done good work and they deserve to be on the card. That's how I look at this feud. They deserve to be on the card, so let's put them on the card. That's why they're having this match. Whoever wins or whoever loses, none of them get hurt by it. And okay, Drew McIntyre can have a win. Okay, cool. Damian Priest can have a win. Okay, cool. It does nothing for them. There's no stakes in it. And it's a street fight, so it'll be entertaining. Like, either way, and Drew McIntyre is not going to fight Cena. They're not about to do that dynamic.
Oh.
Not now. Not now.
Don't they?
Not now. Okay. They're not going to do that dynamic right now.
Okay, not now, but they're not going to do Priest now. So it's like...
I think they could, because Priest is a babyface.
Yeah.
Priest is a babyface. I think they could easily just have that dynamic. Like, easily. I think that's an easy filler match. Easy.
Hey.
Just like how AJ Styles is everybody's first title defense. It ain't got to be the first, but it could be the second. Because he's not going to fight Cody and CM Punk off rip. He's not.
I'm just saying, remember when Drew McIntyre was a heel last year? And as soon as he went into his program with Damian Priest for the world title, like people was behind Drew McIntyre. I think it depends on the situation. So people went behind
in Scotland, maybe. In Scotland, okay. Scotland, I get you, but that's product of the circumstance.
Hold on.
Because if it wasn't in Scotland, nobody would have been cheering for that nigga. Because he was literally going against CM Punk. Nobody was picking him.
That's a different situation, though. That's another baby face.
It's the same situation, though.
Okay.
McIntyre was heel going against Damian Priest. They fought in Scotland. So if you want to say the Scotland crowd was with him, cool. That's it, though. That's product of the situation. That's not because the fan was actually behind him.
This is what I'm saying. Drew McIntyre, as of right now, is more in a twinner position. If you put him against a somebody that's more heelish than him, as John Cena has shown to be, as this Hollywood heel, that's going to put Drew McIntyre in more of a babyface or a cheerable position.
Drew McIntyre is not in no tweeter. That nigga been a heel for the past 365 days. That nigga has been a heel for the bare minimum. Bare minimum, Drew McIntyre has been nothing but a heel for the past 365 days. Now, if you want to say he's been a justified heel, that's fine. But he's been a heel. When has he been a babyface? When has he been a babyface?
They've been putting him up against the most likable babyfaces on the roster. Of course he's going to be booed.
Because he's a hateable heel. He's been a heel. Bro, are we serious right now? Why are we having a Drew McIntyre heel babyface debate?
G-Baby, the way a tweener works is it all depends on who you put him up against. If you put Drew McIntyre up against who's somebody who's not like, if you put Drew McIntyre up against Karrion Kross, You put Drew McIntyre up against a like booable heel, dude, Dominic Mysterio. Come on, bro. We know what's going on. We know what's gonna happen.
Okay, so Dominic Mysterio, because you brought his name up, I will acknowledge nobody gets booed more than him, other than probably Cena now. So I can feel you on Dominic Mysterio, but that's an anomaly because you're talking about, if you put him against a booable heel, Drew McIntyre is literally what you're saying. He's a booable fucking heel. He's been that way since he took out CM Punk. Since he took him out. Since he entered in. He's been a booable heel. He's literally been a booable heel since he took out CM Punk. Since he said, I prayed for this and this happened, never since that moment has that nigga been a babyface. Not at all has he been a baby. I don't know what happened to him. But he ain't been a babyface since he turned to you. I mean, since he injured CM Punk. He wasn't a babyface before that, mind you. Because he was attacking Jey Uso and them niggas. But he ain't never been a tweener. He has not been a tweener. Yeah, you're back. He has not been a tweener since he injured CM Punk and said, I prayed for this and it happened. When you genuinely, there's no way you're telling me that nigga could possibly have been a baby.
In any of those moments. Listen, the fact that you keep going to the CM Punk feud is proving my point.
That's what he's done in the last year and a half.
This is what I'm saying.
He went against Damian Priest.
Listen. Drew McIntyre versus Bloodline. Who's in the right? Who's in the right?
Who's justified?
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre, and they were cheering for the Bloodline. Hands in the air.
Oh,
hands in the air. Hands in the air. Hands.
He got okay. You got it.
Were they not? Were they not?
Listen. I think it's not crazy to say that if you put Drew McIntyre in a certain position against super heel John Cena and have him make actual points about Cena, bro, it's gonna work.
So I give you John Cena and Dominic Mysterio, but again, those are anomalies. That's all I'm trying to. Okay, but that's like you're still treading water because when he fought Damian Priest, mind you, let's keep it a buck.
Okay,
let's keep it a buck. When he fought Damian Priest was barely transitioning to babyface, barely transitioning to babyface. Because when he won that title, that nigga was still a heel. When he came out the next night with the rest of Judgment Day, they were still fucking heels. When he fought Jey Uso, Damian Priest was still a heel. It wasn't, he started turning babyface because they started playing I didn't want your help, Finn Balor, but Finn Balor kept helping anyway. And the reason he was a babyface, the reason Damian Priest was looked at as a heel in Scotland was because it was in fucking Scotland. And everybody was cheering Drew McIntyre. That's why Drew McIntyre got cheered. Because every other place other than Scotland, Drew McIntyre was getting booed into oblivion. Niggas was cheering because Drew McIntyre, one of the most justified heels we've seen in the modern era. Niggas is still cheering when that nigga gets screwed. CM Punk did screw him, 3-4 times?
That's CM Punk!
But wait. That's not the only babyface he going after. He justified against Damian Priest now. He's literally justified against Damian Priest now and still getting booed. So what are we talking about? Everything he said about Damian Priest is correct. Damian Priest has literally been the beneficiary of every time Drew McIntyre's got screwed. Mm-hmm. Every time. Mm-hmm. That's justified. He's 100% correct. And they still cheering Damian Priest.
So my question to you, G baby, is what are you saying? Are you saying that the Drew McIntyre Cena dynamic won't work? Is that what you're saying?
I think it has less of a chance of working. Now, Drew McIntyre can. I think he's good enough to where he can make it work. Mm-hmm. But it's two heels that are getting booed. And again, for a filler match where you can literally just have your babyface right there. Why? Why would you? Yes. Again, it's a filler match. Now, will this happen? Probably not. It probably won't happen. I'm really just flabbergasted by the fact that you tried to tell me Drew McIntyre was a tweener. That nigga's been full-born heel. That's really what got me up. Real talk.
Listen,
I don't care if you don't think Damian Priest should fight John Cena. That's fine. It's probably not going to happen.
Definitely don't.
You know what's probably going to happen? Damian Priest is probably going to be Jacob Fatu's first challenger for the U.S. title. That's probably more likely to happen. That's probably more likely to happen. But all I'm saying is, on SmackDown, right? Because that's technically where that title is. Mm. On SmackDown, what babyfaces can be a filler match for John Cena?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me
So fresh
better
off.
option than Priest.
Okay, it is a better option. You're right. Fresh off a loss though, he's not gonna try to go back for that U.S. title.
But we're okay. Wait. When is?
I'm asking.
When is Saturday Night Main Event?
Is it not like either right before or right after Backlash?
It's in May. It's right after Backlash.
It's either right before or right after. One of the two.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. We just saw Jey Uso lose a world championship match and then win the Rumble. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a little nasty.
I'm just saying. We're using the same logic. I'm just saying.
I hear you, but that's a little nasty.
I'm just saying. Listen. The people are gonna be for it. That's all I'm saying. The people, they're not gonna care.
I think the people gonna be for Damian Priest.
Hey! I've been letting y'all cook. I'm a chronic Damian Priest hater, bro. I'm a chronic Damian Priest hater. I think that nigga is corny as hell. I've been letting y'all cook with this whole shit. Drew McIntyre need to be his ass. I don't want to hear no Damian Priest go on the move against John Cena. Or we're gonna fight about two. Fuck Damian Priest. I am a chronic. He is so damn corny to me, bro. I think he's a great wrestler, but his character, everything else is just corny as shit.
It's the theme song.
The theme song is the worst part. All rise for the day.
Yeah.
All rise for the rock.
Exactly.
Turn that off.
I do.
Turn that shit off.
His
It's a Judgment Day remix.
Man, Damian Priest hate, bro. It's crazy, man.
I don't like him. I never did. Ever since, and I'm Vince McMahon is a terrible bitch. Fuck him for every reason you could think of, but even more, because he gave him that stupid ass gimmick, the Damian turn. He gets mad. He sees his blood. Now I'm angry. The Damian inside. That is top 5 worst gimmicks I've ever seen in my life. The moment
top 5 is crazy.
I was done. The moment I saw that shit, I've never felt that bad about it.
Top 5 is wild.
In my life, do you think that's worse than the All American?
Y'all gonna stop disrespecting my man Jack Swagger.
I fuck with Jack Swagger, man.
I like Jack Swagger.
Them little push-ups to Pyro.
Most scoreless world champion ever, bro.
Hey, them little push-ups to Pyro.
Love, you a Jack Swagger guy?
He had
Hold on, you like Jack Swagger, but not Damian Priest?
I'm not a Jack Swagger guy. Hold on. No. You're not gonna clip that. Put me on.
No. I am gonna clip that. Doesn't make sense.
No. You're not gonna get me.
Hold on, you like Jack Swagger.
No,
but not Damian Priest.
We got a better theme song.
Damian Priest. I hate that theme song, bro.
No. Jack 1-2.
That shit is so terrible, bro.
First of all, Chad Gable took his gimmick from Jack Swagger, SBR 2011. Who's that? Think about it.
What you mean? What's Chad Gable doing? Loser. Just like Jack Swagger was. Loser.
He's gonna win on WrestleMania. He's gonna be
not even on WrestleMania.
He doesn't have a match.
He's not on WrestleMania, Love.
He's not on WrestleMania.
Oh, I forgot.
Jack Swagger. You like Jack Swagger.
Thank you, NR23.
But Damian Priest, who actually has personality. Who actually has personality in his gimmick.
Jack Swagger got personality. He's the All-American.
Oh, what we doing?
No.
In AEW, he had the hat. Like, what we doing?
Oh, no, we don't talk about.
My fault.
All-American.
Jack Swagger's
That nothing to his gimmick.
Jack Swagger's personality is he does push-ups. That's about as much as I know about Jack.
How many you know can do push-ups like that to Pyro? How many you know can do that? Especially on a decline?
No, his push-up game was elite. He did that push-up contest. He did like 50 of them in a row. That was crazy.
Bro,
come on now.
His push-up game was elite. He could do great push-ups, but he's not.
He is the most oral. He does have the least amount of oral ever seen world champion of all time.
I've ever seen in my life, bro.
And don't even get me started on We the People. That was elite.
That was cool. That was cool.
The Rey Mysterio feud wasn't bad. The Rey Mysterio feud on SmackDown wasn't bad. I'm not letting. I fucked with that feud. I ain't gonna lie.
What feud you talking about?
The World Championship. Him and Rey Mysterio back in like 2000. What, are we doing that? No. Okay. I see we doing that.
2010 SmackDown was so bad they had Jack Swagger and Rey Mysterio feud for the world title.
Don't disrespect 2010 SmackDown. No.
That's how bad it was. That's how bad 2010 was. Let's show you guys. This just to show you how bad 2010 was right there. World title feud was Jack Swagger and Rey Mysterio. Okay.
Hey, who won the feud though?
Not Jack Swagger. They gave it back to Rey Mysterio. Won the Fatal 4-Way match. Matter of fact, to do it even worse, you know who Jack Swagger's first feud was for the world title after he won it? The Big Show. That's how bad it was, bro.
Hey, you gotta put over the strength. Hey, look, Drew McIntyre's first title defense after winning that world title was against Big Show too. Now, that
was a match. They had a feud.
That match was terrible, and there was no.
that match was so pointless.
Drew McIntyre and Big Show had a match. Jack Swagger and Big Show had matches. They had matches.
Yeah, Big Show was Braun Strowman.
You gotta continue the feud. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get the crowd on board.
I can't believe he said he liked Jack Swagger, but not.
I saw that flip happen. I'm not a Jack Swagger shooter. I'm just saying, push-ups on beat, theme song.
Jack Swagger was
cool. Push-ups to Pyro was, bro. We not gonna disrespect. We're not gonna disrespect them push-ups to Pyro and the theme.
Bro, that's probably the worst Pyro entrance in the history of Pyro entrance.
What are you doing? What are you saying?
The Spirit Squad had better Pyro than that, man.
No.
Spirit Squad had better Pyro entrance than a push-up Pyro entrance, bro.
No, at a point.
How you get Pyro? How you get Pyro from doing the most simplest thing in the world?
How? If it's so simple, why everybody ain't doing it?
Because they didn't give it to everybody else. They didn't give it to everybody else.
And he was doing it on a decline too. You know how hard that is?
And only
that's pretty hard. That's pretty hard. That's pretty hard.
That's what I'm saying.
That part is pretty hard. But to get Pyro from doing push-ups.
The gut wrench powerbomb? Come on.
Push-ups.
What are you doing?
Hey, and what's that little thing that he did off the second rope?
The little Vader.
Yeah, the Vader ball. That was good.
You know what I'm saying?
His finisher was cool. His little
Chad, who's better, Jack Swagger or Jack Perry? I need to know who's the better Jack.
It's Jack Swagger.
Jack Perry, clear.
Jack Perry.
What?
Clears.
Clears.
Has Jack Perry
how bad Jack Swagger is? Jack Perry clears.
What has Jack Perry ever done?
What has Jack Swagger ever done?
That won a world title. He won a world title.
That meant nothing. That meant nothing.
No.
Jinder Mahal won a world title too. You know that's what
which is more than what Jack Perry's ever done. Which is more than what Jack Perry's ever done. What are we talking about?
And he's still better. And he's still better. That's done nothing. It's still better.
Jack Perry got choked out by an old.
Man, that's how bad Jack Swagger is. Jack Perry has done nothing, and he's still better.
Wait, are you saying Jack Perry is better than an old Great Khali? That's what we're saying in 2025.
That's crazy.
Anybody's better than Great Khali. Anybody's better than Great Khali. Hornswoggle better than Great Khali.
What a better theme song though.
Anybody's better than Great Khali. That man had had one move. He had one move in his whole moveset.
Jack Perry in 2025.
I'm sorry, he had two moves. He had
the top, he had the little device grip in the boot, you know.
Hey, look, I'll put it like this. Jack Perry could never make Rey Mysterio bleed on live TV by squishing his head. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Well, yeah, he's not a giant, so I mean, any giant could do that. Omos could do the same thing.
Jack Perry.
That's why Omos is better than Jack Perry too.
Listen, Jack Perry.
Of course, Omos is better than everybody.
Jack Perry did have an iconic match with John Cena in 07. Prime Cena, by the way. Prime Cena. I'm just saying, iconic match.
He never wrestled John Cena, so of course.
Exactly. You know who has though? Khali. I'm just saying.
Never wrestled John Cena. If you get a match with John Cena, it'd be better than
Jack Perry ain't good enough to make it over here on this side where the big boys play.
He barely can get over there. He barely can get over there.
Word.
He been on TV, I don't know how long. Where he been at?
I was about to say he didn't even last that long in New Japan.
What we talking about?
That AEW contract like that was supposed to do something. Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, he's a scapegoat. Oh, he tore the contract. Get him out of here. Boo. Next.
Hey, better than any big Jack Swagger had.
Maybe it's better than Jack Perry.
Jack Perry ain't never had a theme song like that or Pyro to push ups on a decline. Y'all keep disrespecting
crazy.
that.
I like the
Boy was terrible.
I'm gonna be honest. Jack Perry's original theme, his first theme is better than Jack Swagger.
I like the. It's not better. I like the Jungle Boy song, but it's not better than
Curious George Tarzan theme.
Oh, we talking about the one with Luchasaurus? Oh yeah, for sure.
It's not better. It's not better, but I did like.
No, that was way better. That was way better.
It's such a baby face.
That wasn't because of Jack Perry. That's because of Luchasaurus. So let's get that shit.
Get down on your knees.
I like a feel good babyface theme. That was a good babyface.
That was a good theme. That was a good theme.
I like a song. I like a song that's just naturally better than a Curious George in the jungle just singing behind you.
Hey, if it got a vibe to it, bro, it got a vibe to it. You feel me?
Jack 1-2 ain't have a vibe to it. What are you doing?
A vibe to the trash.
Straight to the trash. What are we talking about?
Straight to the trash.
Road to WrestleMania. Rey Mysterio got hit by a car and Jack Swagger saved his life. What we talking about? RVD was in the fucking feud. What we talking about? No, I'm not doing this.
How about SmackDown versus Raw?
Yes.
You know what? That was the worst road to WrestleMania they ever did too. Because Jack Swagger was involved. Jack Swagger was
Rey
involved.
Mysterio almost died in the car, and Jack Swagger saved his life.
Love,
what are we talking about?
Love.
What?
Swagger was the one that hit him with the car. You can't leave that out.
Nah. I don't even believe that though. I think Evan Bourne did it still. I don't know. I know they tried to. I still think. I don't know.
I mean, people. Hey. I mean, like I said, people still think Bianca attacked Jade when Naomi clearly been saying it's her. So hey, why didn't Evan Bourne really do it? Maybe it's been a long, convoluted plan.
Bianca got something to do with that. I'm not letting that go. Bianca got something to do with that. I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not letting that go yet.
No, she doesn't.
We spent a long time on this. That's crazy.
You said you like Jack Swagger, bro.
When Jack Swagger come back and win the Rumble next year, then what? What happened then? When Jack Swagger come back and win the Rumble, then what?
Okay, I ain't saying all that now.
You can't even do that in WWE 2K right now, bro.
I hope if that happens, I hope Cena ruins wrestling. I hope he does. I'm not gonna lie. That's for sure. That's crazy.
He did turn right heel. Jack Swagger did turn right heel.
Come on, bro.
Come on. Who doing that? Who doing that now?
No one ever did that before. We gave
look. There's only two people in this world, right, that I believe can turn Rey Mysterio heel. That's Jack Swagger and Karrion Kross. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Jack Swagger got the New Day to turn heel. I mean, not Jack Swagger. Karrion Kross got the New Day to turn heel. Karrion Kross can turn anybody heel.
Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my gosh.
Facts. I mean,
I'll let y'all disrespect Jack Swagger. We're not disrespecting Karrion Kross on this platform. We are not disrespecting that.
He draws the line at Karrion Kross. That's
yeah. Stop playing with Karrion Kross, man. I've been trying to tell y'all for a minute too.
He's cool. Yeah, right.
He cool. I like the gimmick that he got.
Bro, him and AJ finna have a banger. Wait till AJ turn heel again. Just wait.
I don't want AJ to turn heel again. I don't want AJ to ever be a heel again.
He's already interacted and he's having a match with Karrion Kross. It's over.
Well, speaking of AJ does have a match at WrestleMania. AJ, Logan Paul. Then we'll do the women's triple threat here. So who do we see winning this match? AJ, Logan Paul. We'll start with I'll let Tio go first, and then we'll.
AJ. And this is take my biasness aside. Like, you know what I'm saying? There is no reason for Logan Paul to win this match. Like, there's just no reason. AJ just coming back from that injury too. Needs momentum. Needs something to put him back into that. Just get momentum onto that Raw roster. You either, if you want to get AJ back into an IC title situation or World Championship situation, have him beat Logan Paul. No reason for Logan Paul to win that match other than just rage bait. Not gonna lie, that's just rage bait if he wins. I'm sorry, like that's just crazy. What you finna say, G? What you finna say, bro?
Yeah, it's about to get nasty up in here because Logan Paul winning that match.
I was just about to say,
as he should win that match.
Hey, I was just about to say, Logan Paul is winning that match. And here's why, Tio. You want to know why I don't think AJ's gonna win? Because let's just say AJ does win this match. You know what he's gonna do afterwards?
Nothing.
Be the first title defense for Jey Uso and lose. That's what he's finna do. Be the first title defense for Jey Uso. But if Logan Paul wins, I'd much more believe he might win a world title match before AJ Styles.
I have to watch Yeet versus Logan Paul. If I have to watch Yeet versus Logan Paul, someone's gonna have to hear me.
I think that's kind of bound to happen though. That's like a perfect babyface and heel match.
I'm not gonna lie.
What kind of promo are they gonna tell with each other?
It doesn't matter. It's about the crowd reaction.
Bro.
It's about the crowd reaction. That's not gonna matter. The crowd will eat it up.
If Logan Paul and Jey Uso fight, if it's at SummerSlam, I'm definitely hammering, like taking all my money to the bank on Logan Paul. If they do it at a big pay-per-view, I'm taking Logan Paul.
No, I don't think it'll be at a SummerSlam.
Now, if they do it at like a Saturday night's main event, okay, Jey Uso can retain. That's fine. But Logan Paul, like, look, say what you want about him. I don't see a world where he's not going to be a world champion in the next 2 years. I don't. And if he wins at Mania,
he's not around.
He's full-time now.
No, he's not.
You believe that, G? You believe that, G?
Wait, pause. Just because you're not on the show every week doesn't mean you can't be full-time. He's not going to be...
What the fuck is full-time mean? What the fuck is full-time mean?
Whoa, stop. There's a bunch of wrestlers who aren't on the show every week. Literally, that happens all the time.
And they're not full-time.
So is Sami Zayn a part-time wrestler? Because he's not on the show every week.
Sami Zayn is on the show majority of the year, though. That's different.
That's what I'm trying to say. Majority of the year. That's what Logan Paul is about to be.
He's never been that. He's not going to be that. He's never.
He's about to be now.
He's about to be now. Didn't Logan say that he was going to be full time before he won the U.S. Championship? Or
yes, bro. Yeah.
Because that whole U.S. Championship run, he wasn't there.
Okay, no, he didn't say he was going to be full time that whole U.S. Championship.
He definitely said he was going to be. He's definitely
no. Because he literally cut a promo. I think after Netflix or something or leading up.
It was the first Raw of Netflix. First Raw.
Yeah. First Raw on Netflix. He was like, that whole part-time stuff that I was doing before. Yeah, that's different.
Okay.
So
he said on the Raw.
Yeah, when he said that promo, that's why.
Wait. So he said that.
That was after the US title. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's only showed up about two times out of the past, like since January, 2-3 times. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. After Mania, he will.
You know.
Because after Mania, guess what, Tio? Guess what he finna do?
He been there quite often.
He finna be here majority of the year. Majority of the year. That don't make you full time. He about to be there majority of the year.
Hey, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, arguably in my book, the greatest wrestler in the history of TNA wrestling, and then came to WWE and still wrestled at a high level. Yeah. We have the last few years of the phenomenal Alan Jones Styles, and we are wasting it on YouTuber vlogger Buckshot Lariat, man.
I just remember
Get it out of here.
Whoa.
Get it out of here.
These are like
Get it out of here.
Why are we disrespecting Logan Paul like
that? He don't deserve it. He don't deserve it.
Bro, we not gonna act like this man ain't been putting on banger matches, bro. We not gonna act like that man hasn't been cooking, bro.
Does anything else matter?
He can put on a.
He's a great heel. What are we talking about?
He's a go away heel. He's not a.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
There's a little bit of the go away heat. It's a mixture of both. It's a mixture.
So
he's a bad person, G. He's a bad person.
So you're telling me him and Charlotte on the same level? You telling me him and Charlotte get the same heat?
Don't make me. Do not make me defend Charlotte. Do not make me defend Charlotte. Do not make me defend Charlotte.
Worse than Charlotte?
Do not make me defend.
No, he got worse heat than Charlotte for sure.
No. He gets more heat, but not more go away.
On God's day,
he does not get more go away heat than.
No. This is how I know the Charlotte hate has gotten too much because we're comparing Charlotte.
Yeah, I would say Logan Paul got more go away heat than Charlotte.
This is crazy,
bro.
Listen, hold on. I'm gonna say that. I think. Listen, people just have to. I'm just speaking logically here. It doesn't matter if you like Logan Paul or not like Logan Paul. People just have to accept he's gonna get pushed. That's just gonna happen. Like he's gonna get pushed because he's marketable and he's valuable. That's what WWE cares about.
How is he marketable? I don't get.
He gets a major reaction every time he comes out.
Stop acting, bro. You say that, bro.
What did he say?
We got a Prime sponsorship with him.
How is
he got a podcast?
After doing some of the diabolical things of all time.
I can tell you how.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Because it's WWE, nigga. It's the same company. It's the WWE. It doesn't matter. They pushed Hulk Hogan for years. No matter what. It's a WWE. It's the WWE we're talking about. They have his logo in the middle of the ring.
Literally, they have his logo in the middle of the ring. Even after he's done that,
you just saying it because you don't like Logan Paul. It's a business.
Nobody likes Logan Paul. That's what we're saying.
The WWE does, though. That's all that matters. No, that's all that matters. At the end of the day, the WWE does. That's why he's there. That's all that matters.
Y'all saying nobody likes Logan Paul. Here's the thing.
Which a lot of people don't. It's just understandable.
That can be true, and I don't even hate y'all for hating him. But guess what? That's one gonna make him a great heel. Two. He's clearly still marketable because his podcast is still doing crazy numbers.
Podcast.
In the world.
WWE is
Wait. And I think just the one.
I'm back.
Lost.
There's echo a little bit.
And your camera's upside down too, bro. I don't know what happened.
Hey, Loft. You
might have to leave and come back.
Loft. In a world where they canceled a syrup bottle. In a world where they canceled a syrup bottle, they canceled Aunt Jemima during COVID.
You're right.
And Logan is still getting millions of views. His sponsorship, right? Even Hulk Hogan, who nobody likes. Did he just not get a sponsorship for his beer company? So clearly, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. He can be great,
bro. All that WWE cares about when it comes to Logan Paul is his marketability, bro. He doesn't have to, like you mentioned, him being a bad heel. He doesn't have to do much to be hated. All he has to do is just show up. His presence is going to make people not like him. That's all he has to do. And WWE, I think that they know that now. And I think Logan Paul is starting to understand that. Like, all I have to do is just show up. Like that's literally All I have to do is just be around and show up. And I think what they rely on him to do is just put on good performances. I think that's what their main key is for him to do. It's not about him having good character. It's about him just put on good performances, and then we'll do the rest later. That's why he's getting these big high-profile matches. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. Bro, he wrestled Roman in his third match ever in Saudi Arabia. And had a great match. You know what I mean? Like, Logan Paul has over-exceeded expectations, I think, for what WWE has the bar set for. So they're putting him in these matches because they're clearly showing us they're going to have big plans for him in the future. Like, people aren't going to want it, but that's part of the reason why they're going to do it.
And you know who else just has to show up, right? And he'll be a great heel? Dominic Mysterio. That's literally somebody that just has to show up.
Dominic's a better heel, a better wrestler.
It is different. It is different. But all Dominic has to do is show up and put a mic to his mouth. Then everybody moves.
But Dominic,
and you want to know why? And you want to know why? Dominic Mysterio gets booed into oblivion for doing the same thing Logan Paul did.
No.
Did Logan Paul not win his U.S. title?
They're hated for different reasons, though.
You're right. But didn't Logan Paul not win his U.S. title by hitting brass knucks on Rey Mysterio?
He did.
What did Dominic Mysterio do? What did Dominic Mysterio do? Kick him in the balls.
Let me remind
Kick him in the
you,
balls.
baby.
That is semantics in the craziest way.
That's not why they hate Logan Paul, though. That's not why they hate Logan Paul.
Somebody said in the comments, we're comparing the heel to a real person. Let me remind you, every single babyface situation they've tried to put Logan Paul in, he has still got booed. Put him up against Roman, still got booed. Put him up against Miz. How you get booed against the Miz? The Miz.
Yeah, he can never. Logan Paul is the one person.
Yeah, that was early in his career for sure, but they've been
and it hasn't changed.
But they've been fixed that though. Triple H is running the show now. Triple H is trying to.
Yeah, he'll forever be a heel. He can never be a babyface.
Yeah, that's fine.
He can never be a babyface.
That's fine. Logan Paul has the face. Logan Paul has the face you want to punch. I get it.
This is my problem.
But don't say he's not marketable.
He can never be a babyface.
This is my problem, right? My problem is like. You compare the G Baby, you compare Logan Paul to like Charlotte Flair, right?
As far as heat wise, because
but you've also compared it to the like I'm going to compare it as far as popularity and when it comes to selling tickets wise. That's what I'm going to compare it to. But it comes a time where the fans are going to be like, yo, we can only tolerate this at a certain level, at a mid-card level or a non-title level. When it comes to world championship level, that's not gonna go good, bro. Like
you wanna know why? You wanna know why I kind of disagree?
Okay.
Because in his third match, he faced Roman Reigns, and everybody literally, no matter how you feel about him, talks about that as a great match.
That I'm not. Okay.
And they were invested. So my thing is in WWE in a position where they tell stories to live audiences, and you have to get people to care, or else you're not going to live. No matter if you like them or hate them, Logan Paul is always going to get a reaction. There's never going to be a time. If there was a time where Logan Paul came out and it was crickets, all right, cool, I feel you. But he gets like crazy heat, crazy boos. The reason why I compared it to a Charlotte is because Charlotte's heat is not, oh, you're a great heel, we hate you, yada, yada. It's like, oh my gosh, we're tired of seeing you. Even though you might not like Logan, and there's justified reasons why you don't like him. When he come out, though, he get reactions. When he come out, though, people are invested to see him get his ass whooped. And that's all you need from a heel.
I'm going to be nasty. All you need. I'm going to be nasty. So with G-Baby's logic, Charlotte should be Tiffany at Mania. I'm going to be nasty. I'm finna be nasty. I'm going to be nasty. I'm just going to be nasty. Because it's nasty. This is nasty.
I'm not gonna lie. That was a good cook. But you know what I would say to that though is Logan Paul is going up against somebody at Mania who can afford to lose. Logan Paul is going up against somebody at Mania that can afford to lose. Charlotte is
also we're stuck.
AJ Styles is going to be AJ Styles regardless. I'm sorry. He's at a point now in his career. No matter what he does, he's going to be AJ Styles. He's going to be AJ Styles.
But we're stuck in this vortex. We're stuck in this vortex of Logan Paul. I've always felt like this with Logan Paul. If he's as marketable as y'all say he is, all right, cool. They're never going to let Logan Paul have a bad match because every match that he has is so far in between. They're going step by step. They have to make it look like he is this amazing wrestler.
They're protecting him.
They have
to
to
protect him.
But to counter that, I'm going to counter that argument. That part is true. They do take steps, the proper steps, as they should. But let's be honest. If his matches sucked, nobody would be blamed. No, if his matches sucked, nobody be pointing fingers at the wrestlers. Y'all be blaming Logan Paul like, oh, he sucked. That's why he shouldn't be in WWE. But he's actually good. And he's one of those people, and he's probably mainly the only person in WWE right now, too, that majority of the fans, like, just can't accept that he's just exceeding in WWE because they don't want him there. It's like you really don't want him there, but he continues to succeed in a way where it's like it's annoying. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, why is he? Why is he?
And the other thing too, like even though I'm not one to use what other people say, because like for example, just side note, Derwin James one time said that Hunter Renfrow and Devontae Adams were in the same tier. Yeah, that's malarkey. You don't always need to believe what people say. But when multiple wrestlers have came out and said, yeah, bro, this guy, Logan Paul, natural. Ain't never done this before, but just a natural at it. And then when you put the product out there, because they've done it multiple times now, right? And let's be real. Even with the Miz ain't nothing to write home about. The Miz is gonna do his job from A to B. He's gonna give you a C+, sometimes a B- match, and keep it pushing. And even with him, the Miz is never gonna be a guy to carry somebody to a great match. And even with him, Logan Paul as a tag team with him and in one-on-one with him, putting on great matches. Roman Reigns, great match. Seth Rollins, all these people we talk about, he putting on great matches. And it's not like they're immune to having bad matches. It's not like Seth Rollins ain't never put on a stinker before. It's not like Roman Reigns ain't never put on a stinker before.
But why aren't we taxing Logan? But why aren't we taxing Logan for even like the Madison Square Garden thing? Why aren't we taxing? Like, I don't hear people say the same things about Logan when he goes out there and cuts a bad promo or goes out there and says nothing on the mic. He was out there with CM Punk. CM Punk can make anything work. And they were out there just saying words. It was nothing. And I don't see people talk about, oh, Logan Paul's bad at this.
I guess that's where we disagree because I don't think it was that bad.
I don't know.
The one thing I will say is his promos and stuff need to improve and everything.
Yes.
But I think WWE is going to experiment on that. I think all that, just from my observation of how they've been presenting him, I could be wrong, but just based off how they presented him, I don't think they care about all that stuff. All they care about is him getting reactions and him putting on good matches. If he can do those two things, I think they'll try to figure everything else out as it goes. They already gave him a U.S. championship run, and he hasn't even been in the company for 5 years now. So
how good was that run? How good was that run?
I'm not saying it was good, but it happened.
I was about to say, whether the run being good or not, good or not ain't got nothing to do with whether or not they'll put it. Because surely, I'm gonna bring it back to her. How many world titles she got? 14 of them things. How many of them were good? But they keep doing it. They keep doing it. Like
because hold on.
WWE is going to do something if they think you bring in the attention of the audience and you can put on the match, especially because Logan Paul is a natural heel. They're gonna give you these opportunities.
So if they bring Kai Cenat in, they realize, oh, Kai can actually wrestle. Are they gonna push Kai to the same level as Logan Paul?
He gonna get a world title too.
It's different. And wait. No, because I'm not saying he could the world title. The reason why it's different. How tall is Kai Cenat and how tall is Logan Paul? That does matter. And in the history of WWE,
okay, KSI.
Okay, I'm gonna use you a perfect example. It doesn't matter, and we're not gonna dispute on whether you liked them or not or how good it was. It's not the point. It's about the WWE pushing them because of how they view the marketability. Logan Paul is gonna get the same chances that Ronda Rousey got when she first came in. Nobody wanted it, but it happened because she was Ronda Rousey and she was valuable and marketable to what they felt like needed to happen. That's what Logan Paul is right now. People may not like them. They may not want to see happen, but WWE can't just always push the people that the fans want. That's why there's a balance of heels and baby faces. Logan Paul winning if he were to win the world title, whoever beats him, the biggest baby face you can imagine. It's the hero of WWE. Whoever that guy is.
My only rebuttal to that would be that Ronda Rousey was the person that was the difference maker in getting the women to that position. Logan Paul isn't the difference maker in getting certain things to a bigger height in WWE.
We're not saying
they have
I'm not saying Logan Paul got a main event WrestleMania. We're not saying he got a main event WrestleMania.
You said he's gonna win a world title though.
Why can't he?
No.
In a company where Jinder Mahal, Jack Swagger, and Alberto Del Rio can call
I thought we
themselves
came
world
to understand
champions.
it. I thought we came to understand it earlier.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I thought we had understanding. Why we got to go back? Like what happened?
No, but let's be real. Jack Swagger, as much as I think y'all be hating on him, that nigga ain't Logan Paul, bro. And this is in this era where we came out to COVID and they thriving now. Netflix deals and the sponsorships, they thriving now. They got money coming out.
I'm gonna say that, yeah. If Jinder Mahal can be WWE champion, bro, nah.
Logan Paul can get it, bro. Like, I get we don't like him. I'm not.
Cause you got to remember, Jinder Mahal.
That's
Jinder
the
Mahal
Vince administration. Remember, this is.
You got to remember too. Jinder Mahal, bro, before he had won the championship, wasn't doing nothing. He was losing he wasn't even on TV. And all of a sudden they just put the title. Now I get it, 2 different people in charge and stuff like that, but it's like
it's 2 different people in charge.
Two different people in charge,
but that second person in charge,
different.
But even with that second person in charge, we're looking at Logan, bro. That nigga ain't Jinder Mahal. That nigga ain't Jack Swagger. That nigga ain't Alberto Del Rio, bro. Like, say what you want. That nigga's a star in this company. Say what you want. I'm not saying y'all can't hate him. Hate him for all the reasons justified. By all means. But to sit here and just look at it business-wise and act like it's crazy to think that he can't get a world title in the next 2 years, that honestly to me is just you not wanting to see it. Because especially on Raw, SmackDown, okay, I can feel you because you got the Cenas, Punks, the Codys, I get you. But on Raw, he can get that World Heavyweight Championship. In the next 2 years, he can for sure get that world.
Hey, Netflix, cancel that subscription. Burn your contract with WWE. If they put that belt on Logan Paul, Netflix say
it's only a matter of time, bro.
We're done.
Listen, I said this before he even went to the full-time against shit. I was telling him he getting the world title at some point. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but at some point they're gonna put the world title.
Now, do I think it'll be in this next year? Probably not, because I'm expecting them to elevate Braun Breaker to the main event. That's what I'm expecting them to do. That's why I don't think it'll be like maybe in the next 365. But in the next 2 years,
no, it'll be a while.
Yeah, he can get a world title. It's not far-fetched. Now, I won't even say it's crazy to say he'll never get one. It's not crazy to say that, but to act like it's not a strong possibility, right, of him getting that, just honestly, this is gonna. Just for the heel heat alone, it's a strong possibility for getting. Because T.O.
Getting what?
A world title.
Oh, I thought you. Okay, never mind. I think you said okay.
Oh no! For the world title, just for
the world heavyweight title. Okay.
Yeah, the world heavyweight title.
Who in the Raw roster right now? Who in the Raw roster right now that if Logan Paul pinned him for a world championship, you will be able to defend it and say, yeah, that was a good job.
Because whoever Logan beats,
the match good?
They're cooked. Whoever Logan beats,
no, I don't think so. They're
cooked. No,
I don't think so.
Like if Braun Breaker's world
champion, okay, but to Theo's point,
why are we acting like Logan can't cheat to win?
That's fine.
So the babyface would be protected in that moment.
That's fine. But if you want a main eventer to be taken serious and you just lost your world championship to Logan Paul, come on.
That's not. I don't think losing to Logan Paul
your world
all of a sudden make you a jobber.
No, it'll make you a jobber.
I don't think Logan Paul has the resume to be like, oh, this is okay. I don't think Logan Paul has the resume to be like, okay, losing Logan Paul is cool.
Bro, y'all talking like this. Somebody just said it. Y'all talking like Logan Paul and Kira Tozawa, bro. Like
that's crazy.
Like y'all talking like Kira Tozawa.
Akira Tozawa was a good wrestler. Akira Tozawa was a good wrestler.
Why are y'all acting like Logan Paul is a bad wrestler? He's not. He's not a bad wrestler.
Our problem is like we're using this Logan Paul popularity thing as a crutch to like just bypass all of the other negatives of him being in that spot, bro. There is negatives to that.
Why are we acting like this isn't a company?
But you gotta. But
this is a company where they'll take the popularity and push it.
To T.O.'s
point. Why you think Jey Uso getting a world title match? Because he's over as hell. That nigga, all he did was lose, and he's over as hell. They gave him the Rumble win because he's that fucking popular. Now, granted, they like him, but Logan Paul is popular for reasons we hate him. We hate him, yes, but this is still a company that will capitalize off you hating people.
To T.O.'s point, I want to touch on that. There is going to be pros and cons if Logan wins the world title. I do agree with that. There's going to be positive and there's going to be negatives if it happens, but that doesn't mean that it won't happen. I mean, that's just a risk they're going to have to take. You know what I'm saying? Like you could maybe make the same argument for Jey Uso. There could be pros and cons to it. Like we don't know how he can be as a world champion, but So try it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens. You know,
there was
like
pros and cons.
Logan Paul's to a different extent where it's like the WWE will do it because they know the fans aren't going to. They're not going to like majority of them aren't going to receive it well. That's just going to add more for them to build up a bigger babyface for whoever beats it, whether it be Jey Uso or whoever they want to put in that spot. You know what I mean? LA Knight could be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Because he took the US title from him. If Logan were to win the world title, LA Knight, they want to put him in the world championship picture. That just makes him a bigger babyface. You know what I mean? He's one of those type of heels where it's like whoever beats him, I feel like they could instantly boost him up to be a bigger babyface. If that makes sense.
Real quick question. Because y'all said y'all feel like if somebody loses to Logan that it would kind of like decrease them. So Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, did you feel they got decreased once they lost? And that was at Mania, by the way. That was at Mania, by the way.
Good shot. Number one.
Good shot. Even though I hated that match, good shot.
Number one. That's at a mid-card situation in a mid-card title. So circumstances are definitely different. Sir, if Logan Paul beats a Gunther for the world championship, if Logan Paul beats a Jey Uso for the world championship, if Logan Paul beats Drew McIntyre, LA Knight for the world championship, bro,
Logan Paul beating Drew McIntyre is crazy.
Logan Paul beating Drew McIntyre is crazy, but because it was for a U.S. title and not a world title, beating both Kevin Owens and Randy Orton in the same match at the same time,
I wouldn't have done it. I hated that decision. I wouldn't have done that at all. I hated that match.
Did Kevin Owens and Randy Orton take a step back from that?
But it was already a mid-card position though. Circumstances are different when you.
If that same match
there is
for the world title,
Logan Paul,
Kevin Owens and Randy Orton take a step back from that?
Can't even tell a story to be in a main event. What are we? It's just
Randy Orton missing out on another world championship because Logan Paul stepped in the way is kind of nuts.
Crazy.
I get now whether we think that decision should have been made or not. I was about to say like Randy Orton good. Randy Orton good.
Got 14 of them things, bro. Got 14 of them.
We're talking about John Cena winning another one. He's about to hit 17.
But that's because of the storyline they're in right now. If it wasn't for the storyline, John Cena wouldn't need it.
I was about to say if John Cena didn't turn heel, they didn't make that decision. Give him the Grand Slam and get him the fuck away from the world title. But they turned him heel and put him with The Rock. So the story takes precedent. But if John Cena was still a fucking baby face, if that nigga was competing,
so hold on, let me ask T.O. live. So if they put Logan in the world title feud, you think any win that he has is to credit anybody like he beats hypothetically?
It's gonna have a more negative impact on that superstar than a more positive impact it has on Logan or whatever for the world. It's gonna have a more negative impact for that person in the scene than a positive impact on that whole scene. Like the good doesn't outweigh the bad.
And why? So why is it? Is it just because it's Logan Paul and y'all don't like him and y'all think it's because he shouldn't be here? And whatever
the entire package of Logan Paul does not deserve a world.
No, I mean they bring up some valid points.
Because G baby, you can't use who Logan Paul is as a fact to justify why you should put him in that spot, and then try to take it away when it comes to the impact of losing.
Okay, so here's what
he can't lose all the time though.
I was about to say, here's where we're getting. I think the argument kind of a little bit confused. Because do I want to see Logan Paul win a world title? No. Do I think it would be crazy if he did? Also no. Because of who he is, and we're not going to act like the reason why I said it's not crazy or we're acting like it would be something crazy is because we're not going to act like just based on how Logan Paul has been presented so far, an ultimate heel who has still put on good matches, and it's like, oh, I want to hate you so bad. But some of us, like me and Malik, are kind of like, but I got to give you props. Some of people like y'all don't want to do it yet. But nevertheless, especially, and again, I'm not talking about the Undisputed, because no matter what people trying to say, there's clearly a difference between that world heavyweight on Raw and the Undisputed Cody got right now.
Yeah.
So if he wins the secondary world title, again, look at the people on Raw right now that will fight for it.
Well, you got to remember the roster's going to change too after Mania. It's going to switch.
It's going to change. It's going to change too. But unless you have CM Punk, Roman, Seth going after that title all at the same time on that brand, and they still doing their own thing, Again, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I got a question. I got a question. Somebody asked in the comments. What about Bad Bunny winning the world title?
Benito.
Bad Bunny, if he was around, then that'd be different.
I was about to say, Bad Bunny had 2 matches and then dead.
Bad Bunny's not a WWE superstar.
I'm just saying.
Great matches though too.
But then also too, and then that's why I brought this up earlier. Okay. Right? We all know, whether you like it, whether you roll your eyes or not, we all know your physical stature and how you look also goes into where they put people. Think about it. Think about it. No. Stop. No, Tio, listen. Tio, listen. No,
okay,
Tio, listen.
Let him go, Tio.
No, because listen, and we're not going to sit here and act like this doesn't happen, right? And I'm going to use this as listen to me, because I'm not saying Bad Bunny or Logan Paul or any of these people I'm about to name. I'm not saying there are. They're nowhere near them, right? But even guys,
like water. Be careful now.
But that's why I'm clarifying. I'm not saying any of them are these people. But even guys who were as great, as talented as like an Adam Cole, as like a Ricochet, because of their stature, that's why Adam Cole didn't want to show up. That's why a lot of these NXT guys didn't want to. I'll give you another perfect example. Karrion Kross, when we all looked at him, me and Malik have both said this. There was no way we thought that wasn't a Vince guy. His presentation, how he was built, and even then, he came up, what happened?
Yeah.
Lost Jeff Hardy off it. But we were looking at it. Wow, there's no way. Keith Lee, an athletic big man. We thought this gotta be a Vince guy. Shit, he beat Randy Orton in his first match. We're like, yeah, this is a Vince guy for real. Even then, he didn't work out. Those smaller stature guys that were the real heart and soul of that NXT, they were not looked at as being a part of the main event guys once they got up to the main roster. That's why a lot of them got fumbled. I'm saying when you bring up Bad Bunny, if Bad Bunny decided, you know what, I'm going to stop making music, or I'm going to make music, but you know what, I'm going to be a full-time wrestler, right? Let's just say he was doing the same thing, putting on great matches with whoever he wrestled with, right? All them Canadian or Mexican destroyers or Puerto Rican destroyers doing all this shit, right? If it was great, good, and he was doing all that stuff, I'd be like, yeah, if you wanted to give him a title run in the U.S. title, whatever, cool. But his stature, there's levels to that. The Logan Paul is eye level with Seth Rollins. He on the set.
Three things.
We're not gonna act like that doesn't happen though.
Okay, first of all, we let's not act like they use people's statures like as a part of their gimmick and as a part of why they're believable. Rey Mysterio is like legit 5'2", yet still a world champion.
And he's an anomaly. He's an anomaly.
Bad Bunny is too. Based off of your logic.
But I'm not talking about anomalies.
Based off of your
I'm not using anomalies.
Popularity.
I'm not using anomalies.
Bad Bunny is an anomaly also.
I'm not using anomalies to
Bad Bunny would have to be a superstar though. He had to be around.
I'm not using
superstar though.
He's
more popular than Logan Paul.
I am not.
He's not a contracted WWE superstar though.
I'm not calling Logan Paul.
No, if he was, okay, if he was.
But I'm not calling Logan Paul an anomaly. I'm not basing this off the few anomalies that
you're basing this off of his popularity, G. You're basing this off his popularity.
And not just that. It's not just his popularity.
Okay.
And the fact that every time he gets in the ring, he's putting on good to great matches, and he's getting the crowd invested. Bad Bunny. Okay, but Bad Bunny also doesn't have the stature to match with that. That matters in WWE's eyes. Not my eyes. Not my eyes.
Vince. This is not Vince.
It's still
number one.
What's wrong, bro? It's still Triple H, bro. It's still Triple H, bro.
Number one.
If that's the case, why is it Tommaso Ciampa viewed?
Number one.
Why is it Tommaso Ciampa pushed in the world title?
Number two.
What is he talking about?
Why is it Tommaso Ciampa or Johnny Gargano viewed that way?
Two things.
Go ahead.
Those are his guys.
Go ahead, Theo.
Okay, two things.
Turn your mic on, Mo.
Listen.
It's on. It's on.
No,
Bad Bunny's stature. Listen, if we're going off G Baby's logic,
my cam.
Bad Bunny's stature doesn't matter because of how many eyes he brings to the WWE. At some point, right, the amount of eyes you bring to the company, like you say with Logan Paul, it don't matter. All of that other stuff that goes into traditional wrestling doesn't matter because, you bringing in the seats, you bringing in the tickets. So if you want to make that same point with Logan Paul, you got to let it rock with Bad Bunny. You have to.
But but you're ignoring when I said, because I'm putting everything together. It also matters because Bad Bunny's like 5'2".
He's more popular than Logan.
He is more popular than Logan, but he's also 5'2". He's not the athlete that Logan. Bro, Mo, hold on, Mo.
I don't know if we got it. The height era is kind of.
Bro,
when Eddie Guerrero even now in Triple H's era, what small guys is he pushing in the main
roster? Wait, who's the last small world champion we had on the main roster?
Genuinely, who's the last one?
Brian.
AJ Styles.
AJ, yeah.
Daniel Bryan beat AJ for the title, right?
Daniel Bryan beat AJ for the title. And Daniel Bryan, right? Even though he's not as small as Bad Bunny, obviously. Daniel Bryan, though, he was still considered a small guy. And he, in spite of everything
Daniel
they
Bryan
tried to do.
It's the last thing I'll say.
No, Mo, listen. See, you guys are just focused on the names and not listening to the point. Even in spite of all that, Daniel Bryan, he pushed through that, but we all know, and it's been confirmed, they was trying to hold that nigga back as much as possible. He wasn't.
You know why he succeeded? You know why he succeeded, and what's going to be my overall point? Because Daniel Bryan clears him as an overall package. That's why he pushed through that ceiling. That's why he got to that point. Logan Paul as an overall package, as we sit right now, should not be a world champion. I don't care how much.
I don't know.
He can be a draw without the world title.
I don't know what this dumb shit is being fucking disputed whenever I'm not on shows, because I'm literally hearing Loff and Tio. Don't worry, guys, you're not the dumb shit. What I'm hearing is Loff and Tio's points is being pushed to the side because you guys just want to shove in the face like, oh, like, well, he's still going to be world champion. Yeah, everybody fucking knows that. Get off that fucking point. The fucking point is that we saw this dude as an overall package as United States champion, and he somehow dethroned Dean Ambrose as the worst we've ever fucking seen. Do you know how bad that is? Yes, we know he's going to be a world champion. Fuck that point. You fucking beat that shit in the head 30,000 fucking times. What they're saying is what you saw in the sample size as United States champion. There's absolutely no way Logan Paul is going to be a good world heavyweight champion. It's not the fact that these two don't want to see Logan Paul as world heavyweight champion because he's Logan Paul and he's the superstar guy. That's not the point. Their issue is that as an overall package, he doesn't have the sustainability or the talent, aside from the in-ring work, to be a believable world champion. We're having these conversations about Jey fucking Uso if he's believable to carry that mantle, and you want to fucking defend Logan Paul even though Jey Uso clears.
But the thing is, I don't disagree with that, Lewis. And that's why me personally, I don't want to see that nigga ever win a world title. Me personally, but this all started right, and I know you said I was banging on the point, but that's where this all started. This started because me and Malik were saying it's not going to be crazy if WWE does it because of that. Now, whether we think it should happen or not, that's fine.
I don't think anybody dispute that.
That's what this whole started with. That's literally how this argument started.
When I got in,
they said there was no way in hell.
All right, but when I got in, my interpretation was they got in and they were speaking on the talents of Logan Paul on why they don't want it. You can't. When I came in and I was watching for a solid 10 minutes, you were hitting on the head. Oh, he's a superstar. Oh, Logan Paul's a star. Oh, Logan Paul's a social media guy. They know this. They are talking about the talents and the overall package of Logan Paul. If we are sitting here for damn near a year questioning if Jey Uso can be a capable world fucking champion to literally carry this from now until SummerSlam, what is the defense with Logan Paul other than good matches? We clearly see with Gunther's entire reign, good matches can only carry you so far to have a successful reign.
Yep. You're right.
Gunther, even with a guy like Gunther, where mic work and character work for the most part was probably his weakest traits, still are leagues above Logan Paul. And we see how Gunther, the booking around Gunther, it was struggling to book anything viable. Right. So their question is, if we're having these conversations about these guys being world champion, and these guys are 30 fucking leagues above Logan Paul, what's the defense with the talent? We understand he's a star. We understand he's going to end up becoming world champion. They weren't arguing that for the past 10 minutes. They're arguing that he shouldn't be because his talent is not viable to carry a world title.
Okay, so I don't know what point you came in, but when this argument started, me and Malik did not disagree with that. What we said was, because I believe, and I don't mean to misquote, but I believe the phrase that was used was there's no way in hell Logan Paul, or something to the effect, Like, no way Logan Paul is ever going to win a world title.
I said that.
And and me and Malik, and this argument started. This argument started, and which was that's why we've been hammering that, because that's how this argument started. Me and Malik said, yeah, I'm sure. Like, he's gonna win a world title just based off of those points that we made.
I don't think Triple H is that dumb.
Do I think he should? No. Do I think he should be in that picture? Absolutely the fuck not. I don't want him there. But that's not what this whole argument started as. This argument started as, will he or won't he? That's how this started.
Okay. So what I'm going to say about that is, what I've seen from Logan Paul, what I've seen from what WWE has done with Logan Paul so far in his career is test the waters. And so far, with the U.S. title reign, with him being in the chamber, with him facing AJ at WrestleMania, they're putting him in positions to see if he can succeed as a world champion. And if how he stands right now, how he is as an overall package continues, who's to say they don't give up on him the same way they gave up on Gable Steveson? If he does not improve as an overall package,
and we understand the guy Logan is. I don't think anybody's disputing that. So let's just let's just throw that nail away. We know he's gonna win a world title based on who he is. But just like Mo said, they have put him in countless positions. Obviously, he's had great matches, but I think this is, and I've seen it with TikTok clips because you guys talk about Logan when I'm really not here, so I really haven't been able to address it. A lot of times when we talk about Logan, we need to stop talking about him like he's a fucking rookie. I know he hasn't had a lot of fucking matches, but he's a contracted WWE superstar on a main roster. He already has a mid-card world title run. He deserves to be compared to his fucking counterparts. Let's just be honest about that. No more slaps on the wrist for fucking Logan. We wasn't giving it to Jade Cargill when she was training for over a fucking year. We're not going to do that shit with fucking Logan. So the shit with Logan, where Mo was saying, yes, Mo is absolutely correct. Everything that they've shown you, him being in the ring with Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, he wasn't even the best guy. It's hard to be the best guy with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. But Logan Paul wasn't even standing out. Logan Paul wasn't even standing out. The main standout was a Prime bottle. And that's a problem.
And so here is where it kind of breaks down from there. Because again, me, G baby, Isaiah Khalil Garner, I do not want to see him do that. I do not want to see him in that picture. However, which is why me and Malik both said it will happen, because what y'all are saying, I don't think WWE sees him that way.
I don't think they can.
I think WWE loves what they've gotten from Logan Paul as a heel. I think WWE thinks him as an overall package is world title. We might disagree, which we do. I don't agree with that, but WWE does. I think WWE absolutely loves what they've gotten from Logan Paul. Yes, you're right. It is hard to stand out with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. But you know what I think solidified it for me, for them? When he fought Roman Reigns. And then, well, correct me if I'm wrong. When did the Seth Rollins match happen? Before or after?
WrestleMania 39
after? Yeah. The wrestler, and then that was kind of like, oh, we might have something after this Roman Reigns match. The Seth Rollins match probably confirmed it for them. That's again in WWE's eyes, not mine, not yours, not us fans. In WWE, that's why I say I don't think there's anywhere he's not a world champion, because we might disagree with his overall package. I think WWE, the way they view him, which is why when you compare him to Gable Steveson, I think he's better than Stevenson. Gable Steveson that kept going back to wrestle. It kept going back and forth instead of finally being there full time. That messed it up a little bit because Logan not full time, but he wasn't telling you, I'm not going to be here because I'm about to wrestle for this or wrestle for that. Right. Like you know what I mean?
It's different.
It's different, but I think that even if Gable Steveson was doing that, I think they would have tolerated it if they thought his overall package was Logan's. But I don't think they do. I think they think Logan is one of their top heels. I think they think when Logan comes out, man.
I also think Logan has a bigger star power than
right. But like even like, because Lewis, you're right. I think we do need to compare him to his counterparts, right?
That's the only issue I have.
And he might not be the greatest in ring. He might not be the greatest talker, but we can't deny he don't get one of the biggest heel reactions when he do come out. And I think that's all. Not all. I think that's the main thing WWE is looking at. WWE, I think they're looking at. Look at these reactions, and I think they're looking at. Look at the star power he's bringing in.
That's why I said
that's the part where I'm lost.
I don't think Triple H is that dumb. I don't think Triple H. I think Triple H knows what he has with Logan Paul, but I don't think he's ever going to elevate him to that point. The fact that he knows what he has means he knows what he has, and what we know is that he's at this level. He knows that Logan Paul isn't going to make it to this level. When you make it to this level, you need to be a certain kind of superstar. I think Triple H is very aware of what Logan Paul is. If he wasn't aware, Logan Paul would have already made it to that point. Remember, he started off against Roman Reigns and had a good to great match. The match was, I love that match. You know what I'm saying? I disliked both of them at the time. I had a great time watching that match. But at the same time, if everyone knows what Logan Paul's resume is, and Triple H sees this person, he knows not to put him up here because he knows he ain't gonna be able to swim up here. He knows to keep him at this level of he gets heat, maybe mid-card championship match here, good in there. That he ain't gonna raise him up here. I don't think Triple H will ever. I don't think WWE sees him that way.
That's what I was saying with
even booze or not. Or not.
Well, this will be the last thing I say, and then I'll let Malik go. You're saying you don't think he's gonna be able to swim up there. Well, he keep going up against these main event guys. They keep putting him in these positions, and I think WWE specifically keeps loving what they're saying. I think in their minds, they think every time we put Logan Paul in these main event type positions, he's hitting it out the park. Other than that U.S. title run, but even then, real talk. I just knew Kevin Owens was walking out with that U.S. title at that triple threat, and he did it. Like they kept it with Logan Paul. Right, I think Logan Paul with the Seth match, they threw him in with Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns ain't finna spare you. Seth Rollins ain't finna spare you, right? Randy and Kevin damn sure ain't finna spare you, right? They putting him in these positions, and I think in their mind he keeps hitting it out the park. They're giving him, hey, look, make some lemonade with this, and he's making the most pristine lemonade in their eyes that he could possibly make. That's why you say you don't think they'll put him at that level. They haven't given him the world title, but they keep putting him against world title competitors.
I mean, I don't know when you. I mean, I hope your matches are good when you rehearse a month straight with A-Train, Shane Helms, Shawn Michaels. I mean, I'd hope
it's in a controlled.
I'd hope because the last time where he had to work on something on the fly with Rey Mysterio, he looked like dog shit. On Raw, the only shit we remember is the pulverizer, which is cool, but their chain wrestling, their footwork, the build up to the finish, everything was dog shit. The last 2 minutes of the match were fine. Everything else leading around it was dog shit. So he's proven that he needs that 1 month to fucking rehearse. That's why we don't see him full time because he's not capable of it. And do we really think with what we had with Roman Reigns being part-time and how bad it currently affects it that they're really going to go back to Logan Paul being a part-time world champion?
I do have one question.
I do think he'll be world champion, but if Logan Paul I do believe Logan Paul will be a world champion. But if he's a world champion, he would have to be full time and he would have to work week to week. And we saw Logan on week to week is not that fucking good. He's not. So they're protecting him as much as they can. And if you have to protect somebody that much on a part-time schedule, I don't think they're gonna make that risk to make him a world champion.
I think
that's why I asked you, like, can Logan even tell a story to be in the champion?
One question.
It's the same thing every time. Every Logan feud is the same.
I get Logan Paul is popular outside of WWE, right? But there's a lot of controversy that comes with his name. Do y'all think they would be willing to put the world title on him with all that controversy instead of just using him as a draw?
I'm about to say
it's going to give WWE the buzz that they want.
Gable Stevenson, fucking sorry guys, trigger warning, but Gable Stevenson had a fucking rape case and Vince was ready to push him to the moon.
and even like that's what I'm saying. Like I
Malik, we know if Gable was ready, boy, that boy was getting the belt in less than 2 years.
And because that was going to be a new Kurt Angle. That
probably would have.
I've seen someone
for me, the way I look at Logan, Lewis is right. He's still learning and he's not ready for that big level. That's why his matches are all rehearsed. Like he's not the guy to go out there and call spots in the ring and carry a match yet. They hope he can get there, but that's why they keep putting him in this prominent positions because I think they want him to be in that position.
I agree. But as it stands right now, I don't think they believe he's that guy yet. Because
100%.
If you continuously have to rehearse your match for over a month with the best trainers in the world, and we saw on qualifying matches, especially when you were U.S. champion, when they had you wrestling on a week-to-week basis, and you look like hot dog shit when you can't do your holds properly, when your transitions suck, when you're missing cues and spots in the ring, when you're botching moves, like against Rey Mysterio out of all people, when you're fucking doing that, like it's a fucking problem. It is a problem. It is a major problem. It's showing you can't work week to week. You're not ready to be in these prominent roles yet, because in order for you to be in these prominent roles and in order for you to be truly elite, you have to work week to week. You have to work with different kinds of styles. You don't have all the time to fucking rehearse. Sometimes matches are called in the ring. Sometimes your matches get cut short. Logan Paul hasn't had these luxuries or hasn't had these problems that these main event guys have had. And whenever he gets put in them time and time again, he is showing that he is still leagues below these guys. Leagues.
100%. For me, the reason I think Logan is going to be a world champion, because the way he's been talking, it seems like he's really dedicated to this.
Yeah.
So I think he's only going to get better from here. And the only thing to me that's going to hold him back from being a champion is just himself. If he continues to get better, I think WWE is going to look at that and they're going to capitalize on that, because he already is checking off all the other boxes I think that they want for him to achieve in. It's just a matter of if they feel like he's able to carry that spot as a world champion. So it's really all just a matter of him, really. If he really wants to dedicate himself to it and he can prove to get better, I think the sky is really the limit for him. Like, honestly, like no troll aside. It really just depends on him as a person. Like, if he really wants it.
If he puts this, we knew Logan Paul was a fucking project. If he puts the pieces together, people are not going to like him, but he's a WrestleMania main eventer. If he puts the pieces together.
And that's all. And what you just said, Lewis, because again, I don't disagree.
He's like Josh Allen out of Wyoming. He's a project.
Right. And I don't disagree with a lot of the points you said, but just like how you compare Josh Allen, right? He was a project. They want that project that they got. Oh, they can't wait for him to be a league MVP. They can't wait for him to be a franchise quarterback. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm like, yeah, I said, right. If you said put the world title on him tomorrow, no. If you said put the title on him in a year, no. Me personally, I don't ever want to see it. But if I take how I feel and what I think of him, and I just look through the lens of world wrestling entertainment, in 2 years, is he a world champion? I don't think that's crazy to say.
I don't think so.
And that's all this ever.
I think with Logan, it depends. I feel like he's an interesting case. I feel like he's like Dominic. For him to be a world champion, it is super situational. Incredibly situational, because Laf and Tio are not wrong. He has gone up against these big name guys. He's also gotten his ass beat by these big name fucking guys. So who you beat literally fucking matters. So that's where I don't disagree with him being a world champion, but I do disagree that he can beat anybody, because I
don't know if I did say that, but I just want to make it clear. I don't think he can beat anybody. Like, that's why I was mentioning that Raw scene, because right now, as it states, yeah, it's going to change after they do a fake draft where they basically just take half of them. Like, they just switch the colors of their brand and then it doesn't matter. But I know the roster going to change. But right now, and even in the immediate, what we can predict from the future, a lot of them top guys that we know Logan Paul ain't finna beat aren't going after that world title anytime soon, because they got their own stuff to worry about. And I'm not even talking about the undisputed one that Cena finna hold. I'm just talking about that world heavyweight. A lot of them are going to have their own thing to do. And it's not like Logan Paul is winning any of these matches clean.
If Vince was around, I wouldn't be surprised if he was already world champion.
If he wasn't tomorrow.
If Vince was around,
and here's the thing.
If Vince was around, he would be the one to beat
because Vince was the one.
Vince
was the one that booked Jinder. He was the one that booked Swagger. He's the one that booked Del Rio to win those world titles. It's like, and we're comparing him to those title wins. Has Triple H really made a decision that bad?
Yeah, Logan was U.S. champion.
Yeah, I was about to say,
world title, the U.S. title. I see what you're saying, but
world title shit, bro. My glorious king is about to lose for no fucking reason.
Logan Paul is the perfect
manifestation of a. I think they used that as an experiment to see, like, putting the U.S. title like as an experiment. It didn't work. So
there is a lot of logistics with Logan. Malik is right. What's holding him back is himself, because the dude needs to be full time, but also WWE, even though they have done a great job of protecting him, you got to rip the fucking training wheels off. You rip the training wheels off with Jade Cargill. Now we really about to see what the fuck she can really do at WrestleMania.
I mean,
ain't no fucking excuses.
I mean, think about it with what's it called? Think about it with Dom, right? He was protected in them tag matches for a long time, and then eventually they said, "Hey, look, we gonna put you in the Judgment Day, so you still gonna be somewhat protected, but now you gonna have to work." And even when he first got there, it wasn't pretty at first, but he was getting the reactions. Yeah. That's why they kept doing it. So I will agree with y'all. He definitely needs to be full time. Like that part we don't. I mean,
I think he needs to have a feud against AJ first legit feud to me wouldn't be bad for him. He could learn a lot working with AJ Styles. Like if he's in a feud with AJ Styles like full time and he can't have a good feud and good matches with AJ Styles, that's a problem.
Well, that's why I think he's winning.
I'm talking about a feud, like more than one match. A couple of matches, like a feud, a storyline. You know what I mean? Like a story.
No, if he does that and doesn't learn shit.
Nah, Logan's a great guy to have come off the bench, but he's not your star player when you're down 20.
Oh my goodness.
That's what Logan Paul is.
Logan Paul is
reliable.
He's on him Lou Williams.
Logan Paul's a 6
down 20 is crazy.
When it's time when you're down 20 in game 7, you're not passing the ball to Logan Paul to put the team on your back.
Loft. You might not pass him the rock to put the team on your back.
Oh, no.
But sometimes you need them role players to hit big shots in key moments.
Okay.
He is not no big shot, Bob.
But can he finish the game? But can he finish the game, though?
He can finish the game.
He can tie the game up, but when it's time to finish
layup?
He might get a layup or two.
Yeah, a wide open layup.
He have a layup.
He can finish the game.
My boy Shane Batty.
Timeout. Bang. Oh, here comes Logan Paul.
Nice little three.
Logan is not scoring 10 straight for you in the fourth.
Logan with the
hit a shot in the corner.
9, 8.
He can hit a shot in the corner.
Buckshot Larry.
Go back to the whole point to end the argument. What we were talking about in the beginning was a lot of people don't like Logan Paul and they don't want it, like T.O. Loft and many other people who don't like Logan Paul and don't want him to succeed or get pushed, and that's understandable. But if he, like Lewis said, if he really puts the pieces of the puzzle together, it's just bound to happen. It's just gonna happen. They're gonna do it. It doesn't matter if people don't like him. If it gives them natural heel heat, they have it. They already have his logo in the middle of the ring. You know what I'm saying? So if he really wants to put everything together and he's able to get up to that level where they feel like, yeah, we can make some money out of this guy and we can put a world championship on him and have some layers to it, it's really only a matter of time before it happens.
I promise you, this Jey Uso shit is gonna be the experiment. If they see that motherfucker trash, they ain't throwing no shit on Logan. They ain't throwing no shit on Logan. They ain't throwing that.
I don't
what if he proves you wrong, Lewis? What if he proves you wrong?
You know the correlation? Reactions. It ain't gonna carry you, bud.
I don't think Jey Uso. I think it's in. I really do think. Just look again.
Please say something.
Jey Uso ain't gotta go against CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns anytime soon. He is going to have a Damian Priest world title run, and it's probably going to last a little bit longer. Like real talk.
So he gonna hold it till SummerSlam?
I mean, he could.
I wouldn't be surprised.
SummerSlam is fine.
I
wouldn't be surprised by that, but I wouldn't be surprised if he lost it earlier.
Bro.
I know. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, who do y'all think? Well,
Money in the Bank
is winning King of the Ring this year.
Fuck, King of the Ring.
I heard they're not even
happening.
doing King of the Ring.
Apparently, it's not happening.
Oh, they're not.
Oh, it's not happening again?
Apparently, it's not happening.
I wish they would keep that a consistent thing.
Then that's gonna age.
I was gonna say Drew McIntyre, but I
was about to say that changes things.
Him or Braun, yeah.
Hey, Jey Uso might get cashed in on. I'm not gonna lie. He might get cashed in on.
I hope.
That changes things.
Here we go.
If they're not doing King of the Ring this year,
actually give almost
Jey Uso is getting cashed in.
Ilya from the top of the arena, H-bomb, please. Fuck.
They don't want that problem. They
not Lewis. You're just saying that because you're mad that Gunther's about to lose.
Yes. I already started drinking. It's gonna be a rough week.
I mean, listen, I'm more of an Ilya guy myself anyway. So
Hey, Lewis,
kick his ass, bro.
Hey, Lewis, I said this earlier.
Started to cook with Gunther at the end of his title reign. Like that, what we seen with Gunther, like of him washing Jimmy's blood on him and doing all that. That's been the whole title.
Bro, he had a great beginning and a great end in a shitty middle. The Randy shit was fire.
I love that.
The Jay shit. Gunther's side is great.
You are a hater.
God, that's real, Lewis.
Hey, Lewis, you know what you weren't on the show, so I don't know if you were watching at this point, but you know what I told him? Because I already told him about the bet I made in the thing. But if Finn Balor, by hook or by crook,
wins this this IC title.
I'm not coming.
Hey, if he wins that IC title, and it's gonna make you sick. You know he's gonna have more wins than Gunther in WrestleMania, right? And he's gonna be above 500 while Gunther's gonna be below.
I'm not coming. You're not gonna kill my high. Not on 420. Nope. I'm not coming.
That's why I made the wager because I get to come on here at WrestleMania and be like, "Hey, Finn Balor 500 at Mania, Gunther below 500, so Gunther got to lose a record."
So is this the year y'all keep fucking with me now? First Trick Williams and now fucking Jey Uso. What's fucking next? What's next? What's next?
Who else you don't like? Think about it. I mean,
who else do I dislike on the level of Trick and Jey? Fuck.
Hey, I mean, look, man.
I don't dislike Logan. I just think people gotta pump the brakes. Oh fuck yeah, my worst enemy Moxley right now. That fucking
The Rock coming back again.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Being a shield mark is not enough.
Bro, they're not trying to tell y'all 3 years ago about this bald bitch. They're not trying.
Yeah.
Did I try? No, nobody. Everybody looked at me crazy. Y'all looked at me. Y'all looked at me like the old man from SpongeBob. Like I'm just saying shit, bro. Bro, y'all looked at me crazy. I done told y'all that he was gonna ruin everything. Look. Third WrestleMania in a row, he ruined shit. He ruined shit.
Hey, he on the board, man. I'm not gonna lie. If Triple H could wrestle, he'd be doing the same shit. He'd be in a match right now. If Triple H could wrestle, he'd be in a match right now.
He's been saying for a while.
That's why bald Triple H was worse than long hair Triple H. That's a different man.
I'm not gonna lie, Mo. Triple H would be in the legend match every year.
He would.
You mean to tell me if Triple H didn't have that cardiac thing that made him have to retire? He wasn't competing at WrestleMania 40.
It was written down that he was supposed to put over Gable Stevenson before his defibrillator.
At WrestleMania, that was his idea too.
Yeah, he said Gable Stevenson was supposed to beat the shit out of him. He said Gable Stevenson was supposed to beat the shit out of him, and that's how Gable Stevenson gets the big push.
Oh, well, if he could wrestle right now, you know what I'm saying, and Randy don't got that opponent, I got you, Randy.
Oh, he's easily Randy Orton's opponent. Easily Randy Orton's
25. We learned nothing from Mania 25. We learned nothing from Mania 25.
Hey, they literally ran it back in 2019. That was Triple H's last match.
Malik, stop playing. You know Goldberg last match gonna be with Triple H. Stop playing, bro. You know Goldberg last match.
Goldberg Triple H again.
Randy Orton needed an opponent. Goldberg, he's owed one last match. I'm just saying.
No.
You should do a 03 Triple H.
If Triple H didn't have that, if Triple H didn't have that cardiac thing, defibrillator, and what's it called? He still wanted to give Jey Uso that world title win. He'd be fine, Brock.
Fight Brock again
and it'd be a 30-minute match too.
Again,
somebody said it in the comments. If Triple H still could wrestle, he would have teamed with Cody at Mania 40. I believe that. I'm not.
I can walk back. I can low-key
back. That's crazy.
He go whoop my via ass. He gonna whoop my via ass.
Hey, Rock Triple H at WrestleMania once again. Let's get it.
That asthma pump. Fuck.
They teased it like back in 2014. Remember they teased it?
Bro, I'm mad that they never did it at that time. That would have worked back then.
Bro, the way we arguing about Logan right now, you know damn well he gonna put Logan over. Stop playing, bro. You know damn well.
Especially at WrestleMania.
Logan Paul went over Triple H at WrestleMania.
You know what's gonna happen. You know it's
world fucking title.
World fucking title. Triple H loses everybody at WrestleMania,
except for Sting.
We won't talk about that. We won't talk about that. That was a bad day. That was a bad day. We won't talk about that.
What's crazy is a lot of the wins he got at WrestleMania, you could argue he should have lost.
95% of them, kind of. If you think
Mania 2019.
And 2000.
No reason why
they said Triple H would have wrestled my via. Yeah, straight 1-on-1, bro. Straight 1-on-1.
Hey, Kieran, you damn right I would have. You damn right.
Bro, him and my via gonna wrestle in a strap match. You already
maybe in 2016 for sure.
No, he definitely would have Randy 17 if he could wrestle for sure. Because Randy gonna need somebody.
Bro, you know damn well. You know what Triple H would have did? All right, I'm a new man, Punk. Let's me and you main event, but I'm still going over.
Oh no!
That's what he gonna say. I'm still going over though. I'm sorry.
Nick Aldis being in the ring to announce Kevin, that would have been Triple H. And then Randy Orton would have RKO'd him the same. Triple H would have came out. You can't RKO me no more. And Randy Orton would have done the same thing everybody does to corporate people. Oh, what? Did this suit make you soft? Flip the tie in his face. Do you need to ask your wife permission first? Boom, there's your street fight.
Y'all tripping, bro. Bash in Berlin would have been Cody versus Triple H, bro. Y'all tweaking, bro.
Y'all
tweaking, bro. Y'all tweaking.
That's wild work.
Bro, I have never cared about the Hall of Fame more than I do now, and that's just because it's nothing but Triple H vignettes.
Like, bro, they making this Hall of Fame. Bro, they making, bro, they pushing this Hall of Fame like it's a PLE.
They dropped the merch. He has Hall of
Fame. And that's it, bro. That's the best Triple H merch I've ever seen, too. That is the best. I'm actually gonna order that shit. Bro, it is the best shit I've ever seen.
They are pushing this Hall of Fame vignettes like they were for Raw on Netflix. Every single time you cut, it's Triple H doing something. Hunter Hearst Helmsley winning King of the Ring. I thought they were showing that to announce King.
Gee, you tripping, bro? You know damn well he would have faced Braun Breaker, bro. You know damn well he would have put him over.
God.
Right now,
bro. Oh yeah.
He'd be like, Braun, you know, I was IC champ. He said, Braun, you know, I was IC champion before. You know, it's been a minute, Braun. I need that.
Hey, he would have brought Shawn out of retirement
again.
Braun Breaker gonna have Rick Steiner.
You already did it once,
bro.
Hey, look, man, you can't end on that Brothers of Destruction tag match. Let's run it back one more time. Give these people what they need.
Absolutely not.
No,
that could have been their version of Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair.
Hey, you know what they would have done? They would have did DX versus Braun Breaker and Scott Steiner. Be like, Scott, you want your revenge, bro? Come on, bro.
I'm still mad.
Oh wow.
I'm still mad they didn't do Michaels versus AJ Styles at Mania 32. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still
mad, bro.
Could it have worked at 32?
Could have retired.
Shawn Michaels didn't win it. He didn't win it,
bro. And he came out in his gear too. That's Shawn Michaels came out at 32.
Could it have worked in 32? You think it would have worked?
I think that would have worked. He was mobile.
You think
he
so?
was still definitely mobile, yeah. Because that's when he went and beat up the League of Nations. He was moving just fine.
Shawn Michaels didn't want it though. He didn't want it. I mean,
but he wanted Asthma Pump Taker and Asthma Pump Kane. All right, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Shawn Michaels' bag had to have been like 10 mil, 15 mil.
It had to be.
Like, because
the
I'm not
amount
gonna
of
lie.
good matches they gave him.
Me personally, you put 15 men on the table to do a Saudi Arabia match. I don't know.
I'm doing it.
No.
I
don't know how to fuck.
I don't blame him. Yeah, I don't blame him at all.
You know what's crazy? That reason you gave is why Sami Zayn gonna win next year, bro. They're gonna throw $1 billion on the table. Hey, bro, put over Sami Zayn to win the Royal Rumble. You get this extra $1 billion. They're gonna be like, I know.
We're gonna be champ.
Sami Zayn winning the Royal Rumble. I'm so sure.
Who knows by then?
That's crazy.
You a Finn Balor fan holding hope. What do you got to mock anybody?
No, I don't. But
what do you got to mock anybody?
I think Sami Zayn's winning a world title eventually.
Here's the thing, though.
I think he's winning at Mania.
Finn Balor, I am just solely doing that.
Y'all don't see Sami Zayn winning the Rumble in Saudi Arabia?
Y'all crazy.
Oh wait, that's where the Rumble is in Saudi Arabia.
Y'all don't see that?
I forgot.
Oh, if it's in Saudi Arabia, then sure.
It's in Saudi Arabia.
Bro, do you know what the government had to do to get Sami Zayn over there? They love that motherfucker.
No.
They're gonna make their money's worth for Sami Zayn.
If it's in Saudi Arabia, that's like a lock. I'm like,
how do we not, bro?
No.
If they throw an extra $2 billion on the table and say make Sami Zayn the Rumble winner, they're doing it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sammy's a main eventer, so they might.
Throwing $2 billion on the table casually is fucking crazy, by the way. That's
bro, because they're the
they're rich people. What does that look like? What does that look like?
Right? Bro, why do you think everybody gets a crazy check to do the Saudi Arabia shows? Everybody gets a crazy check.
Nobody wants to go there.
But the
money
put
Sami in a world title match instead of the Rumble.
But I promise you, if Saudi Arabia says, "Gang, listen, we understand your Rumble winner might be, let's throw it, Braun Breaker. You might have Braun winner, which is cool. But if we throw in an extra $2 billion, would you consider Sami Zayn? I bet you Triple H gonna be at the table like,
so how can we get Sami Zayn to win the world title?
Hey, when is the Rumble? 2 months. That's perfect time. Perfect time.
I don't know, man.
I
guess it depends on who the world
champion.
champion.
All Sami Zayn got to do is cut a sympathy promo.
I don't even care if that shit
been
down
world
Saudi,
champion.
bro.
I want to be world champion.
You know that's exactly what he's finna cut as soon as he get back. As soon as he get back on TV, you know what he should do? This is what I hope happens to Sami Zayn. This is how you know I'm being a hater. Hope he comes out Raw after Mania. Man, I had to miss because of what happened with Kevin Owens. Obviously, Kevin Owens, get surgery. But I got to focus on me. I've never been a world champion, and I missed WrestleMania. I missed my chance to do it. I'm going to do it this time.
Bro, writing on the wall, Malik, you don't see that shit, bro?
Alistair Black Mass.
You're tripping.
I'm fucking with that. I'm fucking with that.
Bro, I want Alistair Black to win the IC title and hold that for 400 days.
All right, bro.
I want him to dominate. Alistair Black is bro.
Wow,
400 days is crazy, man.
We need someone to legitimize the US, bro. We need to win that, bro.
I'm telling Malik, there's no way you don't see that shit, but they're gonna throw $2 billion on the table. You mean to tell me Nick Khan ain't gonna be like
$2 billion on the table?
Still a wild visual.
Oh my gosh,
what does $2 billion on the table look like?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, we ran about Logan Paul for like an hour.
The big motherfuckers with the suitcase, like, listen, motherfucker, this is all yours, bro.
$2 billion in a suitcase? What suitcase you got? Open up in this $2 billion in it. What the fuck?
Yeah, they got money like that over there, bro.
They really do, dog.
Bro, you about to see
diamond on that bitch.
Bro, you about to see a jet full, like 5 jets full of suitcases, bro. They're gonna be like, listen, this all yours. Sami Zayn just gotta win the Rumble. You know damn well Triple H gonna sit there looking like a gym teacher with his hands on his hips, like.
I mean, that's it. I mean, even if they weren't in Saudi, Sami Zayn winning the Rumble's not viable.
So other than Cody Rhodes, well, actually, let me not do that because it was true. So under Triple H,
come on, man.
Under Triple H,
at all actually.
Under Triple H, I think the only Rumble winner.
I mean, Jey Uso won the Rumble, so I mean, I didn't think.
But here's the thing: under Triple H, I think the only Rumble winner that didn't win the title when he fought for it was Cody.
Oh yeah.
Like it's only Cody.
I mean, he's only
everybody else has won that thing, so
he's only had like 3 chances. Yeah.
Well, if there's 2 each year, so 6.
Hey, Triple H,
the women and the men.
One now, no you.
I'm sick. Cut me some.
That's what I'm saying. So
has it been Cody? Yeah, Cody's the only one.
Yeah, Cody because Rhea won it.
Rhea won it. No.
Bailey won it.
Bailey won it, and Cody won it. Yeah. So Cody's the only one.
Yeah, and Cody's the only one to lose.
You don't see Triple H doing this at the table, bro. Like,
Charlotte's gonna lose too this year. Hopefully.
Oh yeah,
I'm putting that in the air. I'm not sure, but I'm putting it in the air.
Because wait, was Ronda under Triple H or Vince?
Vince.
Vince was still around.
Ronda and Brock was the last Vince Royal Rumble. Yep.
Damn. Oh my God.
That's a way to go out. Fucking bitch ass.
He drops the worst Royal Rumble pay-per-view of all time.
Like, why don't you see that happening though? Like Sami Zayn winning the Rumble in Saudi. Like, what's up with you, bro?
Even without Saudi, bro.
Without Saudi, you're not winning that shit.
Come on, man. They're adding 20 more people to the Rumble. It's gonna be another Super Rumble. It's gonna be 60 people in there.
60.
Saudi Arabia. He's coming
60-man Rumble's crazy.
He's coming. He about to be the biggest sympathy merchant of all time.
Nah, what they should do, pull an AEW, have one 30-man Royal Rumble, another 30-man Royal Rumble. The winners of those Rumbles face each other for the chance.
1-on-1 Royal Rumble.
I hate the way, honestly, I hate the way he does those like little battle royal tournaments. The last 2, you guys are gonna fight now.
That's like the reverse battle royal in TNA, bro.
What the fuck you gonna do? You gonna do Kevin Owens win one Rumble and Sami Zayn win the other?
Gonna get back in the ring. What the fuck?
Like, what was Vince Russo cooking with that, bro? Like,
everyone stays out here. We got to go back in the ring, and whoever gets in the ring.
Malik, I'm telling you,
they're gonna go into a tournament,
like, Rumble, bro. We gonna be right back here, bro. We gonna be right back here. We gonna be talking about how he about to win that world title. What you mean, nah?
I gotta see who the world champion is at the time.
If it's
that's what I was gonna ask.
It don't matter. Sami
It doesn't matter. Sami Zayn beat Gunther technically, so in kayfabe, it shouldn't matter.
It's really not gonna matter who the fuck is champion.
In kayfabe, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, that's the IC title. That's the world title. I gotta see who the world champion.
But that's still
Jey Uso's about to win after losing 3 times. It doesn't matter.
I hate it here. I fucking.
It doesn't matter.
Like, bro, just move, dude. Like, fucking.
I thought Gunther was gonna go on to be
Cody
the
was
longest
right there, bro. We don't want you.
Cody.
Cody was right there.
That's the last person I want to see Jay beat.
It's easy to be the longest reigning IC when you fighting a Ricochet and a Wash Shinsuke.
A washed Ricochet.
No, Ricochet matches on SmackDown were fire. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, that World Cup was fire, bro.
Ricochet before he started feuding with JD was nothing.
No.
When he lost that IC title, Ricochet was crazy.
We don't whip the shit out of Drew. We don't whip the shit out of Sheamus.
I like how he just went around the actual big names.
We don't whip the shit out of Bronson Reed.
Hey, Sheamus, he didn't fight Bronson Reed. Did he?
Yes, he did.
He fought Bronson Reed.
He did.
Ooh, I forgot about Bronson Reed.
Beat the dog shit out of Bronson Reed.
Fire, yeah. That was one of my dream matches.
So Sheamus, Drew, those were cool. Yeah, Sheamus, Drew, those were cool.
Chad Gable.
I mean, they were good matches, but he whooped his ass.
Gable's story was.
It was a good story, but he was whooping his ass. It was a great story that literally. It's like.
Why you on my man's head top?
Hey, Lewis, you'll appreciate this. The Chad Gable story versus Gunther was like when they canceled Teen Titans after that crazy
cliffhanger. That shit was sad as fuck.
Oh my god!
What year was that?
After that cliffhanger, man, that was crazy.
What year was that?
All right, y'all.
It's like if
we do every match. We get all the matches done.
Didn't have a second movie.
I'm just, bro. Why you on my man's head top though? Like, you got beef with Gunther right now?
Okay, hold on. We got one more. We'll just run through real quick. We got the women's triple threat. I'm gonna say Io should retain, and I think Naomi should cost Bianca the match, and then have Bianca go back to the Naomi and Jade feud, and then have Rhea and EO feud for the championship.
The fuck is this? The year of the triple threats or something? What's going on?
Yes.
Last year was the ladder match. This year's the triple threat.
Yeah.
Last year was the ladder match. Who the fuck was it?
They had like 2 ladder matches. What you mean?
For real?
Yeah,
They only had one.
match
They
and
said
the-
Or no, wait. No, was it a TLC match or what was it? Extreme Rules?
No, it was just like
No. They had
street
the
fight.
tag ladder match, and then
Tag ladder match.
Bobby Lashley and them.
It was like a
That was
street fight.
Oh well, okay. I just remember the tape.
Philadelphia street fight.
Yeah, it was like a street fight.
Right, y'all gonna be happy for Jey Uso just for that man to lose to Rusev on a random Raw, bro. Like y'all gonna be
Rusev.
y'all gonna be mad as fuck.
Oh, then Randy, who y'all think Randy's opponent gonna be? You think it's gonna be Rusev? Somebody said Rusev.
I'm cool with that.
Nick Aldis.
But it's
Who
probably
I
gonna be
really-
Solo.
Who I want it to be? Oh yeah, because they set it up. So
Yeah,
it's gonna
probably gonna be
Solo.
Tama or Solo.
But who I want it to be? I
Alistair
want
Black.
them to do what they did with Seth Rollins. You'll find out your opponent in the ring. Black Mass, take his ass out.
It's so rare you get opportunities like that too.
Yeah, like Black Mass, take his
I
ass out.
don't know if he's gonna make his return at WrestleMania. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know if Alistair Black.
Why
is
he ain't
that
got
good.
no non-compete? And even then, the 90 days.
Yeah,
been up.
but it's
He probably gonna
different.
debut on the Raw or
Days,
SmackDown. I ain't,
Different
re-debut,
superstardom. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's that guy. WrestleMania debut come back. He ain't
They can
Cody.
make him.
Nah,
that
he's
guy
not no Cody
one-
Rhodes,
bro.
All you gotta do is make
He's
him
not
that
Cody
guy.
Rhodes, but hey,
If the lights go out,
Now the Raw after Mania, sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, Raw after Mania, yeah.
But
they-
WrestleMania, they in front of the smart crowd. Niggas will cheer.
I don't know about
You
that.
understand though, Triple H gonna bring guys like Alistair Black back in a city that knows him. Like Penta and Fenix got debuted in cities that really know him, so they can maximize the debut. So if they're in like fucking Chicago, Orlando, or some shit like that, he'll be there.
Who I think it's. I mean,
Rusev, he can show up whenever.
it might be
Yeah,
Solo,
Rusev. Niggas
but
know Rusev.
It's gonna be
Solo could be an option for sure. I don't want it to be Nick Aldis right now, just because I think they should have a storyline built up for Nick, like long term for his WWE debut. Because
right.
it's like, I mean, the match would be fine, but I would just much rather prefer that with Nick Aldis. But
I think the story needs to be if Aldis wants to fucking face Randy, he needs to give up his position as GM.
Yeah, but that should be I do agree. That should be a story that's told.
It should be a
I don't
story.
That should be a story that's told. William
Yeah,
Regal.
I don't want them to rush it. I think that's why Solo.
My theory was if they really, because it's really last minute, so there's not really a long story you can build with this. So my theory, my situation is if they just want a filler match, they give the crowd a good reaction and a good pop. I'd say it should be Jeff Hardy, bro. I mean, that solves a lot of issues.
How do you
Hey.
what? That was way out of left field. I was not
on,
expecting you to say
Jeff
Jeff
Hardy's
Hardy.
in TNA. They got to deal with TNA.
Right. No.
Just
Randy
look-
have his-
Ain't nobody
right
trying to see that spot.
Does it look like we want to see Randy?
Nah, that'd be crazy.
Here
Does
you
it look
go.
like we want to see Randy Orton beat the dog shit out of Jeff Hardy in
Here
another
you go
decade?
again with the Jeff Hardy
Does
spot
it look
monkey
like-
nonsense.
no,
Here you
bro.
go.
Bro, ain't nobody trying to see Jeff Hardy, bro.
We don't want to see.
No,
Bro,
you
Jeff-
don't want to see Jeff Hardy.
Bro, Jeff
Right.
Hardy.
No, look. This
Randy
was
Orton
gonna
across
happen
3
with Jeff
decades.
Hardy.
Why do I want to force?
You're gonna get a crazy pop. Oh my gosh, Jeff Hardy.
So
The
people want to
bell's
see
gonna
it.
ring, and that shit's gonna be ass. But nobody's gonna talk about how ass it's gonna be.
Jeff might be
because
ass.
Jeff Hardy came back.
He's decent.
G-Dave,
still.
all they have to do is do the Twisted Fate RKO spot. You got it.
Literally.
Into the RKO spot. Do it again.
After a 20-minute match, Loft.
No, not to mention Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy.
It ain't gonna be no
Randy
damn
matches in the
20-minute
past,
match.
though, so I don't have any doubt the match will be bad. Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton have had really good.
Here's the thing, though.
Give him a
but
cool
like,
13.
but Jeff
A cool
been getting his
13.
ass kicked across 3 decades by this man. I don't want to see a fourth.
Nobody's trying to see
Oh wait, 2018.
All
He'll
right.
be all right. Jeff Hardy.
He really has been.
It's WrestleMania, bro. All it's gonna do is create just a good pop and a good little filler match.
If you're gonna do that, I might as well let it be Rusev, because at least people will chant Rusev Day. At least people will chant Rusev.
Ooh, I'm tired of you.
Bro,
Hardy
we're
get
not
a
about to
bigger
compare
pop.
Rusev.
Hardy
to
will get a
No.
bigger
Bring Jeff at that point.
Hardy
Bring
will get a
Jeff,
bigger
bring
pop
Jeff,
than
bring
Rusev.
Jeff,
Hardy
bro.
will get a
I'm
much bigger
tired.
Yeah, but Rusev will have a better match, and I'll be more compelled by it. And you could do something with Rusev after that. Jeff Hardy gonna go straight
You'll
back
be
to
more
TNA.
compelled than Randy
Wow.
Orton
Rusev
and
gonna take
Rusev.
the fattest L. He gonna
Hardy,
take
because
that.
Randy Orton's not losing this
Rusev
match.
gonna come back and
Good.
lose. That's what
This
you want.
Randy Orton at WrestleMania, bro.
He's
Jeff
not
Hardy
losing.
gonna do. Jeff Hardy gonna lose too. So my
That's
He
fine.
gonna go away after that.
That's fine. And he's gonna go back to TNA. Bye bye.
so
Why
pointless
we all
match.
defending Jeff now?
And Jeff
It's
Hardy
gonna be a
gets the
pointless
vote.
match regardless.
At least make it mean something.
At this point, fuck it. Since nobody,
I'm tired of you. I'm tired of
Tell me
you.
something to me now. Hey, listen.
fuck it.
come on
Since
now.
nobody's getting what they want, just bring in Omos. It solves everybody's problem.
Real. But then almost got to win. What you mean?
Fuck Randy. He can lose.
All right, cool.
Now Randy
Get
can
beat by
lose.
Brock. Oh, got it.
Now Randy can
What
lose.
are you
It's the
talking
GOAT.
about?
What you mean?
Realistically, to me, the best
It's
scenario
not
would
this
be
WrestleMania
Jeff
for the
Hardy.
modern era.
Just because it's a match Randy could win, it'd be a good moment for the fans and stuff to eat it up. But realistically, it'll probably be Solo. Like I don't see anybody else. I don't know who else.
Watch Solo send Tama Tonga in there. I'm gonna be like, all right, bro.
No, that's
Solo's really never had a WrestleMania match.
Because everybody else is involved in something. I mean, everybody else is already doing something. Who else they got? And they don't have like any like really big legends either. Like, there's not really many out there. You know what I mean?
What
That
you
they can
mean,
bring
bro?
back.
You can bring back Shane McMahon, bro.
Hey, Stone Cold's in Vegas.
So to wrap this up, Io should win because Bianca and Rhea are stupid. And when I say they're stupid, it's because they consistently, I don't know how many times you have to get kicked in the face by the only reason y'all are going to WrestleMania right now, because Shawty is the champion. How many times y'all got to keep disrespecting her and acting like she's not there for y'all to get it through your head? So, yes, somebody said it. Yes, Bianca's about to lose her first WrestleMania. It should be Io because literally Rhea and Bianca keep pushing Io to the side. I don't know how many times she's got to kick you in the face. And Rhea, mind you, you know you're fighting for the women's world title, right? You know who has it? The person who beat you, somebody you've never beat. Why are you still so focused on Bianca? I hate the way they're telling that story because it makes both of them look stupid. Say what you want.
People said it should have been the main event.
They only say that because they like the people in there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say it before I get off. I'm sorry, but I'm really, really sick and tired of people trying to put certain matches in the main event just because either A, they won the Rumble, or B, realistically, real talk, I'm gonna say it because no one else will, because they're women. Stop putting them in the main event just because they're women. They need to have the story behind it.
The word women.
Say what you want, but that's what everybody tries to do ever since. Really Sasha and Bianca, but Becky too. Ever since they main evented, every year, we got to put a woman in the main event. No, you don't.
Can I bring up something too?
It's not a main event.
Can I bring up something too? I forgot what press conference it was, but Triple H also reiterated that he doesn't give a fuck. Excuse me. He doesn't give a fuck what title's involved or who's involved. He said the main event is going to go to the most intriguing thing on the card.
Exactly.
That's what he said. He said it literally doesn't matter what title. It could be the U.S. title. If it's the most intriguing thing, it'll main event.
And based on the stories they've told over the course of these past couple of years, ever since Sasha and Bianca main evented, the only women's title match that could have possibly main evented just based on how they built the story and the intrigue going into it was Becky Bianca. That's the only one.
Yeah.
And they didn't put that on there, so no other match. Charlotte Rhea, people keep forgetting that build was horrible.
It was terrible.
Io Bailey wasn't a good build either.
I mean, Charlotte and Ronda probably would have main evented.
Charlotte and Rhea was a good match.
I think WWE has to do a better job though. If the fans want the women to be in the main event, they need to tell WWE to make them to make the feuds better.
I agree, but there's no way.
You're not telling me Rhea.
But star power matters too, though.
I was about to say, there's no way you see a match that consists of Roman, Seth, and fucking CM Punk.
I don't
think
understand.
that they're not going to main event.
I don't understand why that confuses people at all. I
Y'all
really
calling
don't.
me G McMahon. Y'all telling me Rhea and Charlotte was better built than the tag team match between Kevin and Sami and the Usos?
No,
you're drunk as fuck.
Fuck no.
I also feel like too. I don't know how you guys feel about this. This could be a hot take, but I don't think they should ever do another WrestleMania streak ever.
I was just about to say that earlier.
I don't think it should ever be done again.
Ever.
Another WrestleMania streak.
Like Takeover or anywhere near it.
No, they
never again.
You know, she's undefeated at Mania, and they want, and now they could do it for the women because there's never been a women's streak.
No,
but what Undertaker did at Mania, when you think of, and I mean, it did start off bad, but when it peaked high, think of the stories, the matches, the
greatest streak ever.
I don't think it could ever be topped again.
What made him the
greatest. And if you wanted to do it with a woman, like right now, Bianca has a streak, but they don't advertise it. They're not saying, "Oh yeah, Bianca's going in here to put her undefeated streak on the line."
Then again, it took a while for Taker to get that.
If they want to do like a little SummerSlam streak or something, it's different. You know? But as far as WrestleMania, I don't think
I don't think they should touch a streak at all. Just let them go. But all right, guys.
Yeah. All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and hop off here. Thank you guys for coming through, man. We've been on here for a while. You know, we gotta have some
4 hours.
Don't none of you fuckers tag me. Don't fucking say shit to me. I don't want to see.
As always, as we do every year, we're gonna go live after WrestleMania on Sunday. So after WrestleMania on Sunday, We're gonna go live.
I'm
That
gonna be
way
in the
we
clouds,
can chat
bro.
night 1, we can chat night 2. It's gonna be right after the moment and everything. So I think feel so.
Let's
Make
see
sure you
what
guys
we
pull up.
used to get.
If you guys pull up next week, so it won't be at original time. I don't know. Was many start 6 or 7? So somewhere around that time.
Just know whenever WrestleMania goes off the air, give us like 15 minutes because I'm pretty sure Malik is gonna be streaming. He got to edit. I'm pretty sure Mo or Lewis, we all gonna be doing something. Give us like 15 minutes and then we're hitting the live.
I'd be watching with my family, so
Yeah, give us like 15 minutes after it goes off
she
the
lost
air.
the battle royal 34.
Justice in advance, justice for my glorious king for the pain he's gonna endure. I'm sorry this has happened to you. We don't deserve this.
Wins.
We don't. You, the crowd, don't deserve Jey Uso as world champ. Y'all did fucking nothing but lose. Lose.
So
and
Lewis,
I hate you.
Last question, Lewis, before we get off this air.
Bro, don't piss me off.
Would you take a Gunther win? But if Gunther wins, that means Finn Balor got to win too?
Win what?
Like their matches at WrestleMania.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro. Let's go, bro. We here. Let's go. Hey,
So
hey, Finn stacking all 3. What you mean?
No, that's nasty.
Love it.
I haven't had a world champion that I have not won it in a long time. I had Roman, got Cody, and I'm about to have Cena. I'm chilling, man. I'm
I had
good.
Gunther. I didn't think one of my faves would ever get there, but I'm happy.
I'm good, man. I Roman Reigns, great champion for me. Cody Rhodes been a good champion.
Finn Balor on the way to being 500 at WrestleMania, baby. We here.
Kieran called him Kozlov, bro.
I swear to fucking Christ, yo. I swear.